It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks.
Opie and Anthony.
Nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
What?
Hold on. Whose fault was that delay?
No.
Oh, is it?
Go ahead, correct, open, humiliate.
What do you mean right in front of me?
When you just end like that, I had to touch.
Dude, I looked at you and went, boom, like go.
That was sloppy.
If you had to say a celebrity that you most resemble, who would you say?
Jodie Foster?
If she ate the real Jodie Foster.
Silence of the Hams.
This is where entertainment is going.
I do not touch that. The only things that may touch that is toilet paper and baby wipes.
I am right now.
Oh my God.
They are sick freaks. How close did you get to having relations with the dog?
You have to put oven mitts on all the German shepherds so they don't scratch Marjo.
It's time for people to understand these are words. If you don't like them, turn the dial.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Uh-oh, what's wrong over there, Anthony?
This isn't a rerun of last week.
What?
Next time my fucking headphones aren't checked out before the show starts, you're going to just see me throw a hissy fit.
You're cursing already, too.
Yeah, I'm cursing already because I don't even care if the audience heard that. I just want the staff to hear it. Why can't my headphones... How hard is it to put on headphones and go... Or put one to your ear and go, yeah, this works. But then I come in and it just doesn't work. I don't know what's wrong with that stupid contraption.
What was wrong?
Hi, good morning.
What was wrong with them?
Apparently, headphones are supposed to have sound come out.
Oh, they didn't have any sound.
Nothing.
I thought they were on a delay or something.
No, the delay I could handle. At least that's probably a button somewhere. That's just broken stuff. But I have the other headphones on now.
All right, good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. The O&A virus spreading across America. You all right over there?
Yes. Now. Oh, there we go. I just got to turn it up. Hold on. I got to lean way over.
We'll wait.
There it is. Good. That's better. Whew.
Perfect way to start a radio show.
Yeah.
All right. Our phone number, 877-212-5762. 877-212-5762. We have a very, very busy week. We're going to be broadcasting live from the Wolf up there in the middle of Mohegan Sun on Friday.
Mohegan Sun.
And then we got our O&A Traveling Virus show this coming Saturday at the Mohegan Sun. Tickets available through Ticketmaster.com. Go to Virus Tour on MySpace. One word, Virus Tour, for all the info on the comedy tour.
You know who's freaking out about the Mohegan thing? Lynch. Because...
Why is he freaking out?
Because apparently no poker tables. They just don't have poker. They got a lot of other gaming, which is fine. Blackjack, 3-card poker, 4-card poker, things like a lot of games. But they don't have poker.
Wait, we're really distracted. Our old friend Chuck Nice.
He's in Imus's seat.
He's in Imus's seat on MSNBC this morning.
Sorry,
boy, isn't that odd?
Oh my God!
And I can't hear what Chuck is. He was part of the Radio Chick show here in New York, and when they switched formats, he was not on the air here anymore. But I don't know what he's saying, but he looks really good.
He looks very dapper.
That damn Chuck looks very comfortable. It's annoying me.
He's making Pink look cool.
Yeah,
a pink vest.
He looks
Wearing
good, man.
Pink.
How shallow are we? He looks good on TV. I can't hear what he's saying.
That's all it takes.
He's a great guy. I wish him nothing but the best. But he's in Imus's seat. How many people have tried out for Imus's seat?
Oh, God, 30, 40 people.
We haven't talked about the Imus thing in a couple months, but it seems like every day it's a new person trying it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lynch, Mohegan Sun, poker table.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a big
poker table. So, he's huge. Dude, his dressing room, when he was doing that
Wedding
Broadway
singer.
show,
Yeah,
the wedding
I know.
singer. Yeah, his dressing room just had a huge poker table in it. He loves the game, plays it all the time. And so now we're trying to figure out a way if Mohegan will like rent us a dealer so we can play poker.
Yeah, right.
If they could drag it, what if some high rollers come in and want to just play some poker?
You guys should have an illegal room.
Well, we might have to do that.
Well, just do poker in your room.
In the room, we might have to bring some chips and play some cards upstairs.
And fool around a little bit.
Something like that. But it's always nicer if you could just take some money off of the people.
Why no poker
there?
rooms, by the way?
I don't know.
It takes up too much space?
It's a huge game these days. I don't know why they don't have it. Maybe I'll get some info when we go up there. When we're up there at Mohegan Sun, broadcasting from the Wolf.
And, of course, the Comedy Show on Saturday. So we're looking forward to heading up that way. We've never done a gig in Connecticut. We've never done a gig for, like Westchester, that, like, whole area north of New York City.
Up there.
It's kind of a strange land to us.
Strange land.
We've done a lot of gigs for Long Island, a lot of gigs for Manhattan, a lot of gigs for Jersey, but we've never kind of gone up north in that area.
Yeah. You ever make that drive up there to the casinos?
No, I've never been.
Yeah. You get off the beaten path, and it's quite a haul through the woods.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Through Indian territory. And, and then out of the middle of nowhere is just these huge, giant, beautiful buildings.
And nothing else around?
Yeah.
How the hell do they get that done?
Because people flock there from everywhere.
Yeah, I understand.
Every city around it.
But someone had to have the idea, like, we could build these huge, massive casinos in the middle of the woods, and they're going to come.
And people will come.
Like, this comes from the Jersey, the Vegas thing. When you fly into Vegas, you're like, who the hell figured this out, that this was going to fly?
That it was just nothingness, desert.
And someone had to start it out, and it worked. Why there? Why not anywhere else?
That man was Mo Green.
Right. But, man, when you fly into Vegas, and it's just desert forever, and all of a sudden you see this massive, like, just city. I can't even call it a city. There's got to be another word for it. Modern-day Rome.
Yeah.
Something. It just amazes you.
Yeah,
like, someone had the vision to start this up, and it stuck. But then again, I'm sure people had all sorts of visions that never took off. So
yeah, it's all based around casinos and gambling. You can't open up, a variety of ice cream shops in the middle of the desert and have people flock there. It's just people love gambling. They love risking their money, thinking they're going to bring home the big haul.
Imagine Ben and Jerry. They go bankrupt because they get this new idea. They want an ice cream shop on the top of a mountain somewhere.
We're going to have like a strip like Vegas, but everything instead of casinos going to be ice cream shops with different flavors. And like people will flock from all over to, we're broke? What?
Yeah. This is heading into Pot Talk. It is Pot Talk Monday.
Pot Talk.
And Feel Good Story Monday. We got to find a Feel Good Story.
Feel Good Story?
Yeah.
I didn't read any Feel Good Stories at all over the weekend.
I read about a lot of shootings.
A lot of bad stories.
I think our new bit is Where's Al? We want to start a bit called Where's Al?
Where's Al?
Where's Reverend Al?
Al? Yeah, there's just been a lot of shootings going on.
An old white dude says something a little crazy to try to make it funny, and there's all sorts of outrage, and he's on every single news program in America, right?
Yeah.
But then there's these other stories that just fly by. We read them every day, and you ask yourself, where's Al?
Where's Al? Very important to the black community, and these issues aren't being addressed by Al.
What do you say, Al?
What do you say, Al?
What do you say, Al? Come on.
What do you say, Al?
6 wounded in 4 Harlem shootings overnight.
What do you say, Al?
6 wounded, 4 different Harlem shootings.
4 different shootings.
So today we ask, where's Al?
What do you say, Al?
Where's Al? 2 22-year-olds were shot at Lenox Avenue and 125th Street. One was walking on the street, and the other was exiting a taxi when gunfire erupted at 11 p.m. Saturday.
What do you say, Al?
This didn't happen in Centerport, Long Island.
No, that's for sure.
A 17-year-old was hit in the left shoulder at Lenox and 137th Street at about 10:50 Saturday.
What do you say, Al?
A 15-year-old was shot in the hip outside Slice of Harlem Pizza at 308 Lenox Avenue. God, this Lenox Avenue is a bit dangerous, huh?
What do you say, Al?
And in a fourth shooting early yesterday, all within a 24-hour period, cops arrested Bronx resident Emmanuel Cobb, 18, for shooting two men, 26 and 21, at the corner of West 124th Street and 7th Avenue.
What do you say, Al?
Where's Al?
Where's Al? Well, I knew where Jesse was.
Where was Jesse?
Jesse was getting arrested, protesting in front of a gun store down in, where was it, West Virginia or Virginia? One of those Virginias, I believe. He was down there where, you know, you can walk in and pretty much just buy guns. He was protesting in front of there because the big problem, of course, is the gun itself, not the people that are compelled to pull them out and just fire at people because they were bumped into in a store, which one of those stories is two people were in a store, one bumped into another one and didn't offer up the respect that is due, and, of course, the lead starts flying. And instead of addressing the problem of people grabbing guns, no matter how they're getting them, and just firing at their brethren, they'd rather go down and try to get the guns taken away. I don't.
Yeah, well,
you know, perhaps I'm not even gonna. You know, I'm all for guns. I love them, but perhaps they are a little too lenient down there in some of the states where you can just pop in, buy a gun, and leave. You know, or buy a hell of a lot of guns, put them in your trunk, and drive up to New York and sell them. The second they leave the state that you bought them in, they become illegal handguns. So don't think they're not illegal when someone buys them legally and then transport them, because that they become illegal.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that's the bigger problem. I think the bigger problem is that there's people using these things, and they really need a leader. Somebody that can really get these people together so they don't shoot each other every week. You read in the papers just massive amounts of people shooting each other up there uptown.
Well, we start a new bit, and it doesn't have to just be New York City.
Yeah.
The bit's called Where's Al?
Where's Al?
What do you say, Al?
He loves getting involved with stupid things. Well, now we say it's time to get involved with some serious issues.
Jesse was in Chicago?
It's time to do some heavy lifting, Al.
Al?
You know, going after an old dude for you know, trying to make a joke and failing miserably is one thing, but why don't you get some real things done now? It's time.
Al.
Come on, Al.
Isn't it really hard to get a gun in Chicago?
I think Chicago is definitely a tough place.
That's pretty hard. It's easy to get illegal
What is he doing
guns.
there? That's where his headquarters are. He's semi-retired. I'll do all my talking from outside my headquarters.
I don't like to travel. It gives me hemorrhoids. Oh, God, these guys. Than?
Yes, Than.
I just taking a quick look. I think he was protesting. It's in a suburb of Chicago, and protesting how easy it is from somebody from Chicago to go out there and get a gun.
And get a gun, really?
Yeah.
In the suburbs?
Yes.
I guess Illinois has different rules than Chicago itself as far as buying a gun, like maybe New York City and New York State is different. Yes. Okay, all right. Well, it's the people that are getting them and doing awful things with them. I know me. I love guns. I stock up on them. I love my guns. But I'm not, you know, if someone bumps into me, I'm not going to start opening fire on them. It's there for self-defense. And because guns are fun to shoot. I love target practice. I love shooting at targets. I don't think I would like shooting a person unless he was doing something awful to me or my loved ones, things like that. Then, you know, you got to do what you got to do. But, you know, I'm not going to start just slinging lead. Officer Grease Manelli. I'm not going to start doing that just because somebody dissed me. You know, maybe that has to be addressed.
What do you say, Al?
Where's Al?
Where's Al?
You got all the shock jocks under control, so now it's time to do some heavy lifting, Al. Where's Al?
How many shock jocks have left people just on the street, left them dead? I say one. from that water thing.
Yeah, one show. one show, one death.
Killed by water.
You know,
but
our odds are pretty good at this point.
All right, wait, we got to look at Hot 97 also here in New York.
Why?
There was some shootings outside there too, wasn't there?
Well, I don't know if it was. Right. I don't know if it was because of the radio show.
You don't think it was the radio show itself? No. Things inside might have been said.
At this point, shock jocks have killed one person.
One person,
and gang violence has killed.
More.
Tens of thousands.
Quite a few.
Hundreds of thousands at this point, probably.
Yeah.
Where's Al?
Come on, Al.
What do you say, Al?
Stop hiding. Stop going for the easy, soft targets. 4 shootings in Harlem, and you're not even going to talk today?
Yeah, should be out there outraged at this.
You should be
outraged.
You should be doing something today. By the way, a lot of people, obsessed with the Jill thing. And,
Jill Nicolini?
And one guy's like, I'm so disappointed. I couldn't wait all weekend to see Jill and her luscious boobies.
Mm-hmm.
And I turned on the TV today and she's flat-chested. No, that's a girl filling in for Jill.
Yeah, stop.
Doing the silly traffic. Oh, that traffic, that's beneath her at this point. Jill's now on the entertainment desk.
She's sitting at the desk doing the entertainment report. Why not? Why not?
I'm sure she's filling in, but that's just a matter of time. So don't you worry. We got Jill TV today.
Yes.
But she's not doing traffic. She's doing entertainment. So we'll get a screen cap and we'll throw that up on the website.
Hell yeah.
All right.
And can we discuss what happened with Foxy?
Of course.
I don't know exactly.
Foxy.
What a lovely girl she is.
Foxy.
You like Foxy?
Yeah.
Foxy Brown was where was she?
Dating. I don't know. She was her boyfriend was dropping her off or something, or she was dropping her boyfriend off.
And she realized that he was a pimp.
How do you just realize that?
So she decided I need to break up with my boyfriend because he's a pimp, and the guy didn't take it too nice.
Pimps never do.
No,
you can't just leave a pimp.
Yeah, the pimp's not going to go. All right. Well, I wish you nothing but the best with your future. No.
Here's some money to get along with.
What the pimp did was call over 2 of his broads, and they beat the crap out of Foxy Brown, who's not talking anymore.
They pulled her weave out, and at the pimp's urging, and they took her hearing aid.
Yeah, who knew she had a hearing aid?
Wow.
A couple years ago, she had sudden hearing loss, so she has a hearing aid that we don't know about until this story hit. And, the prostitutes, they ripped like huge chunks of her weave out.
You're a prostitute?
And stole her hearing aid.
Maybe that's how come she didn't know he was a pimp. Like maybe he told her and she just misunderstood him.
Yeah.
The hearing aid was no good. Oh, he has a limp. I'm gonna go out with this guy.
It's a bit of a simp. No.
So there you go. Foxy, what's the headline? Foxy
Life Pimps and Robbers. They're talking about the Daily News, and there's a line. The opening line is about how the woman who charged with attacking rapper Foxy Brown, she's a hooker, and she barely escaped death this year after her boyfriend beat her with a pipe. That's the opening to
Oh.
That's just a lovely little place she put herself in.
That's not. How did she hook up with this? Was he a wonderful guy that she didn't know was a pimp? Or?
I heard that he worked in the record studio. She had something to do with the studio, which, again, could be completely wrong by today because the stories change every 10 minutes. But I heard that they worked in the studio, and she fell for him and didn't know he was a pimp.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And but when she found out, she didn't. You break up with a pimp on the phone.
That's something you text.
You're going to dump a pimp, send a text.
Yeah, she's not that smart because I think they were driving in his area. And I think she finally went, wait a minute.
Hey, he keeps getting out, smacking a bitch, grabbing her money, getting back in the car.
Right. Then puts his arm back around Foxy. So anyway, baby.
I'm just doing some business, baby. And then, wham, another broad gets punched in the face, takes her money.
How did the rainbow tie and green fedora not tip off?
Right. Excuse me, babe. I'll be right back. Yeah, leaves the SUV to
Huggy Bear
to go hit a prostitute.
Excuse me, baby. I gotta go smack a bitch.
Text a pimp like, look, this isn't working out. Half a parentheses.
Yes, of course.
You'll see the little frown. He'll know you're sad about it. Almighty. But that was stupid. If this would happen, if the pimp really got someone to beat her up, she's a celebrity.
Right.
She's not hooker. She's not going to play by the rules, I don't think.
No, not by hooker rules.
No, she went right to the cops.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that's what celebrities do. They don't get street justice usually.
Yeah, but now she's not talking, so
really?
It seems like maybe there was a little...
Maybe she lied.
Maybe the pimp got to her behind the scenes, like, I wouldn't be talking if I was you.
Yeah, right.
Something's going on there, but yeah, that's kind of crazy. But right in the middle of his zone, she decides, I need to break up with this guy. He's a pimp. So it was very easy for this guy to just call over. Actually, I think it was three hoes.
He just at the drop of a hat he can call over,
and then
the drop of a big hat with a feather in it.
They come running over like it's Grand Theft Auto, pull her out of the car and beat the crap out of her, pulling out her weave and taking her hearing aid.
Nothing worse than getting that weave pulled out. Oh boy, they don't like that at all. You watch some of those shows like Jerry Springer or whatnot. They cannot stand getting that weave pulled out.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
You know how good you have to be in bed to get 3 women to beat up a celebrity they'd probably like a photo with?
Yeah. I'm sorry I just pummeled you. Could we get a picture?
Because pimps, I don't know much about them. There's a book out, Ice-T put it out about Iceberg Slim.
I read that book.
It's called Pimp.
It's an amazing book.
Unbelievable. It's from like the 50s or the 40s. This guy became like a really amazing pimp in Chicago, I think. And, he talks about his life and the other pimps that he's around. It's Iceberg Slim. You can't not love this guy.
It's a great read.
Lets you into the pimp mentality and how they get chicks to do what they do.
Yeah.
Because I always thought it was you had to be just nice to them and then have sex and give you money. But apparently there's a whole,
There's a whole beatdown
thing.
That happens.
It's a whole psychological thing. Like they're probably some of the best brainwashed people out there. The only thing I really know about pimps, I didn't read that book, is like from Dawn, Portrait of a Teenage Runaway. I think that was starring Eve Plum back after her, after the Brady
Bunch. You're getting your info from a Lifetime movie.
And what happened was she wasn't very happy with her life, and she ran away. And there's always this nice guy that offers to, she gets her off the bus. The bus pulls up, and she gets off, and they can spot him like a mile away. They're just kind of standing there, a pimp, and sees her get off with her big eyes, wondering what's going to happen in a little, suitcase, and comes up and goes, hey, you look hungry. And they think that it's a friendly city because the guy's taking her to lunch at a diner. And they talk about things. And then before you know it, he's smacking her in the face and taking her money, and she's got to sleep with guys.
Eve Plum,
Jan Brady.
Does she show a little skin or what?
I think there was a little bit, but not enough for not even for a spank bubble or nothing.
I saw a pimp one time. I was cruising girls because I would pick them up off the street and have sex with them. And this was in the 40s, and they don't really walk the streets
You would
anymore.
do that in the 40s?
Yes, 1940s. I would have my horse and carriage.
Say doll.
It was like 46th and 9th or something like that. And they don't really walk around as much anymore because they drive now. The hooker started driving. So I'm driving, and there was this sexy girl with braces who I'd cruised by a few times. I'm like, I have to get her. So I finally came back around, and I was about to get her, and I nodded, and she's walking in my car, and she was so hot. And she's crossing the street, and a pimp in an Escalade jumped out. I had seen this guy around. He was a big kid. I mean, he was probably 6'4". Picture a black Kenny with a larger head. Because Kenny has a small head. Our Kenny's big, but his head is teeny. It's kind of dinosaurish.
That's good. It's a small target for somebody to punch.
Exactly. And or
he's
do brain
built
surgery on.
Fit a brain in.
And this guy jumped out, and the girl was walking around my car to come in. He grabbed her by like the shirt and bounced her off the hood of my car.
Wow.
And dragged her ass into the Escalade and threw her. But you knew it was.
Oh, she must have not given him enough money.
I don't know what she did. Maybe he didn't like the Saturn. Maybe he thought I was another pimp.
Oh, yeah.
Saturn.
In your Saturn.
But he bounced her off the hood of my car.
Did you have braces, scratches on your hood?
I said nothing. You know how big a guy has to be to bounce a chick off your vehicle, and you say nothing?
And you say nothing.
Nothing. I was like,
Did it leave a dent? Whatever it was.
No. Saturns are plastic. You could drive them off the Empire State Building. They don't dent.
They're made for hookers to be thrown into by their pimps.
Yeah. I'm ready to the picnic. And I saw a pimp one time screaming at a woman. She was a hooker, and he was yelling at her, demanding something. And she was yelling back at him.
Oh,
she
man.
was in the middle of the street, walking backwards.
Of course.
She wouldn't let him any closer. Like he was about 30 feet away. And he's screaming, bitch, or whatever he was yelling for. I imagine it was a political disagreement or
something like that.
Yeah, something about the North American Free Trade Agreement they had disagreed on and they've been proven right.
That's scary, Jimmy.
Very
you don't know
scary.
if they're cops. You don't know if the pimps are going to come after you.
Well, the pimps were. You
don't know if the girls are clean.
I would see them a lot.
That's a crazy life.
I would see the pimps a lot, and just again, anyone who's been involved in that life in any way, shape, or form. And normally, I mean, look, from what I'd seen, if you're going there, you're just getting girls, and you go, they normally don't want any problems in the neighborhood because they want to just police to be away. But I'm sure that our friend here has seen quite a few of them.
After a while, do you just figure out who the cops are?
No, I don't know who they are. Occasionally, I had a couple. One girl I thought was a cop. She was a white girl in an area where typically only black girls worked, and she was by herself. And there was a cab sitting nearby, and something about it didn't ring true. And I'm like, it didn't feel right. It just didn't feel right. So we talked a little bit, and she wouldn't say anything incriminating, and I certainly never would.
Right. Good man. Look at you.
Never.
That's how I watch it on TV. They always nail them that way.
I'm like, I don't know. We could just go for a ride and talk a little bit and see what's going on. And she's like, what do you want? I'm like, I don't know. Maybe just for a ride. And anyone who's really...
What do you want? To not be arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone who's legitimate will know that you're just trying not to get busted and not being stupid. Why don't you come for a ride for a second? But a cop won't get in the car with you.
Oh, really?
No, they don't. For what? They're not going to put themselves at risk to,
just to bust a dumb John.
Yeah. Some Jersey idiot.
Right.
I noticed more
might panic and
hookers.
do something ridiculous.
I noticed more hookers about just shy of about 5 in the morning outside the tunnel. Pull out that tunnel and you go to make the right on 3rd. And
the tunnel bunnies are back.
There's more hookers.
They used to be called tunnel bunnies,
cruising that area.
I'm getting a nod.
Yeah, they're walking up and down the street, and it's wearing their hooker clothes, looking around. And, I've noticed a lot more of them.
Man, New York was known for having tunnel bunnies. They would be on the beginning of the tunnel, let's say in Jersey. You get the ride in with the girl. She takes care of you and gets out on the other side.
It's like
of the
a one-way U-Haul.
Yeah.
You don't have to bring it back.
Right, and then
you use it.
And then she would and then she would get somebody for the ride back to Jersey.
Yeah.
And she would just do this back, all day long, back and forth, back and forth. They were called tunnel bunnies back in the day.
My girlfriend is looking for an apartment right now. She's been hunting. And
Jesus, I'm like talking about tunnel bunnies. He goes right into my girlfriend.
No, there's a reason.
Thank God you quickly said looking for an apartment.
She's looking for an apartment.
Well, actually, I'm still wondering what the hell.
She's been looking for an apartment, and it's not far from where Anthony is talking about. And I said, let's drive by at night because you want to see what an area looks like at night.
Sure. At night, yeah.
And, there was a couple of hookers, and she told me the block of where it was going to be. I'll tell you, she's at 28th and Lex because she's not going to live there. And I'm like, wow, there's always hookers there because I used to go there. 20th and Lex. And so I drive by, and there was only 2 on a Friday night at like 1 in the morning. I'm like, that's not that bad. But she's like, I don't want to live with this prostitute. There's other little crimes. I don't want to walk home in a skirt and have guys I just don't want it.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, it'd be kind of great for me if you and I have a fight. You know where I'll be.
Right outside.
That's hilarious you said that, because, when you said that, because when the mice started coming in my old joints, it's only a couple.
It's only a couple of mice.
It's only a couple of mice.
You don't know how many are behind the walls, though, like hookers.
That's what I'm thinking.
You see 2 or 3 in the street,
it's like
there's another 50 behind the walls somewhere.
Another 50 banging somewhere.
You don't know how many mice are having sex with other mice for cheese.
Right. There you go. All right, we got to take a break. We're just getting warmed up. It's Monday. Occasional Monday. It's Monday.
That's it. We'll help you get through your Monday morning.
Will we?
No.
Phone number 877-212-5762 if you got something for the show.
We have to talk about our Friday evening.
Oh yes, the big premiere we went to.
You went to see Die Hard. I want to know about the movie.
Yes.
I want to know about the celebrities. I want to know if Jimmy got celebrity photos. I want to know if you guys were treated with respect. All that stuff on the way with Opie and Anthony. Lots of instant feedback coming in for the Opie and Anthony show. You can find that on Opie and Anthony, whatever. One of the many problems we have with the show, we can't mention our website. That makes sense.
Wonderful.
It's never been so hard to do a radio show than sitting in this seat. And we've been doing this I've been doing it since I was 18. How do you do a radio show and you can't even mention your website? And what's even more disturbing, the company doesn't even help us figure it out. They're like, no, you just can't mention it. All right, well, how about you work with us, and how about we figure out how we can mention our website? Considering you hired a very interactive radio show.
They're scared.
It's a radio show where we want our listeners going to the website all the time. We want them instant feedbacking. We want them to maybe join the Pal Talk community. We want hundreds of phone calls every morning. Even that is a little weird. We got a phone number that no one's going to bother memorizing.
Well, isn't it 1-877-212-K-Bob or something? Or K, what is it? K-Rob. It's K-Rob. R-O-B.
K-Rob.
877-212-5762. See, now you got to, use your brain to listen to radio. That's smart. Because that's always worked in the past.
Well,
anyway, on the instant feedback, really fast. We started a new bit called Where's Al?
What do you say, Al?
Al loves getting his face on TV, loves going after a lot of very soft targets. I mean, shock jocks, because, we're the problem in this world.
Of course we are.
The whole Imus thing, of course, Al was front and center on every news program.
All over it.
In America. So now we're starting a bit called Where's Al? And we already brought up one example this morning. And Chris in Boston, of course, has a biggie. Hey, guys, where's Al? What about the pregnant white girl in Ohio who is due this week, who was murdered by her black cop boyfriend and his black woman accomplice?
What do you say, Al?
Where's the outrage? Why isn't this a hate crime? And where's Al?
Was that his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Well, you can't really call it a hate crime.
No, I know. Believe me.
I'm just reading it.
Yeah, I think the guy's taking it a little far. Apparently, this woman got pregnant by this cop. He's a black guy. Has his other two, or at least two more women that he's had kids with, and he was one of the main suspects. And they found her body and arrested him and some other woman that I guess was in cahoots with him.
Yes.
And and he was helping. He's one of those guys helping with the search, and those are the worst. Where it's like, we have to find her, but let's start looking over here in this area.
I read that too, and
got her, found her.
Well, I was reading that too, and it's like, how do you not go toward the body if you're supposed to help with this search?
I know. You just I know where it is. It's over there, but I don't want to go.
It's in that park under that tree.
I know exactly where it is.
I'd step on her face. Nothing to see here, boys.
Yeah, I don't see a thing.
I bet you can't help yourself, and you just start heading toward the body. Like, what am I doing?
They must look at him too. Like the cops must just keep a constant eye on him as he's walking. Like, see if he's looking somewhere or making any weird gestures or movements. Everything you do if you're involved in a murder, the cops are just on you.
I want to point out that Evan Almighty made $32 million.
Ow.
It cost $175 million.
Yes, the most expensive comedy of all time, they're saying.
And $32 million.
They were hoping for $50 million. Then the studio kind of lowered its expectations and said, well, $40 million. And it didn't even crack that.
The only reason that bums me out a little is because Wanda Sykes is in it, and she's a friend of mine. Like, I love Wanda, so I want to see her succeed.
You know what?
I don't like
you want to see her succeed. She's succeeding.
She's fine.
She's in every single comedy that comes out.
Right. But I mean, anything she does,
she's a star of Curb Your Enthusiasm. She's doing fine.
I root for
wouldn't
things
worry
to do
about
well that she's in because I like her.
I wouldn't worry about Wanda Sykes. She's a very funny lady, and she's just fine.
What if she roots for you?
She does, actually.
I'll tell you why this movie didn't.
Guessing.
I'll tell you why this movie didn't do well. Because I saw the preview and I saw the movie.
Yeah.
This is one of these movies where they wrecked it by giving you way too much in the preview. They gave you the entire freaking movie.
I read why this didn't make money.
Why?
Why people didn't go. They were banking on middle America seeing this as some type of nice religious movie that the parents could take the kids to. And it would be like a parent-kids thing. Because if you get a movie where the parents can go and the kids can go, you're gold.
Home run.
You're gold. But they kind of made this a sequel that wasn't really a sequel. There was Bruce Almighty, which was considered a little too risque to be a family movie. So now the people heard this and thought it was kind of a sequel to that and would have been as risque, so then the parents weren't taking the kids.
And also,
that's what happened.
And the religious people, they went, who's playing God? Now we'll sit this one out.
Wow. By the way, it makes me happy, not that Not that it's going to matter to his career, but Ben Kingsley's movie didn't even make the top 10.
Oh,
box office.
You know, if he would have come on our show and we would have pumped it up, I think he would have done a little better.
And we begged our listeners, our past, not to go see the movie. It looks like they weren't going to go see it anyway.
Yeah.
I would love to think we had something to do with that, but probably not.
Nah.
But it's good to see that it didn't even make the top 10.
And stupid Angelina Jolie, I'm so happy her movie crapped the bed. $4 million. What's it called?
A Mighty Heart?
A Mighty Heart, where she plays Daniel Pearl's wife. It's an awful case of the Wall Street Journal reporter who was beheaded by those savages in Pakistan. And I think it looks like it's probably interesting, but she's such a pompous... Like, she's playing the wife of a journalist who was murdered trying to do a story.
Yeah.
And she wanted Fox News to be banned from the red carpet. Look, granted, you want to hate Fox News, fine. But it's like, you phony. You freedom of speech phony.
Yeah, maybe this isn't about you.
It's not exactly. They're a media outlet. Whether you like them or not.
Yeah, it's a little strange. And then Fantastic Four, this was the first weekend for Fantastic Four? Oh, okay. Oh, then it's doing fine. It made $20 million.
$97 million total.
But more importantly, Die Hard. You guys went to the premiere on Friday. I decided I wasn't going to be part of that crap.
Live Free or Die Hard. How could you not want to be part of that crap?
Because we've been part of that crap many, many times.
But it's fun when it's all of us. But it's fun when we look stupid together because it really makes for fun radio.
And just to let people know, it's not the movie we wanted to see. We had invited to the premiere. We got Timothy Olyphant was on the show. He played the bad guy in Die Hard. We had him on the show. Crushing bore, but we were nice to him. They just wouldn't give us anything. Like, all you want when you go to premiere, we got these awful tickets. They had a black thing stapled to the back. It just said general admission.
Reserved seating.
Reserved seating, general admission.
Yeah.
Now, what does that mean?
We had Kevin Smith on, by the way, that day. So that's two guys from the film we had on. We love Kevin.
Kevin's great.
We shilled the movie to death the last couple of weeks. Couldn't get Bruce Willis on our show.
No Bruce.
You know, not even for a quick 1-minute phone call like, hey, guys, what's going on? Live Free, Die Hard. All right, so long. Got to go bang another hot broad.
Right.
Talk to you later.
Got to go watch Ashton bang my ex-wife. Apparently, I'm invited into the bedroom, too. Who the hell knows what's going on with that situation? They all walk in like one big happy family.
Oh, yes, I saw that. I saw the pictures. I'm like, that is bizarre.
Odd situation.
Yeah, they all just get along.
I was so irritated, but I said, you know what? Let's go. Because Roland means well, but he's like, I had tickets like this, and I sat right in front of him, and he named some celebrity at some movie.
That's fantastic.
So the tickets they gave us were crap, basically.
Hey, look who's going to be on CW11.
Coming up at 7.
Bruce Willis is going to be
on CW11.
That's what I just
saw. Wait, let's see. That might be an interview. Before we freak out, that might have been done somewhere else.
Might have been.
It might have been done in front of the theater.
Or it might have been done in one of those like rooms that has the
I'm willing to reserve judgment.
You know what, though? We're the scum of entertainment because...
Of course we are.
CW11's local news here in New York City. We have so many more listeners than they have viewers. It's not even close.
Yeah.
But, there's something Hollywood about being on TV instead of radio.
Yeah.
Anyway, so your seats were crap? I told you guys the seats were crap.
I'm saying the tickets were crap.
Yeah.
The tickets were crap. So I call Anthony, and I'm like, we're going to meet out in front.
Hooked up.
And let's see what we can do.
We met out in front and had one of our friends on the force help us out a bit. We were in situations where anyone would have just been thrown out. The tickets sucked. Did nothing for us.
And I knew that.
Did nothing.
See, I didn't count on the fact that you guys would have a friend there that would help you guys. Because I saw those tickets, I'm like, I'm not dealing with this crap.
Well, there's a lot of publicists there, but the publicist we were using had a gun and a badge.
Right. We walked. I walked in first with the my golden Willy Wonka ticket, and walked up, and I was told, come this way. So there are barricades set up, and I'm walking between the barricades thinking, hey, maybe these will pan out. But knowing in the back of my head that they're not. I reached the last portion of this barricade thing, and these big security guys are standing there. And I have my ticket with the black thing around it. And he goes, oh, yeah, you get on that line. I look at a line that extends down 1.5 city blocks.
Yeah, no thank you.
Now you're supposed to stand on this line and wait like you're just waiting to get in, like everybody else, which is fine if that's what I was going for. But with this special reserve thing, I assumed we were going to be whisked in or something.
Can you guys at least give me a little credit? I know it kind of worked out a little bit in your favor, but I told you guys this on Friday that those tickets were crap.
We knew too.
We knew it.
Right.
You have to improvise, adapt, and overcome.
Shut up.
It's all about that.
Yeah.
We knew that
for the first time it worked out a little bit in
It's
your favor.
all about sneaking. Sneaking around.
Nobody thought general admission was a great one. Like, oh, we're going to be sitting. Maybe my leg will touch Demi's.
You got to re-listen to Friday's show. You guys had a lot of hope, and we broke it down during the show. I'm not going to sit here and... we broke it down. We got retired ushers on the phone and all sorts of people that broke it down for you guys.
We know.
We knew it would suck unless we had a friend.
Well, we had no red carpet invite for the show.
Nope.
No one took care of the show at all. It was like whoever did the movie, I think it was Fox, just totally crapped on the show.
Yeah.
You've been doing reads for them for 2 weeks. We had two guys from the movie on. The things they're going to do is giving us tickets to get you in faster.
I'm a genuine fan of the whole series. You know, I know the movies. I'm on the air. Perhaps throw us a little bone so we would talk nicely about the movie and things like that. You know, it's one of those...
We get no respect.
Quid pro quo fucks.
We have to get our own respect by using, guys with guns.
Right. We need guns.
We can't leave it up to this radio station. We can't leave it up to, Fox, the movie people.
Yeah. Well, so we're waiting there, and first La Machine shows up, our old buddy La Machine.
Wearing a black shirt and a suit. Well, it looks like things are going legit. Is he a frightening character?
Well, he does a little bit of, security work.
Yeah, for the Gotti clan.
And he was,
what the hell's he doing, man?
No, he was there with Mike Torrey. With Joe Torre's son.
Sure.
Who loves being Joe Torre's son because he introduces himself, hi, I'm Mike Torrey.
Yeah. Mike Torrey. No, and he remembered us and stuff, and we were talking for a while, and, talking Yankee talk and how... He's like, well, need a little work.
A little work. He could pretty much pitch for that team at this point.
I think it's gotten so bad he was actually fessing up to being a Met fan.
Yeah, good.
So it was
God bless him.
It's a little uncomfortable. But then our liaison showed up.
Yeah.
Our liaison in blue.
Did you look at that long line and just start laughing?
No, I know I wasn't getting on it.
Okay.
And just somehow, some way, I was not getting on that line. And when our liaison in blue showed up, he whisked us down to a corner. We were making phone calls. He's like, okay, come down now to 51st. Come down to the corner of 51st because we were 50th. It's like, okay. So we come down there, and now we have to go back through security with our stupid tickets. And I'm like, meeting a guy up here at the corner. It's, one of the boys.
Yeah.
Meeting one of the boys.
He's giving his rank. We're meeting,
Yeah, I'm meeting this guy, and I'm giving name, rank, everything, and we whisked right over to that side. So now we're able to get on the red carpet, walk down to the entrance to the red carpet. When we get there, now the photographers are there. And a couple of them are like, they recognize us. It's like, Anthony, hey, start snapping pictures. So I quickly grab my gal and stand there, because now if the publicists and the people that keep you off the carpet see that the photographers are taking pictures of you and your chick, you're in. So now I just grab my girlfriend, and we're standing there, and they're snapping pictures. And then now from the crowd, I hear, Anthony, and people are asking for autographs. And now at this point, I'm thinking, in! So in. Jimmy signing, getting his pictures taken.
No long line.
No line now.
Right behind Bruce Willis. Follow Bruce. Follow
me
Bruce
in,
right
my
into the
friend.
front door of the theater.
So we slowly start working our way down the red carpet.
But you forget what you need on the red carpet.
Yeah.
Is a publicist. Because I've done them for different, like at Comic Relief I did it, the HBO publicist walks you, goes, okay, stop. The publicist will walk up and go, this is so-and-so from so-and-so. Okay, and then they start taking pictures.
Right.
They prepare everybody for your arrival.
Yeah.
We didn't have that.
No.
We had dummy and our chicks.
Right. That was it. So we're walking down, and, we get a couple of fans and stuff that know us, and even a couple of the photographers know us, and then I see Kevin Smith. He's doing an interview. So I completely interrupt his interview by poking my head over his shoulder and making faces into the camera. And he turns around and he's like, hey, you made it. What are you doing here? So then me and Kevin Smith completed doing the interview with the guy. And Kevin was just great. He's amazing.
You do know we almost got thrown off before that. As we're looking for Kevin, a woman comes up in her little headset. They all have little headsets.
Little headsets to just. I'm seeing a problem.
And she comes over and she's like, do you guys have tickets?
Tickets?
And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, well, maybe it'd be easier if you went around. Like, this bitch was trying to, I think she worked for Fox or whatever she did. But like, that's Anthony from Opie and Anthony, and I'm Jim Norton from the show. And she's like, no, I know. I'm like,
we're very important people.
I'm like, we're meeting Kevin Smith is supposed to do an interview. I was very like, who are you bothering?
Yeah, don't bother. You gotta lead. They say lead with your balls. That's what you got to do. Yes. When you're on it, you got to look like you belong there. No shifty eyes, no looking around like who's going to throw me out. You belong.
And she when she said she knew who you were, that annoyed me because I'm like, if you know who he is and you're still suggesting we walk back down the red carpet the other way, I'd spit on you.
I'll slap your face.
Either that or she just wasn't 100% sure on what she should do. So she said, oh, no, I know, and then walked away. Because my girlfriend pointed out, she didn't push it. Normally, they will drag you off. But she didn't push it.
Yeah.
She just mentioned, like, maybe she's basically saying, excuse me, would you two just buckets of scuzz walk backwards and get off the red carpet?
Nobodies, please leave. You're mussing up the red on the red carpet. And then Timothy Oliphant comes by, and Sam Rockwell walked by with a bevy of babes. And we continued our little jaunt down the red carpet. Jimmy's doing an interview with Fox. And
that was a fun one.
Yes.
Because they were asking me, we stopped. Fox News actually wants to talk to us. And so we're talking to them for a second. There's a girl there and the cameraman's smiling, like, just keep it upbeat, boys.
Yeah, keep it upbeat.
And he's like, I'm just honest. I don't keep it upbeat. I'm like, look, my low self-esteem, they're trying to throw me off the red carpet. I just can't believe I made it this far. Just talking about my low self-esteem. and I'm like, so I start asking the reporter, I'm like, what are you going to ask Bruce Willis when he comes through? And she's like, I'm going to ask him if there's going to be Die Hard 5. You stink.
Yeah, awful question.
I'm like, well, I think, Anthony, you said there will be.
Yeah, I said yes. I gave a yes or no answer.
And then
yes.
She says to me, do you think there will be? And I'm, look, Bruce Willis would have sex with a horse if you paid him enough. Which I was really proud of myself for saying that. And the stupid cameraman's like, give me the thumbs up, like, keep it upbeat, keep it upbeat.
And then I had to jump on top of Jim's fine statement by going, yeah, they're all whores. At which point, I think they stopped taping.
Of course, the light goes off on the camera.
Yeah. And then we continued our walk.
We continued. This was towards the end of the red carpet.
Yeah.
We talked to a couple of. This is how bad it was, though. We saw somebody from XM who recognized us and was talking and didn't turn his recorder on.
No, it was someone there getting audio from the red carpet for XM satellite radio.
Obviously, not someone from our radio show.
And nothing. So we make it to the end, and there's Sam Rockwell and these babes, and they're up against the big Live Free, Die Hard poster.
Sure.
And the press is snapping
That's the
pictures.
official place to get your photo.
That's where you get it taken, and then they walk into the theater, into Radio City. So we're kind of next. So I go, come on, Jim, let's just go. So we get out in front of there, and they snap pictures, and they just, no clue. But I'm just yelling things out.
Me and Anthony are standing there for a second, and what the nightmare you have is no flashes are going off. And I actually said, please take our pictures so we don't look stupid and get through. Would you please just take some pictures?
Take pictures.
Taking pictures.
It was so hysterical.
It was shame personified.
That's great.
And Anthony's yelling out all these things that we've got in trouble.
You might remember us from.
Oh boy,
yeah, that was pretty much it.
Which one should I name?
Oh, I named them all.
Okay,
and a few that hasn't been
haven't happened yet.
Yes, I named things that I don't even think my statute of limitations is up on yet.
Right.
But so
naming stuff we have planned for next year.
Yeah. They
took our photos. It was so embarrassing, and we walk in with our tickets, and we're allowed in.
Yeah.
And
We get our concessions, we get our popcorn and stuff, and then we go in to get our seats. And we sit down, and we have pretty decent seats, but mid-theater, really good.
Yes.
We could see some of the paper on the seats that say Bruce Willis is going to be sitting here, and Demi and all the rest of the stars in the movies. We're kind of like, wow, these aren't bad seats.
The roped off section, we sat in the roped off section.
In the roped off section, which was nice. got the seats.
When did he get kicked out of the roped-off section? I need to know.
Well, how
let's get
would
to
you,
it.
First of all,
Well, congratulations. You guys did a lot more than I thought you'd ever get done.
how do you get kicked out of a seat when the person that is seating everybody sits you there?
Right.
That's just it.
Right.
See, if you just sat there, that's one thing. Then I'd say we got kicked out.
We have to take a break, so move along. Tell me how you got kicked out. I know you guys got kicked
But this big
out of the rope section.
monster of a woman said, okay, get in this row. We showed her our tickets with the little black strap on it. And she goes, okay, sit here.
How close to where Bruce was sitting? That's key.
Probably 4 rows forward and a half of an aisle, like,
once he came
away.
in, we could see.
It would have just been ridiculous.
I also saw Demi and Ashton Kutcher, whatever his douchey name is, guy who's so hot, even I'd have sex with him or her, whoever said yes. They sat down, and it was not far at all, actually. I saw where they were. They were not far.
Yeah. Well, at some point, she comes up to us, the same woman that sat us.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Demi Moore. I'm like, whoa.
No. Demi Moore kicked us out of our seats. The same fat monster that sat us down comes up and goes, oh, you got to move. We're like, why? This is general admission. She goes, no, some tickets are. Others have a seat number, and these people, you're sitting in their seats. And we're just looking at these people, and we're like,
sorry.
So now we're trying to find 4 seats together, and we can't anymore. So now me and Jimmy and our girlfriend.
And as the seconds are ticking by, your seat's getting worse and worse.
The seats get worse and worse. So now you just got to make a decision and go, all right, we'll sit here. And we got to sit like 15 rows behind the good seats we were in, and just the worst.
I sat behind Rocky Dennis. I've never had a larger head in front of me.
Big-headed people.
I said to my girlfriend, I want to put a rifle at the base of this guy's head.
Just blow it off. It was that same monster woman threw us out of the seats that she put us in.
Oh, my God.
And they were general admission. Don't bull crap me.
And
I know.
They were sweet seats. You guys are really happy.
Yeah, they were good seats.
And at that point, you think, wow, this worked out really nice for us.
Yeah. But the seats weren't that bad. They put us in because it's just the most gigantic screen you've ever seen in your life, and the sound is great in that place.
It's not about that, though.
No.
It was.
No, it's about respect.
And I got to say, we get none. And so I was said to myself, I don't care how much money they've spent on this station. I am going to attack this movie when I come in.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to be relentless. And God damn it, I liked it.
Yeah.
I cannot believe I liked it as much as I wanted to crash this.
It's not one of those movies where you're going to be leaving thinking like, wow, that was really like something. It's your mindless action movie, but it was kind of, and a lot of cliches in there, but I think the John McClane Die Hard movies are full of those anyway.
It's getting pretty good reviews.
It was funny. It had some really genuine funny moments in it.
Yeah. The funniest action movie line I've heard probably in 5 years. And this storyline, computers, we get it, destruction. But the action was great. The storyline was kind of predictable, but they always are. The action, and it was, my girlfriend hates action movies, and she's going, ooh. It was like watching a movie with a retarded girl. She doesn't watch those movies. She doesn't watch them, and she's laughing at all the funny lines. I'm like, all right already.
Stop it.
She loved it.
There are some scenes, they showed one in the trailer, which I saw, and then you see it in the movie. It's just amazing, where that car is flipping through the tunnel, and it looks like it's just going to land right on top of them, and the other 2 cars kind of pull up, and they're between it, and it smashes and bounces off of those. That was one of those, like, wow.
And it got an applause break from the audience. They're like, wow, that was really good.
Very well. The effects were so well done, it didn't look CGI, it didn't look phony.
How was the after parties?
Oh, God, the after parties were fantastic.
I got laid.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
Small party. Just
you followed the crowd out, didn't you?
I walked to my car.
And then hoped that you could get a cab for an hour.
And drove home.
Right.
That was the after party.
La Machine, we really have to take a break, but what do you got, buddy?
La Machine.
What's up? How are you, Opie? What's up, Coach Ann? What's up, Jimmy?
Hey, buddy.
What's up, man?
How are you?
Hey.
Yeah, I just wanted to tell you it was payback time. I had about 6 black folks sitting in front of me. So I talked through the whole movie.
Oh, you talked through the whole Very good.
Talked to payback time.
Hey, did Mike Torrey have the same crappy seats we had?
Absolutely. I think you guys have better seats than us. I couldn't see the screen from where I was.
All right.
There you go.
He's one of those big gorillas that somebody had to sit behind.
Yeah, La Machine is a big...
La Machine is a big boy.
They just told us to... But I waited on that wrong line like you did, and then I get up there and they said, oh, you're on the wrong line. I was on the same line you were on, and then they...
Mike Torrey couldn't even get in.
All right. La Machine, we got to take a break. Thanks for taking care of the boys there.
Take care, man.
My new thing is to not be seen in public, so it's working out perfectly for me.
Well, that's good. But the thing is, you have to have this need for people to want to see you in public to then not be seen in public for it to make a big deal, or you're just what they call a recluse.
But see, that's my thing. Like, I know they don't really want to see me in public, but if I just go on the air and go, my new thing is not to be seen in public, I look great.
Now it's the Ted Kaczynski and Anthony show. But they would have photographed you guys a lot, because they would have, as a team, they would have been crazy. Everyone was there. They would have been nuts if you guys walked in.
But I know for the most part, they don't really care about a picture of me. Every once in a while, you get someone snapping.
Hey, what's that, Iraq? Are those pictures from the premiere? Are we in there anywhere?
No, of course not.
Why would we be?
Yeah, why would we?
But that's
oh, look at that.
That's the family picture there. All right, we got to take a break.
Bruce Willis and Demi Moore's daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why they probably walk in. Him and Demi Moore.
Well, he had one hot daughter.
All those red carpet pictures, and not one of us.
He had one hot daughter, and the other daughter looks like Demi Moore if she was stung by a bee.
Oh, rumor is not very... look at that.
She's got the curse of the Bruce Willis chin.
She looks like...
But the other one is really hot. I'm sure she's...
Is she?
Yeah, I think she's pretty hot.
Didn't see
one good one and one...
One Patrick Swayze and one retarded Patrick Swayze brother.
Look at this one in the middle. I know she's probably a bit young, but she's... no,
that's all right.
She's better looking than her sister. All right, we got to take a break.
Ashton looks like he should be going out with her. Not the 50-year-old mom.
Well, that's what's getting a little creepy now. Now that the daughters are growing up, it's starting to look like, he should be dating maybe the daughters.
No, Demi Moore is a sexy woman.
Yeah.
I really went on a limb there, didn't I?
All right, we got to take a break.
Thanks to Fox for taking care of us. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
That was nice.
We just never get any respect.
It's revolting.
Dude.
Yeah.
Join the dark side. Make an announcement on the air that your new thing is not to be seen in public.
No, I'm going to keep going.
And then it becomes the thing.
I'm going to keep going to these things, hoping.
See, then you turn it around. Because then they're going to want a photograph of you because you're rarely seen in public. This comes from years of going and hoping against hope that someone's going to take my picture for a big magazine and print it.
You'll get nothing.
So the new thing is, I'm hiding.
We're nobody.
I'm in hiding.
It's nothing to do with you guys. It has nothing to do with you guys. It's all who's looking out for the show.
Right.
Nothing to do with you guys.
All right. We need a publicist.
Yeah, and more than that, other stuff too. But that's all the technical stuff, the behind-the-scenes crap that you guys are not supposed to be doing anyway, because it's not your thing.
Exactamundo.
All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll continue. It's Opie and Anthony.
July 6th and 7th, the 6th and 7th, I'll be at the Brokerage in Long Island. It'll be myself and Bonnie that weekend. It's going to be her last performance before she drops a baby. July 6th and 7th, Brokerage, Long Island. All right, get some East Coast out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. My throat is killing me. I know. Oh, all right. Me and Bobby are going to go get something to eat. Are you hungry? I'm not setting you up. I don't do those. Those guys did it. I don't do those. Yeah, but I didn't talk about fat. I talked about, see you guys.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks.
Opie and Anthony.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Good morning. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. What else is going on in the world today? Barry Bonds, 6 away.
Oh, boy.
Ugh, who cares?
Barry Bonds?
Yeah.
About it.
You know who I like? Ken Griffey. Ken Griffey Jr. hit another couple of homers.
He's a great player, quietly doing it in Cincinnati. Although I hate Ken Griffey because years ago he wouldn't play for the Yankees because he was mad because somebody yelled at him to get off a bench when his dad was playing or something, and he never forgot it.
Really?
Yeah, and he's never won anything, so I don't have any love for Ken Griffey Jr., although he's good.
You don't like Ken Griffey Jr.?
I borderline hate his guts, but I mean, he's a great player.
You're a Barry Bonds fan?
No, but I mean, I like Barry Bonds just because, look, he's one of the greatest sluggers ever.
Right.
I mean, you got it. I understand, look, he's steroids. I don't care about steroids. Steroids don't help your coordination. They don't help your coordination.
You still got to hit the ball.
He's still hitting the ball, and he's still hitting. I think Bonds, in a way, is like Mantle. with the fact that he gets crap thrown at him. I mean, he's the type of guy they will recommend walking with the bases loaded in the 9th inning when you're up by 2. They'll say walk him to get to the next guy. That's how good he is. And he still had this many home runs. So you got to give him credit. And everybody is on steroids now, and the pitchers are great. Look, no disrespect to Ty Cobb. I love him politically. But you know what? Ty Cobb didn't have to face a lefty specialist in the 7th inning. Ty Cobb faced the same guy through both games sometimes, and so did Babe Ruth and all these guys.
Back in the day, their arms were falling off, and they still had to pitch because they didn't invent relievers yet, really.
Yeah, there was the same pitcher a lot of times pitching a double
header, right?
And Barry Bonds never had that luxury of seeing the same guy 6 times in an afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be up, and they will bring in a guy who does nothing but get lefties out. And he'll have to face
but also but that's not fair to compare eras, because then back in the day, instead of lifting weights, Ty Cobb had to throw that big medicine ball back and forth with a fat guy. They didn't have all that stuff figured out.
Calisthenics.
Yeah, they had to do calisthenics instead of going into a weight room.
Hank Aaron impresses me a lot more because he was just a mess when he hit his last one.
At the end of his career, he had a huge beer belly.
Just a wreck.
He could barely run around the bases.
Yeah, Hank impresses me probably more than...
His belly was hanging over his belt.
Yeah, he was awful. He looked like a tall Gary Coleman.
Right.
With a little fat stomach.
With a hat that didn't fit quite right.
No, awful Braves hat with an afro under it. He was a mess.
I used to love seeing these baseball players get old. They don't... Nowadays, you could play into your 40s and you can't really tell. You just know because you've been following the player for so long. But back in the day when we were growing up, man, your ball players would get old and they would look old. They would have their beer bellies and
they'd start falling apart.
They couldn't even keep their hair cut right. It was just overgrown and their sideburns were a little too bushy, and the hat and the uniform, they refuse to get a larger uniform. They're still trying to squeeze into the old uniform.
Well, these guys now, if you get a little older, you got to work out twice as hard to stay competitive in the game. So they keep themselves in pretty good shape for the most part.
I told the story a few times on the air, but growing up, big Mets fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just a little fella when the Mets got Willie Mays. And I'm thinking, oh, my God, World Series for the Mets.
Yeah, Willie Mays.
I was too young to understand that Willie Mays was 50 when the Mets got him.
It's not the same Willie.
It wasn't the same Willie Mays. But there you go. Barry Bonds 6 away. Rod Beck died. Remember Rod Beck, the reliever? He was only 38 years old.
What did he die of?
Well, he went into rehab his last season with the Padres back in 2004.
Uh-oh.
So he died over the weekend. They're saying that he had a lot of troubles at the end of his life.
A lot of problems.
And the steroid thing. They're starting to look at Tiger Woods.
No.
The last tournament that Tiger Woods was in, everyone's like, what is going on with what is going on with him?
Why was he just all buff?
Dude, he's like Hulk walking down. And there was a few articles in the sports columns over the weekend, and they're like, well, we all know that Tiger Woods is a goody two-shoes, but how did he get so big? He's just jacked now.
Working out,
I guess. Who knows?
How great is it, too, that Paris Hilton will make no money from her interview?
Oh, is that it? She's doing Larry King.
Yeah.
Because NBC, the same company that originally fired Imus off television on MSNBC, and then showed the show home videos because they're just pigs who don't care about the consequences. They were going to give her, I heard, $1 million, and I heard somebody at GE above them squashed it because it would have been a public relations nightmare.
Of course.
So I heard that NBC was going to do it, the integrity of their news department, and somebody above them just kind of stepped on it and said, no, you can't do that. Somebody at General Electric.
Is she being released tomorrow?
It's just tomorrow. She's doing Larry King, I know.
I'm sure they worked some kind of backdoor deal for her to get compensated somehow. Maybe she gets good tickets to premieres.
I don't think tickets to premieres.
Something.
I don't think he needs her, to be honest. He's Larry King.
Larry King. So, Paris, do you take garlic? Do you drink Welch's grape juice? What more can I ask you?
It's going to be a Larry King interview?
It's your favorite hotel chain. Just all the softball questions he's going to lob her.
Yeah, do you actually stay at Hilton Hotels?
Why doesn't he just get to the real questions that he's not going to? Did you have lesbian sex in prison? Did it hurt? That's what we all want to know.
is going to be who gives a crap, and she's going to come out and say that she's changed, blah, blah,
I'm
blah.
changed.
I've seen God, and I want to do something with my life now.
I want to make a difference.
Yeah,
I don't want to just be the stupid bimbo anyway. Really?
yeah, all right.
Till the first party.
Yeah.
Where she's doing the whoopsie-daisy.
The oopsie.
Getting out of her car.
And the boob slip.
Oof.
No, it was funny in the paper yesterday. One of the dopey papers here in New York had a poll. Do you care about Paris Hilton?
Do you even care? That was do you care?
Do you even care about Paris Hilton getting out of jail or something like that? And then you had to go to their website to either say you care or don't care. And I'm sitting there on the train coming back to New York laughing my ass off going, well, the people that don't care wouldn't even take the poll, you idiot.
Right, because you don't care.
So as soon as you take the poll and say, I don't care, you cared enough.
Kind of cared.
To answer the poll with, I don't care.
That's true.
But the actual people that don't care aren't, read the first, sentence of this dumb little column and said...
And they didn't care.
They didn't care. You idiots. You can't have a poll to ask, do you care about something?
What B-roll is this they're using? Is it for a love story? Or because you know when your local news has a story and they want to go to the street to show you examples of the people involved in the story, but they don't want to go around getting releases from the people, so they only film them from the chest or neck down. It's usually used for the fat story. We love the fat story because they just show these disgusting behemoths on the television, fat or holding an ice cream, and you got to know that these people at home are watching, going, "That's me." But I recognize my fat ass and my pants, and
I'm part of the fat story montage.
Fat B-roll,
right?
Oh,
yeah. You can't even run and tell your wife or your friends dude, that was me.
That was me. Did you see me on TV? Yeah, you were the fat guy on the fat story,
right?
But that one was a couple's holding hands and another hugging. But again, they didn't show their faces. They kept it from the neck down. So I'm thinking either marriage or STDs. Something like that. That's all I thought of. Two horrible things.
It might be the gay kiss story.
On the Newark High School.
Yeah. The gay kiss story.
Sexy story.
It's one of the biggies today. One of the biggies.
A student about to graduate from high school in Newark is considering legal action after school district officials blacked out one of the photographs on his yearbook page. The photo in question shows Andre Jackson kissing his boyfriend. The school approved the pictures before the book went to print, but the Newark superintendent had it blacked out, calling it, quote, provocative. However, there are similar photos of heterosexual couples kissing.
I was upset, I was hurt, and I felt embarrassed and abused, and it didn't feel good at all.
Wow.
It's amazing in Newark that's the biggest worry the principal has.
Superintendent.
Who cares?
Went to the superintendent. Yeah.
Even worse.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if these two guys want to make out, I mean, as long as it's no different than what they're showing, who cares?
Someone's graduating. Was the graduating class 3 people?
Exactly.
Damn Newark.
They're doing a little better in Newark.
I don't think so.
They're trying to revitalize that whole city.
Good luck to you.
Well,
good luck.
They're building and stuff.
Are they?
They've turned it around slightly.
Have they?
Yes.
I haven't seen.
See, Manelli says I don't read.
I read, and I know that place is a crap hole. I know that the new mayor is trying to do something, but good luck.
They're doing all right. They're turning it around a little bit.
All right, why don't you take a little stroll around Newark tonight?
We have idiots that drive us from the airport they try to save $7. Trust me, I've seen Newark.
I'm not talking about driving through.
I've seen Newark.
I'm talking about getting out and taking a little stroll.
Depends where. You could do that.
Introduce yourself to the locals.
You could do that.
I'm Gregory.
Yeah. You could do that.
You can?
Yes.
Yeah, in front of the Newark PD. You stroll from a squad car to the front, back to the police car.
Even then.
All right, we got to take a break and catch up.
And there was something else we talk about.
That premiere talk went a little long, so we got to just do a quick catch up here, all right?
Okay.
And then we'll figure out what we do next. That's what we do.
Oh,
don't forget, we're very excited. Friday, we're broadcasting live from the Wolf. Actually, from the heart of the Mohegan Sun, the Wolf has a nice little setup. 300-400 people can check out the show. They're giving away tickets all week to see us broadcast live Friday. And then Saturday's the big show at the Mohegan Sun, the next stop on the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Tour. We can't wait.
We got, in a half hour, we got Jimmy Fallon coming in at 8 o'clock today, which is great.
Yeah, Jimmy Fallon's doing a couple hours of radio with us today.
He was really funny last time he was in.
He was great, and we begged him to come back for a longer visit, so he's doing that today. And is it true that he signed up to be Conan O'Brien?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Did they sign Fallon? I know he'd been bounced around, his name.
Yeah,
that's what I'm hearing.
That's what I'm hearing.
He's going to be the new Conan when Conan moves up.
The new Conan? That's hysterical.
Well, the funny thing is, Jay doesn't want to step down anymore.
Well, Leno is doing very well in the ratings, and I don't know. NBC I think they had some kind of deal with Conan where they were going to pay him $40 million if Leno didn't leave, which sounds like a lot, but you know they wanted to keep Conan for those years, so he didn't go to another network. So I mean, if Leno doesn't leave, they'll have to pay Conan, I think, $40 million, and then Conan will either go do what he wants to do with another network, or
no. But supposedly it's a done deal. So like Fallon's going to be the new Conan, Conan's going to be the new Jay, and Jay's doesn't feel like retiring, and there's rumors he's going to start talking to other outlets.
I don't think they'll
continue.
I don't think they'll push Leno out. My opinion is that they're not going to make Conan go up against Leno. If Leno goes to Fox and it's going to be Conan against Leno, I mean, I don't really watch Conan.
But they signed Fallon.
But what do they do with Conan then is the question.
That's going to be interesting.
You notice what I'm talking about? Like I know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't.
You're just hoping to be booked on any one of them.
I won't be booked on Conan. The Booker hates me.
Really? Yeah, what's up with Conan in this show?
I don't. His Booker doesn't like me. So they don't.
Why?
I have no idea why.
You've been on Leno a million times. You've done Letterman.
Yeah.
You'd be perfect for that.
Don't know. That's all right.
We'd be good for Conan.
Of course you would.
I always thought we'd be great for
Conan O'Brien. I think he's very funny.
But there's something going on with them in this show. I don't know what it is. I would love to know someday. Yeah. I would love someone to be honest and just call us up or leave an email or something or a voicemail and say.
5 years ago, you said.
That's plywood. That's probably what it is.
Right.
I'm thinking if we ever talked bad about Conan. I don't think so.
No, I don't.
We've always given him his props. All right. Our phone number, 877-212-5762. Hey, it's Feel Good Story Monday. Do we have a Feel Good Story yet or what?
No, we haven't.
All right, then we're going to have to
try to dig one up.
We're going to have to get into some pot talk. It's Pot Talk Monday as well.
It is Pot Talk Monday.
And then it's also MC Monday.
What's that?
They know. Some people out there know. Moose.
Oh, right. Okay.
Moose C Monday.
Right.
But the C's not what the C is usually.
What the usual C word is. I understand. Wow, that's been a week already?
Yeah.
Gee, time flies.
It's Opie and Anthony. Kittens versus Cougars.
Wow.
On the next Opie and Anthony show.
Who wins?
Man, it sounds like a great concept.
Yeah.
A new show called Age of Love. Just played a commercial for it here in New York.
Yeah.
But they say kittens versus cougars. But I bet you they just wrecked the concept.
How do you wreck that? You just have, you should be a little honest about it. Have the guys that are into the kittens really tell how they feel about the cougars.
Well, I guess there's a 30-year-old tennis guy. The next episode of Kittens versus Cougars, Age of Love. And the 40-year-olds are trying to, get him interested in them. But then they got 6 girls in their 20s.
Oh, boy.
But no one's really talking about the show. I mean, the concept, kittens versus cougars, you would think everybody would be talking about a show like that. But it seems like they're doing something wrong because I don't really hear the buzz on that one.
I'm going to have to check it out.
Yeah. Something we were supposed to get to last week, but we just ran out of time. Maybe we could squeeze this in before Jimmy Fallon gets here. Although Jimmy Fallon would have a lot of fun with this. The Jerry Springer thing?
Oh, God damn, yeah, we forgot this.
We just got too busy last week.
The one with the legs?
Yeah, the tranny that cuts her own legs off.
Tranny. Now, this was a guy?
At this point, I don't really pay attention to Jerry Springer and shows like that anymore.
No.
You've pretty much seen it all. You've pretty much seen everything that Maury can throw at you.
Till they roll out some real freak.
And all of a sudden they roll out this guy, he's a tranny, and he cut off his own legs. I'm like, whoa.
With a circular saw.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of the impression I got because Jerry was holding a circular saw.
Was he really?
Yeah. And you could see the scars on it, whatever it was, its legs. and it was wearing a little skirt with its stump sticking out, and it was cut off below the knees, like just below the knees. So you know how you kind of swing your legs? It was doing that, but just about 3 inches of nub was swinging below the kneecaps. It was the creepiest looking thing.
If you're going to lose your leg, you got to lose it above the knee. It doesn't look as creepy.
Above the knee?
Yeah, I know. It doesn't help with walking
prosthetics.
With a prosthetic, but when you just got that little bit of meat hanging below the knee, it's a little creepy.
No, you got to be like that girl at the amusement park. Just lose your feet.
Just lose the feet?
And apparently she really did just lose her feet. It hit her at the ankle, so her feet fell off. They said the feet were recovered by park workers who took them to the hospital. But you got to think, if they were way up top when that broke, your feet falling from that distance, it isn't just the fact that your feet were cut off. Now you're going to have broken bones in your feet that are off. Your feet just fell like 150
Can you imagine? They reattach, but now you got to deal with broken
feet. Well, we put them back, but they are busted up pretty bad.
Yeah.
Can't you heal them first and then put them back on?
Hey, offensive feedback. I got to read this one. Jack Sparrow Smith, yes.
Ooh.
On Sunday, the house behind me had a pool party for their daughter who graduated high school. I think she must have graduated Vivid Video High. It was probably the hottest thing I saw in years. It's going to be a long summer.
Didn't leave the window, did you?
No.
Just peering out the window like Hamilton in Fast Times. This stupid pirate outfit on.
All right, Jerry Springer?
Yes.
Jerry Springer.
My guest began wearing women's clothing at age 12 and became a transsexual at age 35. But that's not the unusual part of this story. No, this transsexual also decided at the age of 14 that she didn't want her legs.
Age 14?
14.
Because this was an old guy, right?
Yeah, well,
he looked like he was pushing 50 or something like that. Maybe in his early 50s.
Don't want your legs?
How do you not want your legs?
That's not like something like, you know, these transsexuals are kind of like, I'm a woman in a man's body, so I don't want this thing hanging there. And they get that taken care of. But legs are legs.
There are
need them.
These weird amputee fetish people that like people who have limbs cut off, and then there's other people who feel like they don't need certain limbs. I think it feels like it's just wrong on their body, and they need to get it away. I don't understand it. I think the government should execute them because you have nothing to contribute. If you think these legs are cumbersome and they have to go, you're not going to help anybody else.
That's what they're saying, Danny.
Yeah, that's exactly what this guy was saying. He just felt that he didn't need his legs anymore, and he just was going to get rid of them.
That's good if you could fly.
Wow, guy's not a saver.
No.
But he can't even get rid of the legs after he cuts them off because now he can't walk outside and throw them in the trash bin.
No. Your legs are just going to be sitting there laughing at you.
They're still here.
They're mocking me.
How do I now get rid of them?
Age of 14 that she didn't want her legs.
Is he calling...
A she?
She's not a she.
Well, he said that it had a sex change.
That's it. Really? Yeah. I saw the video.
Oh, so did I.
What doctor?
A wreck.
What doctor did this guy go to?
The age of 14 that she didn't want her legs. So 1 year ago, she took a saw. Why don't you hand me that? Here, hold this.
Oh, at 14, she said she didn't want to have her legs. Her.
And then lived like that for a long time.
A really long time. And then only a year ago decided, okay, it's finally time to get rid of these things.
Yeah.
1 year ago, she took a saw. Why don't you hand me that? Here, hold this. Oh, boy. Okay. All right. From now on, who doesn't think I'm funny?
At that point, Jerry's holding a circular saw.
All right. So 1 year ago, she took a saw just like this. And she cut off, this is true, stop it. She cut off her own leg.
I love how, Jerry's trying to make jokes as this guy that obviously has severe mental problems is sitting there with no legs in a wheelchair.
Lay that thing across his head.
In a horrible dress looking like nowhere near like a woman.
No.
Can you imagine what that has to look like, the blood just splattering all over the walls.
Chunks of meat would be flying out of the
And when
thing.
do you realize it's it was a bad idea and that it's a lot harder to do?
And a circular saw also can't go through a leg in one swipe.
So you have to go all the way around the leg.
You're not getting enough blade to go through it in one swipe.
Chainsaw would be a much faster way.
A chainsaw would take a lot of chunks of meat out, too. I think a bandsaw maybe might work good. Or, like a bandsaw. You get a nice thin, but it kind of be hard to get up there. One of those handheld. Yes, handheld bandsaw.
Yeah, but if you're going to do it, you should do it with, like, I don't know, a tuna fish lid can. Tuna fish lid.
That's crazy.
Or
now you're just talking crazy.
Or, just like a steak knife that's a bit on the dull side and just saw all afternoon.
That would take a while. A Dremel. Use a Dremel.
Or how about, you don't do that, how about you get in the car and you seek help? Because you're looking at your legs going, these should be cut off. How about you talk to somebody?
And that's got to be an uncomfortable Thanksgiving. You invite strangers over to Thanksgiving, and the guy's got to explain the story, and there's mommy, what
happened to your legs?
All uncomfortable trying to look down at her food.
Was it the war?
No. While her freak can call it a son or a daughter.
Or that thing.
That freak thing of yours is explaining his emotions to your dinner guests.
It's Thanksgiving. They should just cook one of his big legs and make everybody fight over it. I'll have a drumstick. I'll have a tranny leg.
All right, well.
Yeah, you got to go around. So you got to, start. I would start at the bottom because if you went through the top, it might be hard keeping consciousness enough to concentrate on holding the saw upside down. So you make a swipe across the bottom.
Wait, it depends what bottom of the leg. Now we got to get into some specifics here, because if you're going to go for the bottom of the leg, as I lift my leg up, and let's say you go behind your knee, you're going right for that tendon.
You're going about
I would go lower,
3 inches below the kneecap.
All right, so you go soft calf. That's easy.
So now you're going that, but you got to get through the bone too.
Well, that's when it
There's
gets...
2 bones there that are...
and then the shin bone?
Yeah, now you got to go through your shin bone.
Because there's no, flesh, protecting that, so you're going right for the bone at that point.
So what you have to do also, you don't want the saw binding up, so you got to get that thing up to full speed before you slowly lay it down onto your shin bone.
Right.
And don't bind it up, because if that thing goes, and binds up, you're going to have to pull it out of your shin bone.
Got to push down real hard.
You need a lot of speed.
I would go shin bone right off the bat, get through the bone, and then let the thing kind of hang haphazardly, because you got a lot of calf muscle there.
No, see, because then it's going to bind up on the back, because the weight now is all on the back of your leg. You got to cut that back.
No, you got to grab your toes and pull forward as you're sawing through.
One-handed, grab your toes. Let me think. Saw through. All right, the shin first.
Yeah.
And then as it hangs down, you grab your toes, pull back up.
Yep.
And then you slice from the back.
There you go.
And then you throw it by its toes.
There you go. Yeah.
All right. I'm with you on that.
What's wrong,
How do
Jimmy?
You cut your freaking legs off?
What's wrong, Jimmy? Is this guy going to explain how he did it?
I believe the clip is there. If not, I can get it for you.
I would hope we have an explanation.
Because he gets into a little more detail. All
right. Well,
because here's the beauty: is he did one and then had to do the other.
Had to do the other, yeah.
How do you cut your own leg off and then go, well, halfway there?
Almost there, halfway. And then do you get mad that it's uneven? And do you try to, straighten it up? I got to take a 1/4 inch more off of this one.
No, I saw the video.
That's really got to hurt.
The video shows that this guy didn't even plan that out. If you're going to cut your legs off, you want to make them look even.
Very even.
It's kind of like getting a bad haircut. One side is a little longer than the other. You want your legs the same.
They got to be the same, but they're not.
Same length. No.
And one leg, one stump, looks like he hit it with the saw once a little too high.
Yeah.
And had to go lower because he's got this huge gash scar.
Right.
Above where his leg is actually cut off. So he went in and rethought it I got to go. That's why they say measure twice, cut once. You don't want to screw up.
No. Guy was a mess. We meet Sandra. Jerry asks why it did it.
Sandra, what? Okay. What's going on? This is strange, isn't it?
Hold on. Someone's going to explain how they would cut off their legs.
Oh.
All right, Jeff in Jersey. We're into Pot Talk. This is Pot Talk Monday.
Pot Talk Monday.
Go ahead, Jeff. How would you cut your legs off?
I would use my thickness planer. I'd probably make 3 or 4 passes. I'd build a jig so it kind of stopped where I needed it to.
Uh-huh.
Once I get rid of the shin bone there, I'll just take the jigsaw and just kind of, make a quick pass through all the soft stuff, and there you go.
Wait, you're talking about using a planer?
Oh, yeah, a thickness planer.
A thickness planer. Wait. Would you start at your foot, the sole of your foot, and just run it through in slices on a planer?
Well, yeah, and I would hook up, obviously, my shop vac.
Right.
Wet dry vac to, collect all the...
You need the wet vac, yeah.
Yeah, now we got to, talk about that.
The shop vac.
I mean, you're cutting off your own legs. It's going to be messy. So how do you prevent, from getting all messy? Do you do it out in the backyard? But then the neighbors, they're nosy. They're going to be peeking over the fence, seeing what's going on.
Jeff, you seem like a guy that knows his tools. What do you think about maybe a router to put a nice beveled edge on the cut?
Yeah, you could definitely do that. And I would suggest some kind of Roman OG bit to,
right.
get a nice taper at the end.
You get a nice taper, and the bearing can rest on the bone.
Yeah, you can actually sculpt the end of the bone there nice.
Right.
Kind of, polish it up.
Let's be honest. You got to go chainsaw and just get it over with really fast. We've all cut through logs. You could do it like that.
That's no fun.
I'd hate to have that thing kick back on you.
But you guys are all about having a little fun when you're cutting your legs off?
I would just hate to have it kick back. And you're leaving a really ragged edge. So then you'd have to what? Maybe then you take the sander out. Okay. You can do it with the chainsaw as long as you take your belt sander and sand it nice and flat.
Okay.
I want to see that marrow in your bones shining.
Yeah, it's sand to about 2,000. You get a nice polish. Then you take out the wax.
I'm going to get one of those old school saws and just...
A handsaw? I don't know how much energy you would have. That'd make a great contest. How could you take a handsaw and saw your own leg off and see who actually gets far enough? Because there's no way. You'd run out of steam.
You would lose the energy as you're losing blood?
You'd completely lose the energy.
That would be a hell of a radio contest.
People would be going, come on.
And you're like...
Can we do that? Ask Tom if we can have someone saw their own leg off, and whoever gets through the furthest wins a prize, wins a Wii.
How great would that be? Because you would start off very motivated.
Yeah. Well, the goal is you'd want to start fast. You'd want to start fast to try to get through it before you lose too much blood. Once you're lightheaded and your vision starts closing in, you get tunnel vision, and the speckles in front of your eyes, you know you're not getting much more. You got to hope you're through the bone by that point, and then a couple of cuts, the meat's done, and you're a winner.
All right, well, someone is saying they would use a guillotine. Too quick, too.
Yeah.
I think you got to take the guillotine out of the whole thing.
Guillotine?
I think that would be illegal.
Yeah, you would get a nice even cut, though, if you're standing in there straight.
True.
Not necessarily.
Why is that?
Because this guy actually tried that.
Oh, really?
Oh, maybe that's where the scars came from. Oh, good. Well, in your face, guillotine guy.
Because he's a hack. He doesn't know how to, build a real guillotine.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, my God.
I want to hear what the tranny says. I have to know how he did it.
It's called stalling, Jimmy.
I have to know.
I like our listeners'
I want Jimmy Fallon in on this. He's making his way up. But we have a little side thing happening now. Now we got people calling up with how they would cut their legs off. It is Pot Talk Monday.
Pot Talk Monday.
KZ, what's up?
Hey, definitely lay down on the bandsaw and just slide yourself right through.
Yeah, bandsaw would make a nice, clean cut.
Yeah.
How would you slide yourself through?
Well, like from shop class, it's kind of has a little bit of a table.
Right, okay, you need the table jig on there?
Maybe you have to have your right arm hanging down on the on button. Just slide yourself right through.
Because you know something, you do have to be alone. I can understand if you had the table jig on the bandsaw and then a friend to slide you through. But you got to do this alone.
An accomplice, though.
All right. How about this? You're on a table that's the same height as the table of the bandsaw.
Yeah.
You put your legs, flop your legs up so you're in a sitting position, holding onto the table, and your legs are right on the bandsaw table. You turn it on and quickly rotate your table or a rotating chair, and zip, just cut your legs off that way.
I would go. I'm still going with chainsaw, standing up.
Standing.
So
you'd fall down halfway through?
Yeah.
You have to hop while cutting off the second one.
That's an awkward thing to do with a chainsaw because you got to bend your leg. And remember, it's got to be below the knee.
Yeah.
So you got to bend your leg and hack it off from the side.
Yeah.
You're not getting a good top-bottom cut.
How funny would that be? You're standing up and then you fall over because now you're on one leg, and then you do the other leg while you're just standing on one leg. Wow, would that be cool?
It would bind up on you.
You think?
Yeah, the weight of you on the blade would bind up. It's like cutting a tree the wrong way.
All right, let's say hi to Craig. Craig, how would you cut your leg off?
Hey, listen, guys, for comfort and convenience, you have to use like a 19.2 volt cordless sawzall with the extra long blade.
Oh, why did we think of that?
Reciprocating saw, a little sawzall action. What happens though if the blade does that stupid thing where it bends in the middle of the cut?
Yeah, that would suck.
I hate that. You used to have to notch out these studs, and sometimes the blade would just go back and bend into a Z. It would just go, and I'd hate to have that happen in your shin bone. So I don't know about the sawzall.
All right, let's go to Al in Jersey. Al.
Yeah.
What's up, Al?
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
All right. I was just thinking, man, if you want to cut your legs off, it's real quick and easy, man. It's almost painless. Just go to Six Flags.
Well, Six Flags has their own method.
Yeah, well, you got to do this by yourself, though.
Oh, I got it. Why didn't I think of this earlier? A big pipe cutter. You ever see a pipe cutter?
I don't know pipe cutter.
It's this it looks like a C-clamp.
Okay.
On the bottom are two bearings, two wheels. And on the top is a sharp round blade, around like a pizza cutter. You put it around your leg and tighten it, and the blade then goes into your leg, and you go one lap around your leg. Then you gotta...
I didn't say it. Al, don't dump.
Then you give another twist... Go around again.
Dude.
Twist a little tighter, and every twist brings the blade a little further in until your whole leg pops off.
This was all fun until you came up with that one.
Pipe cutter would be used it on PVC many a time.
How about oversized cigar cutter?
Wow, that's good. It's almost like the guillotine.
Right, I understand.
But that could work. Oversized cigar cutter.
Right.
You'd have to custom build it.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, but if you're going to cut your leg off, you should, you should really take it seriously.
Oh, Jesus, Sam.
All right, let's go to Massachusetts. They're the sickos, always. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Hey.
I think I'd try to prop my leg into one of those deli slices.
A deli slicer. Now, you're getting a clean cut, but how much could come off at once? Maybe at most an inch?
See, somewhere during the process, you're going to say to yourself, wow, this was a really bad idea. Or you're going to be beyond horrified where you're going to pass out, run out of blood. So this has to happen quick.
Let me think. You got about 2 feet.
Right.
At an inch at a pop. That's 24 passes you have to make on the slicer before you're up to your kneecap. 48 counting the other leg. I don't think you could do it.
Yeah, I think there'd be more chunk than like leg.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna have. But think of how neat everything would be sliced up.
Come on, Jimmy, this is Pot Talk Monday.
You'd get a great cross section of your leg.
I want to whittle my leg off.
Whittle?
Yeah, I want to get like a
little pocket knife,
or like maybe a potato slicer. Just start going
a potato peeler.
I mean, a potato peeler.
Just slowly gouge out pieces of it.
Yeah, just take my time. Maybe on a long weekend, a 3-day weekend.
Oh.
Just go at it slowly. Just potato peel the skin off first.
So you take your time, maybe go out,
maybe
come back home, like a hobby.
Maybe the thing is to do it in stages, and you get a few different tools.
Mm-hmm.
Start with the potato peeler.
Yeah.
Move on to some other, like maybe scissors to cut the tendon.
Because you'd never get through the bone with a potato peeler.
Yeah, but the skin, it would make it fun.
The skin tendon, you use scissors.
Yeah.
What about the bone?
The bone.
Chisel?
Yeah.
Hammer and chisel?
Yeah.
You're talking unspeakable pain.
Well, it's all about getting rid of the pain, right? Sandra, you fruit. Well, let's go to Gil and Belmore. Gil.
Hi, Gil.
Pot Talk Monday. God, I didn't even think we were going to have a subject for Pot Talk.
This is
Monday.
great pot talk.
This is Pot Talk Monday at its best. Go ahead, Gil.
Hey, Anthony, why are you afraid of using a chainsaw? Are you afraid it might bounce back and hurt you?
Yes, I'm very afraid of chainsaws. I used a lot of them back in the old days, and God, they were always kicking back on me.
And deli slices don't work well on bone. You might chip the blade. You might have to replace the blade midway.
It's true. Think of that zing, zing, zing sound it would make when it hits the bone. You know that zing, zing, ting, ting sound?
Imagine like you're halfway through your leg and the whatever you're using goes dull, and now you got to sharpen the damn thing back
the blade
up.
with this huge gash.
As your blood is just pouring.
Dan suggested just plain sanding it down. Just like standing on a belt sander and just sanding it down and waiting.
I thought like just using sandpaper like manually. Like, how long would you have to sandpaper your leg before it even starts bleeding pretty good?
Well, you could get it bleeding, but that's just like a rash. It would take a while. But the sanding thing has got me thinking of something interesting. How about skitching on the back of a truck barefoot and just stay on until you're at your desired height?
What does skitching mean?
That means when you hold onto the bumper of a truck, usually on roller skates, or if it's icy out, you got your sneakers on, but do it barefoot.
And just on the highway.
And just wait until it's still like the right length.
Behind an 18-wheeler, and he has no idea you're
just
back
leaving
there.
2 red slug trails behind you.
You have all rocks and pebbles in your stump.
Yeah,
why not? How about a couple
He takes
more?
a turn on a cobblestone road and just starts knocking chunks off.
Dan in Philly. What's up, Dan?
Hey, man.
Hey.
If I was going to cut my legs off, I would use one of those Dremel rotor tools.
A little Dremel? Now, those are a little small. Those little things that, like, jewelers use. It's very tiny little blades and things.
Yeah.
Little grinding heads on them. That might take a while.
All right, let's get a couple more in here, and then we got to take a break and get Jimmy Fallon in. Justin in Maine, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man.
Hey, in Maine, we like to go 4-buying a lot, and we use winches here, and we would like to just, tie a winch around our legs until your legs eventually will just pop off from the pressure of the winch.
That might actually work. You take a winch that's on the front of a truck, you put it around a big tree, and then you put your legs in there, of course. Put the cable where you want to cut, hook the hook back on the cable on the other side of the tree, and then just have them winch it in. Right. And your legs are coming off.
I love that this is like shop talk, and I know there's a lot of guys in vans right now like, oh, come on, everyone knows you can't do it that way.
Never get the legs off like that.
Right.
I know.
There's little discussions going on right now as bagels and cheese, egg and cheese sandwiches are being
Again, you need the remote winch because you're only doing it yourself.
Yeah.
Your friend cannot help.
Yeah. Alex in Boston. Alex?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I'm a little more artistic. I'm thinking about drilling a pilot hole and then attaching a scroll saw.
A scroll saw?
Wow.
And then you can do a nice beveled edge or whatever have you, like, the little rounded part on the top of a headboard. Do something like that.
Now,
right.
As we cut off our legs, are we worried about the aftermath? Do we want it to have it look nice and smooth? And
you want it to look as good as it can look when you've cut off your own leg.
I want it to look sloppy.
See, that guy looked sloppy. The guy on he didn't do a good job on Jerry. He did an awful job.
All right, well,
you want it to kind of look nice, maybe a beveled edge, so you get a nice rounded stump.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Someone is suggesting I would let a shark eat my leg. Well,
no.
Nina.
There's no stopping them.
Nina.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to stop with the leg, right?
Well, they'll hold you on and you chop it off.
No, you go to a shark tank in the zoo or the aquarium, and you put some meat on your legs, and you dangle your feet in, and this way you can get both taken off at once. You don't have to go through it twice. You put your little toes together, and I don't know how you call a shark. I don't know what calls a shark. You splash around, you help, my boat capsized. That gets them. I don't know.
I got one. I want to do it with the door. Just slam the door over and over
That
again.
could take a while. A big vault might work.
Well, it's got to be a really heavy door.
Yeah, like NORAD. You need a big, sharp, heavy metal door.
This guy is getting very, very creative with how he would cut off his leg. Mike in Paramus, yes.
You rig a chainsaw up to your garage door, hit the down button, it's done.
All right, you would have to disable the automatic, little sensor.
Without saying.
Yeah, that goes without saying. I know, silly. I'm just, if somebody wants to do this, I want to make sure they do it right.
Right.
Right. Or you can spread mayonnaise over your leg and let Rosie O'Donnell eat them.
Oh, I thought it was an E-Rock joke. Damn. Would have been funny if it was E-Rock.
I'll put leg on the train track.
That's not doing it yourself, technically.
And that would, there's a possibility that this could pull you into the rest of the train, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Not safe. We want to keep it safe.
Or
safe. What the hell? For a second, I actually thought about that. You want to keep it safe. That's dangerous.
I know what you could do.
Yeah.
You take a knife,
and
you start at your big toe, in between your big toe and your next toe, and you just slice, maybe an inch deep, all the way up to the desired place you want to cut. A nice inch deep slice on each leg.
Jimmy's onto something, yes.
This is the slower process, though.
Yeah.
And then you sit, when a garbage truck drives away, that liquid it leaves behind.
Right.
You take the open wounds and you rub it in that and you splash it on that. You give it 3 weeks and it begins to rot.
Yeah.
And you get infected. And then when it gets infected and it begins to rot, then you can just kind of twist and turn it off the way you would a limb of a dead animal. You know how the heat?
Right.
Then you gotta be patient for that.
That's great, because then it falls off the unhealthy part and it's only been cut up to the part.
All right. We gotta.
I like that.
The point above, you got to put some ST-37 on or something.
Well, you've got to. You don't want to lose the whole leg.
But then there's some really good ones. How about one more? Jay in Jersey, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, I was thinking my luck would be I'd blow a damn fuse and the power would go out on me halfway through.
And then what do? You got to find the fuse box with this open wound?
With a half a stump. Yeah, sure, that'd be fun.
That's why I'm thinking you got to have a few tools standing by just
around
in case.
you, some hand tools just in case.
Yeah.
Like a pizza cutter, right, Aunt?
Ooh,
pizza cutter.
Nice.
That'd take a while. I don't think you could do that through the bone.
All right. I'm sorry. I hung up on you by accident there. All right, we're going to take a break. Jimmy Fallon's going to join the discussion. It's Pot Talk Monday. And we'll get the rest of the audio of Sandra cutting off. She actually did this.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear. Whatever it is.
The thing on Jerry Springer. So we got the audio of...
She's a lovely girl.
What was going on in her head when she decided, why am I falling for it?
We all have hope.
It's Opie and Anthony. Got to get right back into it. It's Opie and Anthony and Jimmy Fallon, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
I got to tell you, we had Jimmy Fallon on the air, about 2-3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And we really just hit it off. I'm like, Jimmy, you just got to come back and just hang with us for a couple hours.
Yeah, I won't leave you guys around that. I'm happy to be back. Thanks for having me.
Very, very cool.
Most people just say they're coming back. You actually did.
Yeah. I know. He's like, I'll be back. I'm like, no, really, we want you back. And he's like, dude, I'll be back. I'm like, no, seriously. We're following him to the elevator all insecure. Do you mean it?
And the doors are closed and we're like, please?
Everyone's staring.
We are terribly needy.
Yeah, we got lots going on. We have a lot of people that want to explain how they would cut off their legs. We got the Jerry Springer audio. One guy in instant feedback, he says he wants to use a wood chipper.
No.
That's actually a good way.
I don't know if there's any stopping. You remember you're alone. You can't you'd look pretty silly trying to hold yourself back.
You got to be
in
a muscle builder.
Yeah. Right. As again, your eyesight is just going into tunnel vision and you're seeing spots from the loss of blood. And you just get sucked in like a sapling.
And your arms are just shaking uncontrollably.
Oh, God.
Well, you chain yourself to something. You chain yourself.
Oh, Jimmy.
God damn, Jimmy's thinking.
That opens the door for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yep.
This way your legs go in and they stop right there. Maybe he meant to go up to the knees and he had misjudged the chain, the length, and he's like, whatever,
You could chain yourself to a boat and go to like a shark-infested water.
Yeah, that's true too, and just dangle like you're trolling.
Yeah,
and then have them just nibble your legs away until the proper length, and then back in the boat.
Then book Springer.
You're on Springer show.
Book it immediately.
You hang a little sign around your feet that says "Shark food here" with arrows pointing to your legs.
They do. That usually helps.
We want to move on a little bit. You piqued my interest with that movie you were just talking about. We want to get into that in a second, but Ryan in Philly's been waiting like an hour. Ryan, what's up?
Hey. What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hi.
I was going to say, the best way, dude, a cutting torch.
Ooh.
It'll seal it up when you're done, too.
Well, you're right. You would cauterize it as you're cutting.
Ooh.
But how quickly would a cutting torch cut through bone?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see.
It'd be weird if he knew. It's like 5 minutes, 36 seconds.
Yes, right.
Exactly.
Depends on how old the prostitute was.
Let's go to Boston. DJ.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, all right, here's one for you. It's back a little old school. You remember the old paper cutters in school?
Oh, yeah.
Like a straight line.
Yeah.
Machete attached to, like, the end of a cutting board.
Yes. Remember those things? Those are, like, school was really dangerous when I was a kid. In every art classroom or classroom, they would have this guillotine.
Yeah.
It was like an old-fashioned, like, open sesame type sword that was screwed to a piece of wood that you would cut paper with.
I'm sure they don't have those anymore.
No, what is there a need to cut through like 83 pieces of paper at once anyway?
Well, also, how dangerous was the compass? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That would help you draw circles. It's the pointiest. I mean, how you got stuck with that so many times, and you would stick other people with that. That was your first weapon.
Throw it across the room. Yeah, it was like, here's your weapon, sir.
Here's your shiv. And I got shivved in,
right in fourth grade.
Fourth grade, absolutely. During lunch period.
When you see those paper
awfully
cutters,
dangerous.
is it like I still see them, like those things that
they make a great sound. That
I still think put your fingers in. Yeah, like I'm not going to do it, but I think put your fingers in. Like just cut. Like people would freak out. You have 4 fingers on the table, like Escape from Alcatraz. Somebody would plank them into a little wood box, hand them to Mr. Zimmerman.
Hey, let's go to Mike in Connecticut. Mike.
Hey, what's going on? Love you guys. Love the show.
Are you going to be at Mohegan Sun Saturday?
Mohegan Sun Saturday.
That's a no, by the way. Would someone else to repeat the game?
Yeah. Mohegan, let me think.
You could have lied, Mike. Could have lied and said, me and all my friends, we can't wait. You don't even know that we're having a gig in
Connecticut's a big state. Perhaps he's far from it.
I understand.
Are you by Mystic Seaport, are you? That tourist trap my stupid parents took me to.
Was that Mystic Pizza? That's the same
as the movie?
Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
knows.
Yeah. Wow.
Mystic Seaport, it's cold and you buy a lot of things with whales on them, and you're like, wow, this was fun.
That's awesome.
He's not kidding. I drove through there once coming back from Boston. I'm like, this is the biggest waste of time ever. How about you throw a little money into the town if you're going to make it a tourist stop.
Have like a ye old fudge shop.
Right, something, right.
It's always at a tourist place.
Right.
Like, tourists love fudge. It's always like ye old fudge shop with 2 P's in it, E. Shop
Yeah.
I never understood the whaling tourist trap because they got one there on Long Island. Cold Spring Harbor.
Right.
And there's a huge whaling museum there. And all they want you to do is like, it's about whale conservation, but they show you these horrific ways that they used to slaughter whales.
Harpoon them and stuff.
And they're proud of it. Like it's this pride in their city, their little town was like the place you went off to bring back whales, and they showed the harpoons and how they'd hack them apart, and then you'd buy a little button that says, save the whales.
Yeah. We love whales. Watch how we killed them.
Yeah. This is great. Yeah, watch this film for 20 minutes on how we just butchered them.
You would put a quarter in one of those things and watch it go.
Yeah. Spin right down to the bottom.
Yeah, down the tunnel thing.
Great.
Wow.
Or put one of those penny crusher machines that got super.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Of a whale.
I just ruined my penny.
It cost me a quarter to ruin the penny.
Yeah. Now it's a squash penny. It looks like a whale.
We call it buying the myth, because when you do these things when you're like on vacation, then you come home, you're like, what was I thinking?
What did I do?
This Mickey Mouse hat with the ears. Like, it was cool when you're walking around the park for a little while, and then you're like, when am I going to ever wear this?
Why did I spend 50 cents for a penny? This is great.
What did I do? Right. Oh, the beaded braided hair is the best because it looks great when you're on the island. You're on the islands. No one's looking twice at you. No. You get home to Manhattan and start walking down the street with your Bo Derek 10 hairdo from 1980.
And you're a 4.
And Dudley Moore and a clubfoot are chasing you on the beach. And Frankenstein shoe on a beach.
Dude, I openly laugh at those women as soon as they get on the plane. You're like,
oh, mistake.
Yeah, because you're sitting in your seat and you just hear. She comes walking on with her head clacking like maracas.
You know, my goal is to someday find a whale that's been washed up on the beach, and while all the people are trying to throw water on it, I just want to berate it and slap its face. I would love to slap a whale on the face.
Where does a whale's face start?
I don't know, but right by the nose, just slap it, call it names, how stupid it is. Just holler at it like it's an eagle.
The whale talks back to you, goes, "That's my chest, you idiot. You don't even know where my face is."
The whale wouldn't do anything. He'd just look at you with his hot eyes. Shut up. Hot eyes.
And you'd
Throw
be like,
coffee on him. Shut up.
What are you going to do now? What are you going to do now, whale? What are you going to do now?
Beach whale.
Beach whale. What are you going to do now?
Slap it and berate it. And everybody will be like, what are you doing?
Just waiting for the whale to make a move, but it never does.
Of course it can't. A bunch of water comes in and you have to apologize quickly.
Right.
You're kidding.
Let's go to Mike. So, Mike, you don't know about our comedy show. Whatever.
Yeah. Oh, we're still on the phone with Mike?
What about the comedy show in Mohegan Sun? I got my son and 6 of his friends are going.
All right.
Okay.
Great. All right.
We love Mike.
We're broadcasting live from there on Friday, so I'm just trying to get the word out. All right, Mike, so what do you got?
I got you take a long piece of piano wire, tie it around the tree, tie the other end to a horse, wrap it around your leg, slap the horse in the butt, and slices right off, right through the bone, nice and clean.
You're old school.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's breaking the rules by using a horse. I said you got to be alone.
You got to be alone.
That is kind of another living animal.
Horse doesn't count.
Horse doesn't count?
No. If you can find a way for a horse to take your leg off.
That's true. We let Shark in.
What about make a ring of peanut butter around the leg and let the rats loose?
There you go.
Go to Taco Bell downtown.
Yeah, just stand there.
Thanks for letting me come on.
All right. Oh, my God. We missed the most obvious. Unless you said it and I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
Train tracks. Did somebody say that?
Yeah, someone said train tracks.
How easy is that?
And then you got the bungee jump thing.
Opie said that would be dangerous, the train tracks, because it might drag you under. Which, at that point, I just started laughing that it would be dangerous, and as opposed to cutting it off with a horse and a...
Well, this guy didn't want to die. He just wanted to lose his legs.
Yeah.
So what, he wanted because he lost something else, too? Or is that...
Since he was 14, he'd wanted to...
Cut everything off.
Cut his legs off. Yeah, I guess anything...
Transvestite, too, right?
Below the...
Transsexual, yeah.
Transsexual, so he kind of cut it off.
Yeah.
I don't know if he went through the operation. We didn't get through much of the audio. It's like...
Let's get to it now.
Yeah, I don't know.
We get to meet Sandra here.
Ooh, Sandra
was Jerry.
Sandra used to be named Jerry.
I think, yeah.
Oh, okay. Didn't go with Geraldine. They usually do that.
Name?
My name's John, now I'm Joan. Like, they have to have some similar kind of clothes.
Yeah. It was a dude.
Yeah. Sam, now Samantha.
Now, if I was a girl, I'd be Jamaica.
Yeah,
Jamaica.
Hey, he thought this out, man.
I really know, I forget. I didn't actually come up with that, so I stole it from somebody, but somebody told me that. They're like, you should be Jamaica.
Jamaica.
Oh, it was gay pride yesterday.
Hi, I'm Jamaica. Trying to put the woman's voice on.
Yeah, there were a few dishes at gay pride yesterday. My girlfriend and I were walking around.
Were there dishes?
That's a tranny, hun, but you know what? If you weren't here and I elbowed her ribs, laughed good-naturedly.
Excuse me.
Let's meet Sandra, who's just a really, really bad girl.
Mm-hmm.
Barely looks like a woman.
Sandra, what? Okay. What's going on? This is strange, isn't it?
Yes, it is strange.
Okay. So how old are you now?
I'm 48.
Now you're 48. When you were 35, you decided to become a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's fine.
What?
Is it?
Is it? No reaction from the audience.
You didn't want your legs?
At 14.
At 14. When did you actually cut them off?
I cut this one off in 2000.
I thought that one went first, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Why did you cut your leg off?
I didn't want them. My brain just kept saying get rid of them, so I had to get rid of them.
I love how they're laughing at him.
Yeah.
No. They should be.
Of course.
When you became a woman, did your brain say get rid of something else?
Yeah, but I couldn't cut that off.
All right.
But you cut your legs off.
Okay, what do you mean your brain told you to cut off your legs? Seriously.
My brain it was like in my brain, like.
My brain just started visiting me. Just said,
you don't need your legs. You don't need your legs.
Jerry, what the hell are you doing with these 2 legs? One should be somewhere else. And I was like, I mean, I chewed a lot of tobacco before I did do it, so I was buzzing pretty heavy. I mean, I don't know if you had Skull Bandits, but I had 3 in my mouth at the same time. And I was just flying so high, man, I couldn't even see straight. And that was just, my mind just kept telling me, cut it off.
He's just talking like that. He's not giving him.
Just so casual about it. His original name was Wendell.
Wendell.
Wow, did I miss that one?
Sandra made quite an effort with the voice, though. I mean, on the phone, you'd think it was a girl.
Hello.
Almighty.
Yeah.
Like listening to Slim Whitman talk.
Dad, I'm Sandra now. Really?
Just a legless disappointment in a bad wig.
Wendell, is that you? No, it's Sandra. Wow, you sound just like Wendell.
Do you know how good he makes Michael Caine from Dressed to Kill look feminine and sexy?
Well, Sandra explains other ways she tried to remove her legs.
How did you just sat there? Did you give yourself some medicine? Did you?
No, I had adrenaline flow. My adrenaline was real high.
Is this like a sexual charge you get off?
Jimmy's got the voice.
Adrenaline? What's adrenaline? Yeah.
Adrenaline real high.
Mr. Drummond, that says. Different strokes.
Drummond real high. I got him real high and gave him an axe.
I mean, I was real high. I thought I saw Mr. Drummond from Different Strokes. Him and Arnold were there with Willis, and they told me to cut my leg off. I said, now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. You know?
They were accusing me of molested Dudley.
I mean, these are pornographic cartoons. You got to understand, Jared.
Favorite episode?
Not be Mr. Carlson from WKRP in Cincinnati.
That was him branching out, wasn't he? Going for the Emmy Award.
They always go that route when they want to bury who they were before, because that's what Mr. Brady did.
Yeah, they leave no doubt in your mind.
Mr. Brady played a transvestite.
Yeah.
In his next role right after the Brady Bunch, and everybody was like, "Oh, wow!"
That was just one of his home movies.
Yeah, and we were all thinking that was a stretch of a character for him, but apparently not.
The kid that hosted Blue's Clues, the original host of, I forget what his name was, but he was hot at the time, and he left and went to CSI or one of these Law and Order things.
Did he?
He was like a rapist or something.
Oh, wow.
Dude, that's really he's like, I just want to let everyone know I'm not the guy from Blue's Clues. And I go, yeah, you are.
Yeah, you really are. This is creepy.
No, you still are, and it's creepy.
The cops are pulling out that big red pad and the crayon to write the clues on. What was it? Rape, that's right.
Look, we found another handprint.
I'm going to sit in my raping chair. Yes, Blue.
Yes, raping chair.
As he gets the peanut butter out so Blue could have a good time, too.
How do you all know? Do you have kids, Jimmy?
No.
Nobody has kids here, and yet all of you know Blue's Clues. I've never
relatives, yeah.
Okay.
Just go to a kid's party. I was at one yesterday, and it was Blue's Clues everything.
If you're at a kid's house and you want to watch
they had Blue's Clues
anything
napkins.
good, it will be turned off halfway through so that the kids can watch their crappy shows.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I had to turn it off for Monsters, Inc., which at least is a cool cartoon, but 8,000 times taking it from the middle.
Nothing's cool 8,000 times.
It goes halfway through, and then Dora the Explorer's got to come on.
Yeah.
Or Bob the Builder.
Yeah.
Can we build it? Yes, we can.
You're going to hang yourself.
It's just horrible cartoons for kids. Back to rabbits hitting dogs over the head with frying pans.
Yeah.
What the hell was wrong with that?
That's what I said.
Fun cartoon.
All right, let's get Sandra explaining how other ways she tried to remove her leg.
Is this like a sexual charge you get off of cutting off your legs?
No, it was just, I had adrenaline flow. You know, like people get adrenaline flow, they can pick cars up off of people and stuff, you know.
Urban legends now.
I can't tell you how many times I picked a car up over something.
I became the Hulk.
Now, what kind of things have you done to get your legs?
I've injected my knee with my feces, 120 cc's under my kneecap.
There you go.
Liquefy it and pump it in. I've cut myself with razor blades. I've drove nails in the bone. My brain would just say, get a 16-penny nail and a hammer and drive it in the bone, and I just drive it in the bone.
Wow, talk about a guy who doesn't know how to tell himself no. How about this? If your brain says drive a nail into your shin, you go no.
No.
Tell your brain no.
No.
Inject your kneecap with feces?
Feces. I guess he was hoping it would rot the rest of his leg off. Wow. Jimmy, that was almost Jimmy's suggestion about cutting from the big toe up to the knee and then filling it with that juice that falls out of garbage trucks.
And you wait for it to rot off and you squash like a banana off.
I know exactly that juice, yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I built the guillotine. I dropped it on my leg. That didn't work. Don't laugh at him. Go back to the drawing board. I got to figure out something else.
No, it's great. These are some of the ways that the listeners came up with.
Yeah.
See, you guys were wrong.
Also, like, where can you find a guillotine nowadays?
Yeah, very hard to get.
Right next to the fudge place in Mystic.
Yeah. I got a job at Medieval Times.
Yeah, I was hoping, but it was a fake guillotine. Didn't do much.
You went to Medieval Times. Did you get, like, some appetizers that sexually get you aroused?
It's fake.
She's really just a voice like a siren.
You guys want to,
Sandra?
You guys want to hear about the night she cut the first leg off?
Yeah.
Whatever she talks about, I could listen to.
Yeah, with that.
Well, we're going to do that after the break.
Oh, you tease.
Jimmy Fallon, we promoting anything?
No.
Awesome. We love that.
Just hanging.
Now, are you still doing the car wash for Peace?
Dude, by the way, thank you for you helped me out with that. The car wash for Peace thing, it kind of took off for a little bit. Some guy in Pompano Beach, Florida had a car wash for Peace. And, he has this, it's called Mr. Squeaky.
Mr. Squeaky.
Mr. Squeaky. And he had this thing, and it was cool. He had, raised, a bunch of money for the troops, and it was cool. It was fun.
You can download it off iTunes. And
thank you so much.
Go to fisherhouse.org.
You guys are so helpful with that, but I appreciate that. Thanks so much.
All right.
Man, and also maybe we'll get an answer from something we read in the paper. My God, Jimmy was in the paper this morning.
Oh.
Something about late night television.
Ooh.
Oh, crap. They heard about that.
Ixnay on the Conan A.
Rather cut my own legs off than answer you.
I'm saving that one for the insider, you idiots.
You're right.
I'm not giving you that scoop. I'll talk about Fudge and Whale Museum.
Cutting legs off.
And the guillotine shop at...
Guillotine shop. Guillotine shop.
I just picture the guillotine shop next to the fudge thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
In Mystic, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Mystic Seaport. It should be firebombed.
Yeah.
If you're going to build a guillotine, you better do a good job.
Gotta be really heavy stuff.
That seems like something that could be easy to build.
I took it over to guillotine.
Did you?
Oh, did you? Did you take it over to the guillotine? That makes no sense. We don't live in the same reality.
No.
You have a guillotine. I took it to the kettle of boiling oil.
We got flat screens. He's got a guillotine. In the playroom.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
He made it out of hardened sugar. It hit his leg and just shattered.
All right, well,
that's all I had.
We got the best audio yet on the way. It's Opie and Anthony. Why did we have to take a break? That was some good radio right there for,
we do our own.
8 people.
We do
the Opie
radio
and Anthony
shows for
show.
ourselves.
Little Jimmy Norton, of course, and Jimmy Fallon. He came back. We're very happy that he decided to come back and hang with us.
I'm psyched. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
This is awesome.
We were talking about telethons during the commercials.
Yeah. We got on that because Jerry Lewis, talking about when he had his big fat face from the drugs he did.
Well, it started because we thought we saw Al Roker on TV, and we were saying he's the only person to ever get his stomach stapled, get really skinny, but continue to have a fat head.
Fat head.
We don't understand what's going on there.
Didn't master that part of the surgery.
So then we went from Al Roker's fat head to
Stephen Cujicaro.
Yeah, and then we went from him to Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis's fat head.
They were taking the same pill to make their heads fat. It was like,
fat head pill.
And then also we're talking about charities, and I walk out of the bathroom, and Ant's talking about sad kids falling down to get the pledges up.
Oh, Dennis James was the guy's name.
Dennis
James and Paul Anka used to do this telethon for cerebral palsy. And they would play a song that was, look at us, we're walking, look at us, we're talking, we could never walk or talk before. And they would do this like every hour.
Sick.
And parade these kids around in a circle on the stage with their braces, like, the little crippled kid braces, and they couldn't walk, and they'd fall over. And, like, stagehands would come out and pick them up, and they would just have them walking in a circle, and the cash would be flying, and, like, the tote board would be ching, 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 ching.
Oh, they break the record every year.
Yeah, every year they break the record.
We did it again.
Oh, look at that. We did it.
You think they brought, like, David Copperfield in to make the stage, like, wobbly, but you don't see it at home that's wobbly, and it's just like...
Yeah, they fasten the camera to it, so it's all, like, relevant. Right. Just you get the perspective of the floor, and the kids look like they're just falling over.
Little tripwires.
Yeah, just anything to get some more money in there.
Fishing line. Yeah,
you can tumble for 50,000 kids.
And then I don't know who it was that did the telethon. Who did the telethon for sickle cell? had a telethon. It might have been Cleavon Little or something years ago. And their big catchphrase for the thing was, ring the bell for sickle cell, ring the bell for sickle cell. And every time they went to the tote board, they would ring the bell and show how much more money the sickle cell was getting. Yeah. Like, everyone was doing telethons back then. You really don't see the telethon anymore. No. The Jerry Lewis one's really the last one that's still going. And even that, we were talking about how that isn't really what it used to be. They used to have stars of the time. Now they were hacks, but, I mean, Charo, for God's sake, was a big name back in the old days. And she was on there coochie-coochieing it up.
She was on last year.
Oh, see, but now it's exactly that's
doing the same act.
That's the point. Coochie.
Wait. But is he Jerry Lewis? Does he have an audience there, or is it just him and Cameron?
Here it is. They do it for the main one from Vegas. And then they have the affiliates, which are supposed to be all over the country, but they have one here in New York. And it's they spend a lot of time in New York, where like Tony Orlando hosts it. And then they go, let's throw it to Jerry in Vegas. And then they go to Vegas, and you see 2 seconds of Jerry. And then Jerry's gone again.
He takes a nap.
He takes another nap. Where Jerry used to spend like 3 days up.
He would do the telethon, by the end.
Anytime you tuned in.
He got so many pills or something.
Oh, I'm sure. It's just snorting coke.
A little known fact, I haven't talked about this in years, but I was the Jerry Lewis hack for Rochester, New York.
Oh, God, you
I was doing radio in Rochester, and when they went local, hello.
Did you really?
I'm Greg Opie Hughes.
I think I hung out on I don't even want to forget it.
What?
Move on.
What'd you do? What'd you do?
I think I was on the top of a 12-foot ladder, and I wouldn't come down until we got the pledges on.
Okay. All right. You can stop right now.
And I got video.
Oh, get out of here. I got to see this.
I'll bring it.
Oh, man. I am douche chilling out.
Refused to come down, huh?
And the news anchor's like, I hope he's not coming down until we raise, because it's Rochester, $2,000.
Wow, he's suffering just as much as the children.
Right.
He won't come down a ladder.
He won't get off these stilts.
That's great.
Some local guy where I was from, I remember it was like a DUI awareness week, and he got drunk in the area. He'd have a drink every hour, and then
and show how dangerous it is, or how
he got smashed.
He got to get drunk.
It wasn't fun, but he had like 3 more hours to go, and he was already wrecked. This one was like,
you wouldn't want to drive like that. I think it would be great if he just kept his wits and composure and was just slamming him down, going, I don't even feel this stuff. This is fantastic. I'm driving home, as a matter of fact.
He's plugging his local businesses. Like, you got to shop at Discount Beverages. That is the greatest store.
Even better, threaten to get into a car live on TV.
I'm going to drive if you don't spend the money. I'm driving by the schools.
I got the keys in my hand.
I'm driving.
Look.
Don't you hate black people?
We'll be right back.
Starts really saying some awful drunk stuff.
Completely.
It's like, oh, dude, wait a minute. This idea sounded good.
Wow, this sounded like a good idea in the conference room. But then he just takes off.
Just all hammered and he tries.
A white guy, a Jew, and a black guy walk into a bar. You guys like black jokes?
Oh, no, we'll be right back. Let's go to our affiliate in New York.
Grab some coffee. Throw some water on his face, for God's sakes. God, I didn't think he'd be that bad of a drunk. We always thought he was a functioning alcoholic.
What happened to the telethon? It's just gone. Do they still do that on 13, where they try to grub up money, like on public television?
I have no idea.
We give you a tote bag.
If we don't get this audio in, people are going to kill us.
Oh,
and
we've got to get the leg audio
left on this side of the show. So Sandra tells about the night she cut the first leg off. Sandra, let's get into this again.
You didn't cut them both off at the same time.
No, I did this.
That would be crazy.
In November the 16th at 11:30 at night.
Wow, right when Leno was starting.
Okay, how was that?
Dwight Gooden's birthday.
Sandra didn't care for Leno's guest list and was protesting. He shipped in a bloody leg and said, I wanted Clooney, damn it.
I don't like Shanice.
Holy crap. Brian from St. Louis, Opie. See, I'm under the bus and we can't even go there right now because we're trying to get too much done. But Brian
that's all right.
Louis, Opie, was that stunt for retarded kids? Did you call it Not Coming Down for Downs?
Oh, no.
It's kind of a good title.
God damn.
Yes.
Our audience is awful.
You wrote. Okay, how did that? What? Tell me that story about that night.
I cut the circulation off up here above the knee with radiator hose clamps that you put on the automobile.
Yeah.
And then down here I used like a pantyhose with like a noose on it and make it real tight.
Yeah.
And then I just got my saw and got everything in the kitchen, got everything ready that I needed, and got up on the counter and I waited till the leg went numb and turned purple. And I got the saw and I put it on my leg and I powered it up and then I shut it off and laid it on the counter and I looked at the saw and looked at my leg and said, well, it's now or never.
Wow.
How about never?
Did anyone get that?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Did anyone get the answer, though, from all those calls we took?
No.
Yeah.
No, I didn't think he did anything with the tourniquet, kind of a pipe clamp. That's got to be a big pipe clamp.
Yeah.
And then you tighten that down, no blood's getting through.
I love it. He tried that after he tried the guillotine.
Yeah. I keep working on the guillotine.
He really learned from his
That was
mistake.
his last thing.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do that one first, the power saw.
After the leg comes off, to have to go like another time, God, that was fun. Why is there only one more of these for me to enjoy? What's wrong with...
Yeah, it's like
how long was the delay between cutting off legs?
I don't know. We're going to try to squeeze this in. I hope the affiliates don't go to local programming. Detailed account of first leg amputation, a little more.
Now I took my first leg, I took a tourniquet.
Oh, we heard this part.
I tied the leg off.
Yeah.
Want to go right to the second leg?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Right to the second leg.
Count of second leg being cut off. What does he have, a website that explains this?
I injected more
because this audio is different than the Jerry Springer thing. Yeah.
I already got rid of the one leg. Now I got to get rid of the other one. Leg number 2. I went through the same motions that I did the other one. I took the tourniquet and I tied the leg off. I positioned the bucket to because I knew this leg, I messed up on the second leg because I didn't cut it all the way through. So I knew this bucket, this leg had to come off right. The whole foot had to come off, so I couldn't mess it up. You know, you learn by your mistakes, so I knew it.
What happened wrong with the first one?
Do you learn by your mistakes?
I don't know.
I didn't figure out what happened to the first one.
If his parents killed every child after him that they had, they learned by their mistakes.
Yeah.
What a dismal failure he was.
I don't think he cut it all the way through, maybe.
Is that what he was saying?
I think.
Yeah.
Mistakes, so I knew it wouldn't be right. So I positioned me a bucket under it to catch the foot, so I wouldn't make blood all over, get blood all over the floor, make a big mess to clean up with. And after I got through with the circulation cutting off, and then I grabbed the saw, I put the saw on the leg, and I didn't hesitate this time. I just grabbed the saw and I powered it up, and I went through and it came off, and the foot fell in the bucket. And the second leg was gone, and it was even more relief. And you know, and then I called 911 myself this time. I didn't call nobody else. I called 911 myself this time.
It fell into the plunk.
Foot fell in the bucket. I called 911 this time. Last time I called movie phone. I want to see.
I'd like to know who he called the first time. Baba, I cut my leg off. Bring over
which
some
one? The left one or the right one? Did you inject feces in it first?
Yeah, of course
No,
I did.
That didn't work, man. That's a myth. That is a myth. Injecting feces into your kneecap will not remove your legs.
I like how earlier he goes, so I cut the other leg off, the second one. Like
the third
one. After you cut the first leg off, we can assume it's going to be the second one.
You could just go with the other at that point.
Other leg, right.
Sounds like he's related to Kaiser Blade, dude.
He does kind of sound
a little bit.
Jimmy's hanging with us on XM.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, we have is there an announcement to make? Like a...
Ooh.
No.
Oh.
I mean...
Nothing.
Wait, read his eyes.
Yeah, I'm reading his eyes.
They're very nice eyes.
Done deal.
Yeah, it's official. I could tell. He's going to be the next Conan. I saw it in his eyes.
He's got to change his name, hair color, everything.
Right. Conan O'Fallon. Doesn't sound right.
It's like I am signing up. I'm like one of the choices, but it's like it's nothing set in stone, and you don't know what's going to happen. It's 2 years away, so it's just like NBC's just trying to think what they're going to do next. Yeah, it's like more of a contract saying like I won't have a late night thing somewhere else.
Don't run off.
So it's like
Jimmy, you didn't have to do that.
I
we
like
were just
that.
messing with you. You could have kept that info.
Can I get a deal with that?
Look, you pressured him.
Jimmy's such a nice guy. Most people go, I ain't saying nothing.
Right.
He's just like, yeah, okay.
What a great deal he got. They gave him money, and they go, just don't do a talk show anywhere else.
So they give you money and say you can do anything but a talk show because we were thinking of maybe having you as Cohen's replacement.
That's how I see it. We got paid for 2 years
$100 to not do radio.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Nice deal.
Yeah, but to get in the paper, we got to juice this up a little bit. What else can we add?
Oh, you got to punch it up?
Yeah, we got to punch it up a little bit.
Let's see. He cut his legs off?
On his first show, he's going to cut his small toe off.
Do you think Leno's going to leave NBC? I can't see them pushing him out.
I don't know. I have no idea.
No, he agreed to leave him, but then he had to change of heart.
He was kind of saying he wanted to go.
Within the last year, he's like, wait a minute, I think I still want to do this. But it's too late.
Would they push him out, though? I mean, Conan, they owe like $40 million to it. Would they push Jay Leno out?
Jay's got 8,000 cars to drive on a daily basis, so he's got to. He needs more time.
They're winning in the ratings like every night.
He's doing great.
Yeah,
we love Jay, man. We had so much fun out there.
Yeah, he's great.
He was the greatest.
Yeah, he's a good dude, isn't he? But I don't
Look,
know
we could all talk about Jay Leno.
Jay.
Yeah.
You know, when I did Jay,
we all did Jay in this room.
Jay.
Yeah, he's cool. I don't who knows what's going to happen in 2 years. I mean, anything. I don't even know what. Yeah. I mean, Letterman could decide to go to L.A. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. Right.
To do what? To do his show?
Yeah, maybe he wants to raise Harry. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Anything could happen. I mean, it's 2 years away.
But you heard it here. Jimmy's. He might get the gig.
That's right.
There's always the big talk show like War, Purge, or something every few. We got to go through this every few years. So then they did last time. You know, when Johnny left a void. That whole controversy between Leno and Letterman. All
right, we can continue on the other side. We're going to be on XM Satellite Radio in a few minutes here. Jimmy Fallon. Don't forget Car Wash for Peace. You can download it on iTunes, and proceeds go to FisherHouse.org. And that helps the soldiers.
It's like a Ronald McDonald House for the wounded troops coming back from Iraq.
It's a great, great cause. Yes. So go to iTunes and download Car Wash for Peace by Jimmy Fallon, okay? It helps FisherHouse.org. We'll see you guys over at XM. Thanks for listening.
Opie and Dopey.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Right.
XM 202.
And we're back live.
Look at that.
Jimmy Fallon's making us do more radio today. Usually we kind of call it in for 15 or 20 minutes. We make believe we're still walking to another studio across town, even though we're staying in the same place for the next month and a half.
Yeah, cool.
But Jimmy's here. He's killing for us. And we're like, God damn, we got to get back on the radio right away.
Thank you. I love it.
Yeah, there's no reason why we shouldn't be back on the air at 9:01. We just,
hey, you're going to ruin it.
Sometimes we tell the listeners the truth. Yeah. Need a little break.
But it doesn't matter what you do for a living. You're always trying to figure out a way to cut corners, right? I'm sure when you guys were at SNL, you should have been writing or something, but you're playing beer pong somewhere in a back office.
No, we just show pre-tape. Yeah, show pre-tape commercials. Like, I know we showed Oops, I Crap My Pants 10 times, but look at it again.
Yeah, right.
It's really worth a third take.
Exactly.
It's worth a third listen.
But we go to break.
This one.
We go to break from the first half of the show, and we throw Regis on the big screen here.
Regis.
And freaking Jimmy just told a story that was pretty damn funny.
I love Regis. It's good. I did Regis once, and I was on the show, and he's like, "You hear the show, and also on the show is the Scissor Sisters." I go, "Absolutely." I heard that you love the Scissor Sisters. I go, "Yeah, I like the Scissor Sisters. Yeah, they're great. And they just came out. They're a brand new band." I go, "They sound like Elton John, Bowie, or what? Beck." Jimmy Fallon loves the Scissor Sisters. I go, absolutely, man. Great. He's like, I'll let you introduce the Scissor Sisters. I go, whatever, man.
Can I jump in real fast? Now, did you know the Scissor Sisters at this point?
I knew what
you heard like maybe one song on the radio or your iPod, right?
Yeah, Take Your Mama Out. I knew that song. I thought that was a good song. I just heard it on the radio a couple times. So he's like, I'll let you introduce it. I'm like, okay, wait. So I go, ladies and gentlemen, the Scissor Sisters, and they're really gay. They're really like kind of like the guy's wearing a copper vest, like a metallic vest, no shirt, and like they're he's dancing. It's like 9 in the morning. Kelly Ripa's mouth is open. It's like, Jimmy Fallon loves the Scissor Sisters. He does what they do at nighttime. He loves what they do, what they stand for. Everything about him. Jimmy Fallon basically these guys. And I was like, wow. I didn't know they were that gay. They really, yeah. Oh, it's insane. I was just
he just threw you right under the bus.
Well, he's just getting so old now, and I think, the Scissor Sisters, they're actually they're cool people. They're cool guys. I got to know them, but they came over and he's like, "Why do you call yourselves the Scissor Sisters?" They go, "Well, we used to do that handshake, in high school where you put your hand like this, and then you
and you look at...
What handshake? What? And he's trying to go, stop it! I'm stopping it right now.
Oh, no.
You know the handshake?
Of course.
You put...
We're on satellite, you can say it. It makes it... And then
looks like a vagina.
You lift up and you think you're looking at a vagina.
You put your 2 hands together and you lift it up.
But you're in 3rd grade and you don't really know what a vagina looks like.
So Regis doesn't know. He's never done. So he's about to do it with the lead singer of the Sisters. He's like,
let me try to do the handshake there.
And I pulled his hand away. I go, stop.
No, you don't want to do that.
I would be scarred for life.
I saw it for a second. I thought it was joy. I saw Regis. I don't want to see this.
How great would it be? And no one tells him, and he lifts up and tries to figure out what he's looking at.
My God.
He sees Jesus.
I'm quitting show business. Everyone must flock to my head. I'm going to be a Sherpa.
He changed his profession.
Just because he did the bad hand thing with a scissor sister.
He did the scissor sister.
I didn't even know which scissor sister I did it with.
Changed my life.
Well, we point out many times Anthony does a hell of a Regis. And
all you got to do is close your nose and yell at the end of what you say.
Right. And we noticed that when it comes to technology, he's just so freaking out of touch.
He doesn't want to learn anything. I saw a whole segment they did on computers, and this is years ago. And they wheel out a computer because they were upset that Regis doesn't do things. You can't get in touch with him on an email. There are a lot of things he should look over. Show-wise, like with this show communicates strictly through emails and pictures and whatever we want to do, links. And he just won't do it. And I guess the rest of the staff is a little upset he's not up to date. So they wheeled out a computer and wanted him to learn how to do it. And he's like, I don't even know where the on button is, Gelman. Turn it on.
Where do you shovel the coal into? Where's the hand crank? How does this computer... I have an old Victrola, and you crank it. And I listen to Scissor Sister.
Show me the hand thing again. And who is this tub girl? Why do I keep going to Meat Spin? Meat Spin. I get these pop-ups, they won't stop. I don't need Viagra.
Ass Cave.
Ass Cave. Gelman, are you using my computer again?
You're getting me spam of Ass Cave.
Becomes a spokesperson.
Horse gag.
Horse gag. That is an oldie but goodie.
Well, yeah.
Oh, man. You kind of get the whole story right there from the title.
Oh, yeah.
Horse gag.
There's no mistaking what it's about. You don't click on it going, well, this might be good for the kids.
Wow, who saw this coming?
Maybe this is like a Drudge Report type of thing. I don't know. Could be telling me the news.
What's horse gag?
Horse gag. You know what it is. There's something weird that has a weird title. I think it was called Lemon Party. That's not remotely what you think it is.
Well, it's not a lemon party?
This?
No. It's old dudes.
Is that the 3 old guys?
Blowing each other in the bed?
Yeah.
That's a classic.
That's a classic.
I forgot who did it to me. I think it might have been this guy, Steve Higgins. Like, dude, I'm working on my website. I think they got it pretty good. These guys, like these college kids, turned up the website. It looks pretty good. My homepage. Check it out. Lemonparty.whatever. And I was like, okay. So I checked it. Oh, come on, dude. What are you doing? That's going to scar me for life.
There's 3 old guys. One is laying back. He's the lucky one. And there's another old guy leaning. They're all totally naked. One guy is kissing him, and another guy is blowing him. And I have the photo on my Mac.
They're no less than 75 years old.
They're ancient.
Yeah. It will burn. It will scar you for life.
Kenny was on the plane with me, and the way Mac works is when you want to change your desktop, you open up this file. If you hit it once, your desktop is lit up. I didn't realize that, so I'm on a plane, and I'm scrolling through things to try to change my desktop photo, and I clicked on that photo by accident, and there's 3 fucking naked old guys.
Flight attendant, like, would you like another drink?
There was a guy 3 rows back who saw it on my screen, and I shut it immediately, and he was fucking laughing. Mac is weird with photos. There's certain things to get used to, and I did not know how to fucking operate it.
And I'm sure you don't know how to change it, so it's still up there now.
No, I took it off.
Dude, it's not gay. It's funny.
Yeah.
It is, of course.
We do a bit called Gay or Funny. That is just plain funny.
Yeah. Well, looking at it is funny. being in it.
Well, it's a bit gay, yeah.
Listen, if you had to be one of those guys, which one would you want to be?
Right.
Just guess. Like, the guy blowing the guy is doing nothing but blowing a guy. The guy kissing is like, you are kissing another guy, but there's no dick in your mouth. But the other guy laying back is getting a blowjob, but he also has to kiss another man.
Why is it lemon party?
I don't know why it's called that. Maybe because it gives you a sour taste.
Be like sour, wrinkled old guys?
I got another choice. I'd rather cut off my own legs.
Ooh. I put the guillotine there. It was just staring at me, and I said, "Oh, I probably should use you." I bought a guillotine. I figured that was a good investment.
We are getting reports though that horse gag. There's also another site where it's horses falling for silly pranks.
No.
America's Funniest Horses.
There you go. There's
Horse
the
gag.
picture.
You got me.
Oh, look, I love the fact...
I don't want to see it again.
No.
I don't want to look at it again. I can see it from far away from here, and I can't look at it.
Here's the beauty of this photo. Look at one old fella's laying back. He still has his watch on.
Yeah, it's just
He's still got his watch
and
on.
he's kissing the other guy who looks like an older Thurston Howell III. Now, the one guy's blowing him with a fucking... He's got like his...
He's got a Let's Get Physical headband on.
Oh, God, it's all coming back.
But I love the fact that the one guy who's just kissing the gentleman on his back is also tweaking his nipple.
Oh.
If you look closely, he's giving him a little nipple tweak.
The guy that's like blowing that dude looks like Arnold Palmer.
Ancient.
Maybe that's why it's called Lemon Party. Isn't that?
Wait a minute.
Half lemon, half iced tea.
Maybe. Now, from this distance, it looks like they're doing some kind of wacky CPR on him.
Yeah, get closer.
Yeah, he's not breathing, so we just tried every hole. We're breathing into every single one of them.
How great would it be that the guy in the bed laying down is dead?
All right, please wipe that from the screen.
That should be your screensaver, E-Rock.
Dude,
it's scarring me. It's like,
yeah.
Before the internet, like, I had a friend that worked in TV. He still works in TV, Buzzy. We talk about him from time to time. And he used to get these videos that were questionably...
banned, yeah. They were
probably illegal crap. And he did a montage of a porn-like thing. Like, it was like quick scenes from porns. And they show an older guy in the bed, right, with his eyes closed, and the camera pans down, and it's a woman working him over, and then while she's blowing him, she's taking his balls and turning it like a doorknob, but keeps turning and turning and turning and turning, and now you're like, now you're into the film, like, what is this?
I'm trying to figure out how they CGI'd it or something.
No, but this is like the 80s, man.
Anything,
you know, it was way before you're like, oh, that's got to be fake. You realize you're seeing something that's pretty real. So now you're like, why isn't the guy, like, affected by this?
Screaming.
She keeps turning and turning.
And then she lifted his pelvis up by them after she twisted.
So finally, when she couldn't twist him anymore and they were, like, begging to just pop out of the skin, she takes the scrotum and lifts the guy up off the bed. Yeah. And at that point, the camera pans back, and you realize the guy's dead. Everybody, he was
dead. It was done in a funeral home, and the guy he was dead. He was just laying there dead.
I showed it.
And I looked. It was horrifying. It still sticks out in my head. I would never want to see it again.
Yeah.
They tricked me because I didn't know he was dead.
Oh my!
At first,
gosh,
just horrid.
It was one of these videos that was going around, and then he was way before the internet. He had the Bud Dwyer video. You've seen the Bud Dwyer video? The guy
where he shoots himself.
Shooting himself on live TV down in PA.
Man, that's another thing that sticks out.
It wasn't bad enough.
Watch those
it wasn't bad enough to have that video, and they were passing it around underground.
Was that Faces of Death, or was that on that? No.
No, they didn't really show much real death in that. Some of it they did, but some of it was faked, I think.
See, Faces of Death, that's hacked. These guys that had the underground videos back in the day, they had real crap.
I remember that guy with he pulled the gun out of the...
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't bad enough that
Stand back, everybody.
It wasn't bad enough they had the video and they were passing around to each other. One sick F decided to make a rap video out of it. To the beat of a nice beat, so it was going back and forth with the gun going in and out of his head.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he cut it back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah, so.
And you saw like his hair kind of go up and down to the music.
To the beat. It was nice.
It's really twisted. There's too much stuff available right now on the internet that I don't want to see or be part of.
Chappelle had that funny bit. It was like, what if the internet was a real place? How fucked up would that place be?
Oh, man, right?
The most craziest place in the world. The internet was an actual city that you went to. It's like everything you can imagine. It's just
murder, death, destruction, sex.
Craziest thing ever you could imagine is around it. He did some bit on it. It was really funny.
The only thing I've avoided on the internet for the most part is the beheadings.
Jimmy watched those. I don't know how you watch shit like that.
People ask me where my line is. That's where my line is.
That is my line, absolutely.
Watch that.
Seen all of them.
cannot watch graphic, like, death videos. Will not watch them. Sex, anything goes as far as sex on the internet. I'll watch videos. But as far as death goes, it's got to kind of be... I'm kind of like those... If it's out of a fighter plane, I'm cool with it.
Even if they deserve it, everyone's like, "Did you see Saddam?" I'm like, I don't want to see Saddam.
No, I kind of grew to like Saddam after a while. You know, they were because a lot of the guys.
The beard, he needed the beard.
Yeah, he needed the beard to be a little more likable. The big beard, and he was like
the droopy underwear.
Yeah,
he was kind of cute, right?
He wasn't the guy standing there in the uniform firing that gun off of his balcony anymore.
That guy was thrown out of his apartment.
Yeah, some guy's like, I tried. I did the best I could. What do you want from me?
Didn't know he was getting old where he couldn't keep his beard all trimmed nice anymore.
No. They were talking to the soldiers that were guarding him, American soldiers that were guarding him, and a lot of them had conversations with him and said he just came off like, just some old guy, had his ideas about what was right and wrong. He killed a lot of people. Don't get me wrong there. I mean, he killed a lot of people. But, it's that whole reality of the thing. Yeah. That it's like the bottom line is
quickly changes to, and he's like,
"Yeah,
look, I'm not. What I did a couple of months ago was like it was a fad. It's like wearing zipper pants. I mean, we've all had our come on.
I know you wanted it.
Those MC Hammer things. We all tried to do stuff. I mean,
let me see your pictures from the 80s. Come on, it was like big hair, white shirt with big Japanese letter on it.
Have you guys not worn jams? You never wore jams? Come on."
It was like Capizio shoes, but genocide.
Oh, God, those are...
You ever put genocide? Right. It's cut me a break.
TV Dashery.
Well, Chemical Ali just got sentenced to hanging. Remember him? He was another one of the favorites over there. Chemical Ali, guy responsible for a lot of the gas attacks on the Kurds. And then I was saying, what did they ever do with the guy, the Minister of Information? Because he was like a big celebrity. The guy that, no, everything is fine. Americans have not taken the airport. And you're seeing like B-52s taking off from the airport right behind him. And people are running. And he's like, no, we have put... At one point he said, the Americans at one point were at the airport. And he made this motion with his hands. He goes, but we pushed them back. And he actually did a push thing.
Yeah.
And they're doing the interview not from a studio or anything. It's from the street where people are running behind him.
He was harmless.
Like, why? No, they're not going to hang him or anything?
When I was at Saddam International Airport, I looked, and all you see is a couple of Iraqi airliners with all the engines had been taken off. It was like he didn't want people leaving, so they took the engines off.
They took the engines off.
Yeah, the planes couldn't take off.
They didn't just not de-ice them or something.
They de-engined them.
They de-engined the plane.
Beheaded them.
They beheaded the planes. Flight 1149 is being...
Yeah. We got a guy from Afghanistan.
There will be a slight delay on Iraqi Airlines Flight 359 as we have no engines.
Oh, Kruka. Man, I'm going to have to go to...
praise be Allah, engine should be arriving sometime within the next 10 minutes.
What am I going to do now in the airport? Now I got to go to Aunt Annie's Pretzels. Pay 20
What is that? Oh, Cinnabon. Oh, Cinnabon.
What do you mean you're closing? Come on, the gate is still half open. I could get in there. I mean, you've got to give me one more bun. Come on. Dude, the flight is delayed. Be a person.
I can't take my water on the What am I going to do? You always profile the wrong people.
I mean, I can bring my shoe bomb on. That's fine. But no water?
Water.
I can't bring my Poland Spring? Come on.
It's gone too far.
It's gone too far in this country. This is crazy. I told you I was still flipping out. I saw 1408 last night, that movie.
Yeah, scary.
Tripped me out, man.
Yeah, what's it about? It did well.
Yeah, I want to see
this.
this.
Over the weekend.
Yep. He's like a myth. John Cusack's like a haunted mansion writer. He writes books about haunted houses or something like that. And so he finds about this room, 1408 in Manhattan, where apparently it's like 55 people died, and he wants to write about it.
Jeez.
So he's like, all right, so I want to stay in the room. And Samuel L. Jackson's like, I'm not going to let you. A lot of people died. We don't rent it out. And he's like, I'm going in there. So he's like, there's some legal thing that says like if there is a room, you have to rent it out. Oh, sorry, Jim.
No, go ahead, man. Go.
Okay, good. So Jim hasn't seen the movie, so I don't want to. Well, I won't ruin it for. Anyways,
dude, go into the sound booth.
Do you have a sound booth here?
Look at Jim's plugging
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop now. I'm gonna stop it now.
No, don't hear about it. I'm just doing it. Me and my girlfriend will go see it. Then when she gets scared, I'll put her head in my lap.
Anyways, it just gets so screwed up, man. It's
really scary movie, not like a slasher movie type.
No, it's not.
Jimmy's not giving it away. He's just saying how scary it was.
You want to leave at the end. You want it to end. You go, this is enough of this. This is like freaking.
Really? Is there a scene, like I had a horrifying thing, where they order room service and it comes without rolls? High five me, guys.
Can I get another wine spritzer over here?
You know,
we saw.
They're getting too good with these horror films. Like
me and my girlfriend went to see The Ring when it first came out. Now this is The Ring came out, and it's one of those adaptations of a Japanese movie, which has done very well over here when they do that, because they are just some scary shit.
Yeah.
So they did The Ring. Me and my girlfriend go to see it. We're sitting there, and there was barely anyone in the theater. I think there were 2 girls in front of us, a couple of guys in the back, and we're watching, so petrified, scared, that we were laughing that we were so scared. And like tears, my girlfriend's crying, tears are coming out. She goes, I don't want to watch anymore. And I'm laughing at her, but I'm scared shitless. The 2 girls up front are crying, and the guys in the back are just laughing to kind of loosen themselves up because they're scared shit. Everyone in there was just scared shitless.
Yeah.
When she goes, I saw her face. And then they show that picture of her all distorted. And the creepy film, the video that they actually pop in, was just creepy enough. With the mirror, the round mirror, and the black and white, and her brushing her hair. Like, shit like that scares me more than any stabbing
John
thing.
Cusack plays it so he's really acted this well, too. He's good in this. You believe it, and it's just him in a room, basically, but it's sick. It's
I gotta say it.
They're starting to explore that part of the brain that you don't want to deal with these horror films.
Completely, yeah.
Back in the day, it was Freddy Krueger. You're like, it's scary, but
the new Halloween, what Rob Zombie's doing, the new Halloween movie, it looks great. It's like, that's going to be fun and scary. And
when you walk down the street after a movie, like, just freaked out, paranoid.
Freaking out.
Dude, I threw my ticket in the garbage. I didn't want any proof that, like, I saw the movie. I threw it away. Scared. It was... I was freaked out, man. I was like, I felt like I was hallucinating.
You know what nails me in movies every time is creepy kids. I don't like you're like, what? Or giggling and little footsteps going. That you fucking asshole.
Right.
Thanks. See, this kind of stuff.
What's the theme of the Rosemary's Baby? You don't have that, do you?
That's the worst.
Scariest theme, right?
That is a nasty one.
That gives me chills.
That, and also what else scares me is that creepy bodies can't bend that way. Shaky, fast motion stuff. Does that nail me? I go like, I can't look at this.
Yeah, I mean, I can see if it was like the Clash of the Titans type of
right,
like claymation, like weird stuff. But when it's
in Dynavision,
going old school, the beginning of The Shining with that music as they're driving up to the mountain, or up the mountain, that is like so because we've all taken that trip with
The Shining with the twins.
Rosemary's Baby. Right?
Oh, here it is.
It's just like...
Yeah. You can't do anything but fuck the devil to this. God,
I'm going to kill you.
You got the beginning of The Shining?
You know, the scary scene was in Devil's Advocate, where she's pregnant or whatever, and she's having a nightmare that she's walking through, like, the apartment alone.
Oh, yeah.
She walks in and she sees just a little baby in a room.
Yeah.
Alone, and the baby is, like, playing in innards. Like, she realizes, like, she wakes up and realizes she's miscarried, or so it was some creepy shit.
That was really creepy. Babies, children, like that. The twins in The Shining scared the shit out of me. When Danny
they're the sweet life of Zach and Cody. Now they've grown up to do that, which is great. Good for them.
Have they really? No, I mean, because I don't know what happened to them, and it wouldn't have surprised me. I thought they were the Olsen twins for the longest time.
They were showing the Disney Channel now.
That's funny. They just stand there. Come play with us, Danny.
Now they work at a water park.
This was just so basic, but man, they're driving
Shining.
The big long shot of the Volkswagen driving down the windy road.
Or up the mountain.
Yeah.
It's another Stephen King movie we're saying.
Yep.
How many Stephen King books have been made into movies?
Amazing.
4 or 5.
Perhaps more than that, Jim.
Perhaps more than that.
When he comes around the corner and the first time you see those girls and they're just kind of standing there, scared the shit out of me. Yeah. And then they're hacked up because, Grady had to correct them.
But the quick flashes to the bodies, like that was the great part.
Yeah.
Harp on them. You see him looking at the girls, and then all of a sudden there's a quick flash of them slaughtered with an axe laying there.
They were naughty. They were playing with matches, and Grady was angry with them.
I didn't say that wasn't firm parenting. There's a lot more of what's needed. How great is that on a plane? Fucking parent just hit their kid with an axe. Shut up.
Your baby from... And anything like that. They did the little remake, the director's cut of The Exorcist, and they showed that scene where she was kind of like a spider, almost bent over backwards with her head turned the other way, walking down the stairs.
That frightens you?
That scared the shit out of me more than anything else in the whole movie, The Exorcist. I can't take the bent the wrong
that made
way
me laugh.
people.
That made me laugh.
Bent wrong way people?
Yeah.
You're crazy.
That particular one, yeah.
We'll cut your legs off.
You know what's scary? The other Japanese one, too. Not The Ring, but what was the other one they remade with the little Asian kid? The Grudge. I was like, this is going to blow. It was fucking scary, man.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
No one saw it?
So it's the little Asian kid with the black, they put the black makeup around his eyes. And then they showed him on an interview or something. He's cute as a button, little kid.
Well,
and then they make him up all scary, put the white powder on him.
She's walking through the house looking for something because she hears like a cat mewing or whatever, and there's this boarded up...
I thought they meowed.
There's a boarded up... no, they mew. They're like rats.
Oh, okay.
There was a boarded up, like, taped up piece of wood in the wall or something. So she undoes it and, like, takes all the tape or whatever off it and opens it. And she's that little Asian kid sitting there.
Yeah.
You're like, you.
Oh, he's in the wall?
Fuck.
Yeah. Who would think to do something like that, right? Was there a movie called, like, Bad Reginald or Bad Arnold? Where somebody fed a kid through a wall his whole life?
Whoa.
Somebody moves into the house from the 70s.
Was it more believable than that stupid Wes Craven movie, The People Under the Steps, with the space between the walls? They had fucking 4 feet of room. They were throwing jamborees in between the wall. No one builds walls that people can just run through and hide under.
Designed as a fire, but...
All right, so you had to use your imagination a little bit.
There was 60 people living in the cracks of the walls. Bunch of people under the steps having fun. They have a fucking subway system, small airport. It was awful.
Well, you should know that in New York you make little spaces big.
Yeah, you got to really work.
I love how they call it like a studio apartment. Like, hey, it's cool. Like a cracker box. A studio. I want to come back to my studio.
Yeah, I got a loft.
Like a loft.
Loft.
Let's go to Nick.
You have a ledge, is what you're saying.
Your idea of a table. It's a piece of wood over your open toilet seat. Fucking eating tomato soup.
Let's go to Nick in his truck, I guess. Nick the trucker, what's up?
Howdy, love y'all, love the show. When y'all had the actresses on the from the movie Descent, that movie was fucking creepy. Those guys, the cave dwellers that just crawled, really fucked up.
Oh, the chicks that went down in the cave, yeah. We had all those girls on, but we were commenting on just how pretty they were instead of the movie.
I never saw the movie.
Was that scary? Oh, they all came down.
Yeah, they were like splunking, I think.
Was it good?
They were splunking or something.
They were spelunking.
Spelunking.
Oh, those hot chicks we had in on the X episode?
Yeah.
It was good. It was really good, and Opie, you're my favorite.
Ooh.
Aww. Way to hurt everyone, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, I finally get one. Thanks, Nick.
OPIE and team.
Oh, yes, there is when they say that I'm their favorite.
Damn it.
There probably is.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure there is.
Kevin and Philly, what's up?
Hey, no, that film Fallon was talking about was Bad Ronald.
Bad Ronald?
Oh.
Yeah.
Was it called Bad Ronald?
ABC movies.
Bad Ronald. Oh. It was frightening, wasn't it?
Was it about a clown who sold food that makes you shit?
That's Ellie, the new diet pill.
All right, so 1408's a good movie.
It definitely is. Yeah, absolutely. Loved it.
That I think the
well, I didn't love it. It scared the crap out of me. What are we talking about?
You loved it. You do everything they do in it. You loved it.
John Cusack.
You're in love with him.
Better off dead.
He went to the movies with the Scissor Sisters. I'm going to be saying that all day.
Scissor Sisters. He saw it in Chelsea. Gay Pride Week.
I saw him there with his shirt off.
He threw you under the bus. Yeah. That's the beauty of Regis. He had no idea he was throwing throwing.
He just thought he was doing me a favor.
Yeah, you were just trying to go with it.
I love these colorful young gentlemen wearing their copper suits.
He's like,
he doesn't even know that this might be a little.
They're just hip and now. This is what's happening these days. Let me do this handshake now. Oh boy, what does it look like? Oh my goodness!
What his voice just totally changed after that. Like,
yeah.
Oh man, that was weird.
Wow.
Anyway, Kelly, what else is going on?
Someone's bringing up a reference we haven't talked about in a while. Did Fallon just refer to Bad Boy Bubby?
Oh no, Bad Boy Bubby was another movie.
Dude, you want to see a movie? Although after the first 20 minutes it sucks.
It just goes nowhere.
We could turn you on to a movie called Bad Boy Bubby. He has sex with his mom, and
it's just despicable.
It's hilarious.
His mom forces him to have sex with her.
It's just a silly film.
Now be a good boy, Bubby.
Like he wears a gas mask because she's
convinced him that the world outside is poison.
Yes.
And no one lives out there, so he's just got to live in this little room of an apartment that they have. And she goes out to work, but she puts on this gas mask, and then when she leaves, she locks him in and then hangs the gas mask because everything's fine. But he will never leave the place, and he's just retarded kind of because
the world's going to
going to kill him. And
then she comes home and yells at him and then makes him have sex with her.
He has no concept of right and wrong, so like he likes this cat, but he like broke the cat's neck or wrapped it in plastic because it started stinking, and he still carries it around like his cat. It's a disturbing
They should
movie.
remake that, or
just like do a better job at it.
Make it into a musical.
Look,
there's Bad Boy Bubby.
Here's Bad Boy Bubby, and
oh, what do you got it over there?
Yeah, and the mom comes home and like washes his nude body.
Apparently, Bubby was all cock.
How could you resist? How could you resist Bubby?
He kind of looks like Billy Bob Thornton a little bit.
Yeah,
got a little Billy Bob in him, and
Bad Boy Bubby.
Yeah, the first 20 minutes are like worth
gold.
watching.
I mean, it's a good idea. It's very like Rod Serling.
It's an Australian movie
Rod
or something
Serling
like
was
that.
great.
What a genius that guy was.
Goddamn.
Rod Serling.
Way ahead of his time.
Wrote every episode by himself.
Did he?
Yeah, you watch The Twilight Zone and then watch what else was going on back then. You don't even realize they're that old when you watch the marathons and stuff because they're so well done. And then you watch some other crap that was done back then, and it's like he was so far ahead of his time.
A lot of people say they complain that he stole their ideas. Like I heard about that, but that happens with everybody that's successful. They try to sue. Like I came up with Titanic.
Yeah.
Like, no, it actually happened. Oh, whatever.
Captain came up with it. Not turning enough. But I saw. Did you ever see the? Do you have the box set?
Absolutely.
Of that? Did you see some of the like interviews with? I think it was David Susskind. He was doing one with where they were smoking and you couldn't see them. You they were on the set smoking, and you couldn't see them. At one point, they blew in like you needed radar to see.
They used to make a hell of a cigarette back in the day.
You just see who's ever lighting up, like the ash just lights up at the end of the cigarette.
Yeah.
That's one person.
Well, he was another guy, though, that would just walk out in the middle of, they do the story, and then they pan over to Rod Serling, and there he is with his cigarette.
Yeah.
Just smoking.
Regis is doing a whole... I don't mean it. I'm sorry I interrupted, but I can't...
Unhealthy food.
Regis is like...
I can't eat this stuff.
It's a table full of desserts, and they're discussing what? What could they possibly be doing?
Is it low-fat stuff?
Look, I can't eat this. I just had my chest cracked open. For the love of God.
What's the things you can't eat?
Yeah. Why? Maybe it's low-fat or something.
Maybe this is stuff you could eat.
God.
If you had your insides
That's
removed,
a mess.
turned upside down, and put back in place.
It looks great, though, right? For having a heart thing.
Amazing.
I mean, this looks like shit.
Yeah, but he took one bite and then just grabbed his chest and fell face first into it.
Pot up Regis. Let's see what this is about.
Oh, good. We can get it.
Let's test it out.
Here's the winner. Here's the winner. Let's go. I want no part of it.
Now, these are little individual tarts. By the way, yeah, these are beautiful, and I think
apple tarts.
Apple tarts.
These are apple tarts.
Everybody can bring their own interpretation. They don't all have to be the same. Apple crumble.
Apple crumble. Apple crumble.
This is like my favorite. Apple galette.
It must be an apple thing.
So what you could do...
I love this guy.
Tarts are so good.
Looks very scary.
Even the cakes scare him.
He doesn't like the cakes.
I don't like it.
Because they look like my clogged arteries.
Awesome. Yeah, it's you.
I can second, and you get third.
I get third. Okay, fine. That's it.
And then
He wants to go right to commercial.
He wants out of this segment.
That's all he does.
He's great.
They won't let him out.
He is
firemen,
awesome.
everything that's related to New York. And here's the recipe book that you can put all the apple pie recipes in.
All right.
Coming up the scissor system.
What's up next?
I just love it.
I love it.
I was on the show once. I was a fan. I know you're going to kill me for this, but I had a crush on Kathy Lee Gifford.
Did you really?
I don't know why I just did. I liked that. I thought she was cool. I thought I liked her. So I went. I convinced my best friend to go see Regis and Kathy Lee when we were in high school.
Right.
You know, I didn't have a huge crush on her, but I thought she was cool.
Well, at least you had a crush on her like back in the day.
Pre-Cody, pre-Kathy.
I was trying to figure this out.
She had that one lazy eye thing. I had a thing on it. So we go to see the show, and I said, here's what we're going to do. No matter, they have the trivia contest where they go like, who started the movie, blah, blah. And if you guys said, and then the person on the phone's like, it's Tom Cruise. And yeah, so now pick a seat from 1 to 130, and they share. So I go to my friend, no matter what they say, stand up like we won.
Oh, no.
So he's like, all right. So it's like, chair number 5, and we're at 130. We're like, yeah! And it's live, so the camera came up to us. And we're like, yeah! All right! And then it went down and found the real people, and we're so psyched we're on TV. And then during the commercial break, like Regis came up, and he's saying hi to everybody, and then he goes, hey, Regis. He goes, guys, why?
Oh, man. It was funny.
God.
You have that on tape, dude?
Yeah, I do.
That's a great piece of tape, man. I would love to see that.
You got to throw that on your MySpace.
Oh, if you ever do Regis again, you got to do that.
Dude, you got a video like that on MySpace, you get some friends.
Right?
Screw that SNL stuff.
Oh, look, Heather Mills' pants.
I saw it, Jerry. I saw the visual. Now they're doing, like, what
I'm doing another segment to pot him up. I got to hear him again now.
We started with Regis this break. We got to end with Regis.
What is he doing?
Do you want to wear a hat?
Yes.
Great.
It's like, whatever I got to do.
You can pot it up at any given moment, and it's entertaining.
Oh, no, the little batting practice.
Maybe Regis shouldn't be swinging a bat just yet.
Oh, I hope he lays a ball right into a head.
Or the bat flies out of his hand. You're not going to hit the ball anyhow, okay?
Whoa! He just missed that. Wow, Regis took a good swing at that.
Bobby. No matter. Bobby.
Oh, they're using a little pitching machine.
Swing.
Hey, look at Regis taking some chops at that. Are they real baseballs? I don't know what they are. No, they sound like wiffle balls.
So the idea is...
Yeah, they're ping pong balls or something.
To have a pitching machine that pitches the balls out.
You're doing pretty good.
You got an old guy with heart problems just hitting balls on TV.
I love ping pong. America's pastime.
You can give them prizes for fielding.
Yeah, not bad, kid. And hockey's next.
Drinking, this could really turn into a whole other kind of game.
You're going to go to...
Bring out the foosball table.
Let's go to Chuck E. Cheese. We're going to kick some ass.
Adorable, Alana.
Uh-oh, he's breathing heavy. Oh, no.
Oh, come on.
They're keeping the ball, shooting him, hitting Regis in the heart.
I hope he takes that bat and has an Untouchables moment. Wax this is a business. Look, I want done with this segment.
Oh, boy. He's not excited, Regis. God, he looks really thin.
He looks great. I get nervous when I go on the show because the chairs are so high up.
Yeah.
That I always feel like...
Yeah, you're sitting on a bar stool.
You always feel like you're going to fall over or something like that because be the first guy to actually really get really injured.
Just fall off of one of Regis's chairs and break your leg.
Yeah, no, like stools.
That is a little odd that you're not seated lower. There's no desk. You're just kind of out there.
Yeah. It's a totally different show, yeah. It's wild.
Put you on the spot.
We should take a quick break.
Are we going to plug the fact?
What happened?
What happened? We were interviewing Marty Feldman during the next break. No, sorry, Bob.
Oh, my God.
Super Agent Bobby. I didn't even see him lurking in the corners there.
Yeah.
Usually when you're in a dark corner like that, you're hanging upside down sleeping.
Frankenstein.
Wow. He's Super Agent Bob Eatman. He's our agent.
Oh, good man.
In town on vacation.
Yeah.
Really?
But he works during vacation.
Yeah, he never knows.
Like his family's on vacation.
He doesn't know when to stop working.
That's
no,
cool.
he
wants
doesn't
to write
stop.
Off the flights.
Huh? He just wants to write off the flight. Can I write off the hotel even if my wife and kids are staying all in one room? They just bring in cots and bunk beds.
How long are you here for?
A week.
Oh, boy.
Are you doing anything like New Yorkie stuff?
New Yorkie.
Like what?
All the tourist things. You told me that, right? The Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty, everything.
Spring Awakening.
California. Spring Awakening.
Kids love that.
Go to see the Scissor Sisters.
I took the kids to see Frost Nixon.
They love it.
Kids love Richard Nixon Broadway plays.
Frost Nixon. Imagine. Kids just sitting there. I'm bored.
Take your kids to see Frost Nixon on Broadway.
Yeah, just do all the dumb stuff. What do you got, Dan? You got a mic for Bob?
Yes,
this
Bob.
This should
shy.
Be, oh, this should be
Bob
exciting.
is a little shy.
Good. He does good radio.
Yeah. So you're doing what's what are the plans? Where are you going with the family?
We're going Top of the Rock.
Top of the Rock.
Yeah.
That's the big restaurant that's on top of Rockefeller Center.
Nice view.
360-degree view.
Yeah. I loved how these vultures over at 30 Rock, and also the vultures at there's another place, can't remember where, but another relatively tall building, had to compete with each other after 9/11. The highest restaurant above Manhattan is the blah, blah, blah.
Oh, really?
It's like, oh, you bastards.
That's sick, right?
Yeah, they couldn't wait to move
wait.
their status from the second highest
to the highest.
To the highest.
Yeah, we're number one now. Let me tell you.
We did it.
Yeah.
Sick F's.
Sad.
So you're going there. That's nice.
Yeah, last night we went through Central Park.
Oh, you take a carriage ride?
We did that.
That's good. Oh, you must have looked great. What a Bob must have loved peeling off some cash for that one.
Like
Peeling
15
off some
minutes is $50.
Wow. Yeah. It's almost like your fees.
Almost.
Your parting gift is that bag that hangs behind the horse. Take this back to the hotel.
You wanted 10% of your income. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Know what's great about those guys? They point to the Dakota and then just make up people that live there, and the tourists don't know.
Well, they just
Madonna
know
lives
it's for
there,
John Lennon,
and, yeah.
And Alan Alda, you happy?
Right.
They don't care.
But I see these guys pull out just names out of their ass, basically, and the tourist doesn't know.
Yeah.
No.
Did your family get on that round bicycle and pedal through
No,
Times
we
Square?
haven't done that. No,
I want to hit that thing, though, with a train.
Wait, what's the round bicycle?
It's a six-person
It's
bicycle.
six-person. It's round, though, so some people are backwards, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you're sitting at, like, the numbers of a clock.
Well, we're like
and
the
you're all
river
pedaling.
like the river raft thing that you do.
Yeah.
And you're all pedaling, and it's going in the same direction. One guy steers,
driving, yeah.
And you you just see Midwestern families holding up traffic. See, I'm a driver.
Sweating.
Yeah, sweating.
And paying the guy when they leave.
Yeah, thank
There you go, buddy. Thank you, pal.
Thanks for you guys did all the work, but I'll take the money.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
I see one.
See, I'm a driver, so I hate pedestrians, I hate the horses, and I hate those goddamn pedal rickshaws that are now all over Times Square. They're the guy with a little rickshaw, but instead of holding out the handles and running, they have like a bicycle on the front.
Yeah.
They're not from what I hear from the cops, they're not insured. If you get into an accident in one of those things, you're pretty much screwed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they pick people up, and then they pedal and take up, a lane of traffic. Me, I'm going through it like 1 mile per gallon.
Just like leaning on that one wheel so they keep turning. It's like a bad shopping cart. Just can't go straight anymore. Like,
yeah, that's
you ruined my whole
jam. What do you do?
You ruined my whole income.
It's just I can't.
I've never done those
it.
things. Yeah.
No.
And then it's like, do they small talk or do they?
Yeah, I guess they try to tell you things. Like, I can't take cab drivers that talk either. I don't want that. I don't like this white guy equals crazy cab driver. Regular white American guy means he's crazy.
He's gonna talk.
You get Middle Eastern guys, it's fine. He's going to take it point A, point B. You hear his phone call. You ever go, excuse me?
Yeah.
And then realize he's talking to somebody else.
It's like, no, I'm on the phone.
Yeah,
of course. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt your phone call.
Yeah, sorry.
As you're driving me somewhere.
Yeah,
They sit there and wonder what they're planning.
Yeah, what's this?
That's what I...
Empire State Building.
Just something about that language. Oof.
What happened?
But you're right.
Scared.
But when I get in a cab with a white cabbie, I don't feel safe because they're just insane.
They're crazy. They all want to talk about things.
Jimmy brought one of these. Jimmy Norton Norton brought one of these guys in. The happy cab driver, whatever the hell.
The positive.
The positive cab.
This horse's ass picked me up one time in front of my building, and he has like a fucking top hat on, and he wears like a 9/11 tie. He's like this patriotic guy, an American flag tie.
American flag tie, yeah.
And you get in, and this shitbird just starts talking about how he had a limo company, but after 9/11, it kind of doesn't work anymore for him. And he yaps the whole time. I've never wanted to fucking murder a guy behind the wheel.
You're like, really? The limo thing didn't work for you, Mr. Top Hat guy?
He's the worst.
He's dressing like a human being and driving people around.
He looks like Benny Hill. Look, we got a picture of him here, Jimmy. If you could.
Oh yeah, the American flag guy.
Yeah.
He drops,
right over here.
drops you
That's
off,
him.
and he
When you're
hands
driving
you
that
like
guy?
Bud Melman.
Right.
He hands you the thing that says like, "Be happy, be positive." He just yaps the whole time
about how he's so sad.
Yeah. No, he's now happy though, but he doesn't look too happy.
But he's Mr. Happy, but he tells you the sad story.
And he jumps out of the cab and like a limo guy and runs and gets your door
and gives you a card.
Isn't there a guy that's like a trivia guy too? You get in, he asks like
that's Ben. That's my buddy actually, Ben Bailey. It's a
Ben
game
Bailey's
show,
game show. Yep, I've never seen it.
Oh, there was a guy that can.
Cabbies all love him.
He can guess the day you were born or something. Do you know that guy?
Ew.
Another crazy.
He's a crazy guy, but he says, if you do, it's $10 if I do it. And you go, all right. And then he asks you one question. And the question isn't when were you born, but it's like, that's what I would do. But it's like the question is something like, what is something? And you tell him some weird number. So how old is something? And then he figures out. He goes, oh, that's what it is. I'm sorry. You tell him the date you were born. He tells you what day of the week it is.
Oh
wow.
So he has a 1 in 7 shot.
Yeah. And by the way, I don't know if I'm Wednesday or Friday, so I'm like, awesome! You're amazing!
Yeah, how about you give him the day of the week and he tells you the year? That's a little fucking...
There's so many scammers in New York. I watched a guy, I think it was in Central Park. Actually, no, this is Boston. But it's kind of similar. I watched a guy, a homeless guy, he could play the first, 10 seconds of Layla.
While he's driving?
No, he's... I know, well, I don't know why, just because you did the trivia thing and guess my age. And another scammer. So he's in the park in Boston. We watched this guy for an hour. He can play the first riff of Layla, the first 10 or 15 seconds. And these guys guitar case out, and people walking by. Homeless dude knows Layla. Cool. And you're just giving him cash. But if you sit there and watch the scam, that's all he knows of the song. So as soon as you give your money and walk, he stops playing and waits for the next person to come, and then he gets in.
I love those street guys. They get really creative. There's one guy in San Francisco.
But you're thinking that the guy has a catalog of songs. No, he only knows 15 seconds of one song.
Genius, and he plays it every 15 seconds.
Yeah, there you go.
He's on the loop.
Right.
There's a guy in San Francisco that if you go to the wharf, you come out, and this guy comes out from behind a bush, and he goes, "Hurrah!"
Oh, yeah. I had a bit I did on him, the Bushman.
The Bushman.
Yeah, yep.
And then he has a sign that says, "Ha ha, I scared you on the Bushman."
Oh, does he have a sign? I don't remember his sign. I just watched him for a while.
Yeah, and then you give him $10. You go, "That's pretty awesome." He totally scared me. Yeah, the Bushman. That's right. I thought that was just amazing.
$10 to scare you.
Yeah.
How does he not get beaten?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
But then you get a lot of people just hang out in that area waiting for people that
victim,
don't know about it, right?
You're always happy when you see the really old people. You're like, oh,
don't do it, man.
Yeah, chest grab, fall in front of us.
You will stand there and watch people be scared or watch them fall for a gag. When there's somebody playing a trick on somebody, I'll stand there for hours. I just love it. Or if something is screwed up mechanically, like a door doesn't work, I'll be like, all right, I'm there. I'm just standing watching people go face first into the supermarket door.
I remember Parnell did he did one of those silver statues on Saturday Night Live once.
Yeah.
And they all boycotted him. And because I don't know what he did. He didn't even write the bit. I don't know why they boycotted him. But anyways, after the show, we came downstairs and it was 20 silver dudes outside, mad that he made fun of them.
Yeah, but they can't fight because they got to stay stiff.
It totally felt like warriors. Right. Yeah. The gangs that would never, ever exist. Baseball players on roller skates.
With makeup.
It was the awesomest gangs in the world.
That's great.
Yeah, the silver dudes.
Yeah,
they're the gangs.
They only show the baseball dudes, the Furies. They only show them running and with the makeup on and the baseball thing. They don't show them at home putting it on, going, this feels kind of stupid.
Yeah, are you sure we're going to fight tonight?
Are we fighting? Let me put my black eye makeup on.
If we're not fighting, I'm not going through the whole makeup thing.
Well, they don't show them running for the cops, and they go, we're looking for a guy in a Yankee hat and with a bat on skates, and him trying to fit in.
I think he went that way.
Didn't they have a star eye, too, or something?
Yeah, one of them looked like Paul Stanley.
Yeah, a little Paul Stanley thing happened.
Apparently, those were all stuntmen.
Yeah.
Like all the gangs were all stuntmen.
Really?
Because they were really good at that fake bat fighting. And
what movie did Riff work on? Riff! Fucking 500 guys with bats and hockey sticks on the beach. Black guys in black outfits on the beach, all hot and shit. Uncomfortable.
All right. Well, we're going to have to take a break and get Jimmy out of here.
Why?
Jimmy got to go.
Yeah, his car's at 10 o'clock. Just got the message.
Jimmy, always a pleasure. Both times.
Are you mad?
Thank you so much.
Wait, I think he's mad at us.
You're not mad at us, are you?
No, not mad at all. No,
sure?
Everything's great.
I think it was the Conan thing.
But we were only asking.
No, not mad at all.
Conan people hate me, so I'm trying to find the next guy and be really nice to him.
We were just asking. You didn't have to answer the question.
No, absolutely. No, you guys are doing pressure.
Yeah, something's going on. Jimmy feels it too.
Really?
We're hurt.
Yeah. Absolutely not. I got things to do today.
Sit through this. What? I'm not going to sit through this. We had a new pal. I was feeling good about our friendship, and all of a sudden it's 10 o'clock, and
I felt something change.
I gotta go. Well, I TiVo'd Regis. I gotta go home and watch that and make sure I'm up to date on all my top.
Your impressions.
I think it was when we put a mic on Super Agent Bob Eatman. I felt a turn in the room.
Absolutely.
He's staring at it.
Wow, he was thinking, wow, I'm doing that bad. You got to talk to this stiff.
For those of you that can't see the magic of Bob Eatman is he's sitting right now in a chair and he has his legs crossed, very uncomfortable. That leg is so ready to slip off because he has short legs, and his arms are behind his head, but it's the most unrelaxed. It looks like you're surrendering. I've never seen a less relaxed pose on a chair. That's like, please God, let me appear to be relaxed. That is really uncomfortable.
You know what would be amazing if there was no chair there? He was just levitating.
Standing there on one foot.
Levitating on one foot.
Like the amazing Bob Eatman.
You were awesome, man.
Or he's sitting like on a traffic cone.
looks like the dude from Lemon Party. The same pose.
Wow.
Man.
Hey, you know.
He's Lucky Devil number 3 from Lemon Party. Well, Jimmy, we can plug Jimmy Fallon. It's Car Wash for Peace. You can download it on iTunes, and all the proceeds go to FisherHouse.org, which helps a lot of the troops coming back who are injured, right?
Yeah.
From Iraq, and MySpace.com/Jimmy Fallon.
Thank you.
Oh, that's actually you.
Yeah.
Did you have to get rid of the fake ones?
Yeah, is there a fake Jimmy Fallon?
There's got to be other. I never checked it out, but I'm just assuming.
You ever look up your name and it's kind of creepy? Like all of a sudden, there's like a Greg Hughes.
There was a fake you.
That's like a used car salesman and like
transsexual with no legs.
Right. It's always some.
When I wrote car wash.
Creepy.
There was a fake me for a while. And
no, I'm not even
I
talking.
had to make a MySpace.
I'm not even talking about fake. Like you Google your name and then you see.
Oh, right.
And you see any other Jimmy Fallons out there that were interesting?
Yeah, there is someone else. Yeah, I forget who it is, but I don't even do it. You know, I stopped doing it after like my 3rd season of Saturday Night Live because it just gets harsh.
Yeah.
And just go, well, just people don't like you.
Yeah, you probably read a lot of awful.
You can't please everybody
and stuff like that. It's frustrating, right?
Well, it's just like it's kind of also as a comedian, you kind of like it. You know, I'm addicted to like bad press, and you're like, oh, this guy hates me too. Oh man, that's real bad. Oh, this guy's that's a good one. I would use that to slam somebody else. That's really good. I got to steal that one.
Did you ever read anything that really got to you though? You're like, oh.
I don't know. It's like, now and then I bet you probably like, I mean, this is a long time ago when I used to look at them, but maybe like, what's with his hair? Who combs their hair like that? You know, something. It's like, what is? I'm just combing my hair like everyone else in America.
It's guys too that do that a lot. Like we'll get that over here. It's like, dude, you should gain some weight. You know, you're skinny. It's like, why are you looking at other guys at all? Like, I don't care what you look like. I can understand if it's a girl, saying that, but like, why would a guy comment on how the
now all these guys are going to change their names to girls?
Yeah, well,
just to get
Sandra, to sexy it up. Sandra, cut your legs off, bastards.
Do you know some guy wrote about me one time on a message board? I was like, what do I do to deserve this? He's like, that Jim Norton's not my cup of tea.
Wow. Language.
Yeah, my cup of tea is some dandy guy with a monocle. That Jim Norton.
Boy, did we have a long conversation about the monocle with somebody one night. What the hell was that?
Bud Friedman?
Just talking about how ridiculous they are. You got to hold them there. It's only one eye.
You know, it'd be great if one eye's different than the other eye, so you got 2 monocles.
2 monocles.
We got to fix this.
And when you're surprised, you got to make it pop out.
Like they couldn't figure out like a strap back then, just hold it in place.
Just strap it there.
Why would they make it the most difficult thing to use ever?
And you got to go. That's your monocle,
and then pop it out.
Where? You have to have a walrus mustache.
Yeah, the big Taft mustache going.
Taft.
I love
Jimmy,
the monocle.
thank you.
All right, yeah, Jimmy.
Yes, thanks for having me back. I'd love to come back, too.
And again, anytime.
Wait, he said he would love to come back to
you. got the open invite.
Yeah, whatever you want.
When would that be?
Are you busy Thursday?
If you haven't noticed, Opie likes making our best guests very uncomfortable upon leaving. I don't want to be a ruin the bit guy, but I would like Jimmy to come back.
We're very needy. That's
Back in
all it
any-
is. We like
Back
Jimmy.
in AEW, people go, I got to go. I'm like, well, what?
Why? What's the problem?
What's wrong? We're just having fun. He's like, I got to be on Regis.
And then he'd start that shit with no, I saw something wrong. And they'd believe it. Because he'd be all serious and go, no, I did see something change. And go, all right, we're off. And make like we went off the air. And then go, dude, what was the problem with the end of that? And it's all going out over the air. And the guy's really uncomfortable. And I'd have to hide. I would hide. I can't take that.
And they're like, oh, my publicist said only
Yeah.
for me. And then they
No,
start
dude,
being-
I swear there's not a problem. No, I saw something, you know, if whatever it is, it's cool, you know.
I love you guys. Thanks for having
Jimmy,
me back on. And
no, we won't do it to you today, but we'll also make the guests leave while we're still on the air. It's the most uncomfortable thing ever. Like,
and they got to get up and leave.
They go. And it's like,
then you hear in the hallway, I can hear you guys talking about it.
Bye.
Like, yeah. Hey, did he smell weird to you guys? Then they come back in. I don't smell weird.
Dude, he kept rubbing his dick in his pants pocket. It was really
I think he farted on the way out. Am I wrong? I mean,
did you guys smell that?
That was horrible. How weird is that, dude? Like,
How was
that was kind of rude. You're on the elevator hearing you guys like on the way down going,
Yeah.
come on, we got to go back
Wrong
up.
with that guy.
I did not fart, you guys.
I hope he never comes back.
Or one of our, I know you got to leave. Another one we do, we'll leave the show. And
Yeah,
then-
that's always a fun one.
And then we did that to Speed Reader guy, somebody, where we just made excuses why we had to leave the studio, and we were able to figure out where all three of us left, and the guy's still sitting there. And
At the mic.
And he's like,
Didn't know what to do.
That is great thing to do.
Just left him sitting there. I guess we're still on.
still
but
on?
Oh, that's really funny.
Yeah.
Really
One at a time leave? Or
Yeah, it was like important things like we're taking a phone call, and then you just slowly walk out of the studio, and he's like,
just motion to
what
him
do
like,
I do?
"Oh, we'll be right
Yeah,
back.
1 minute.
One minute.
But Jimmy, like if one of us left, you wouldn't think anything of it. Maybe
Absolutely.
two, there's still something going on. Then the third guy would get up.
You're
and
just,
like,
okay.
Oh, that's really funny.
Yeah, it was so uncomfortable.
And then the shit you would get out of the guy
Oh.
just trying to figure it out.
Horrid.
Like how to entertain, like what?
Yeah, and he doesn't even know what he's supposed to do.
Gary Sampson now has his own, his
going
own
out
talk,
coast
his own
to coast.
show. Yeah, he's like,
All right, we can babble all day, but come
Yeah.
back and see us soon,
Yeah,
please.
definitely, Jimmy.
you guys rock.
It's Jimmy Fallon, everyone. We'll
Thanks, man.
continue
Thank
in
you.
just a bit. We'll do this right. It's Opie and Anthony.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
I'm kind of psyched that this is what? Yeah, System, right? System of the Down.
I like this. Makes me want to kind of just groove and move a little. Forgive me.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah.
La 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 la. Da 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 da. La 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 la.
Oh.
What happened with the premiere Friday? Shane from Dallas. Got to wake up a little earlier.
Gotta get up early, my friend.
Listen to the replay. Little recap of that happened on the show earlier. Hey, it's Opie and Anthony. Getting very psyched. Friday, we're going to broadcast from the Wolf Den, I think they call it.
Is that what it's called?
Something like that. The Wolf Den up there in Mohegan Sun.
Wolf.
Yes. But they have their own little performance area, and I think they call it the Wolf Den. And I think 300 to 400 people could check us out as we're doing the show live.
Wow.
From the middle of the Mohegan Sun.
We're going to have comedians
on
with us,
Friday.
I believe, right?
Yeah, we're going to keep it very loose on Friday and hopefully just beat the crap out of each other. And then the big show Saturday. Tickets still available, but going fast. You can get them through Ticketmaster.com. Now that's week of the show, the tickets sales are way up. So
Oh, yeah.
you might want to get your tickets immediately. And you could go to Virus Tour, one word, on MySpace for all the info on the tour. But
Right.
9 comedians from the show, man, that you know and love. It's going to be great. No Village, but a different feel with the casino because we'll be up there all weekend.
You'll be gambling.
Starting Thursday night, we'll be up there. We'll broadcast live Friday.
I'll tell you one thing. Nothing more fun than playing cards, blackjack, or three-card poker with Patrice O'Neill. If you get lucky enough to sit at a table with Patrice, you will laugh your balls off because he is ruthless. If the dealer goes into a slump and starts losing and the table is winning, he points that big fat finger right at the dealer's face and goes, does that Patrice laugh and laughs at the dealer.
Right on.
Just over, and the dealer looks horrified.
Yeah.
Like, what, you're laughing at me?
Yeah.
And, oh, look again, you broke, you suck. You suck.
Keep it clean. Keep it
Keep it
clean.
clean. No
Keep it
cursing.
clean. Keep it
Oh,
clean.
sorry.
Keep it clean. Keep
Sorry.
it clean.
Yes, I saw that.
Oh, they're adorable.
Hi. Hello, little Eatmans. He looks like Bob.
Which one?
They all look like Bob.
No.
They do. Right in the mouth.
No, little.
Those are Bob's 3 boys.
Yes.
Hi, boys.
Hi.
Ooh.
Stand-ups, look at them.
Get a mic on the kid.
The guy in the middle. What's your name? Yes. What's that?
Jonah.
Jonah. Hold on, let me hit. Jonah, Noah, and Justin.
Jonah looks very much like Bob in the mouth area. Like, that's definitely Bob's son.
Oh, okay.
Good to hear.
But I mean, it's like you see a resemblance. It's like you always hear about resemblance. You look like your dad,
Sweet.
but a handsome version of your dad.
Thank you.
What does that mean? It's saying Bob's ugly or something?
Why did I say that? Did he say thank you? And he put his thumb up. He knew exactly what I was talking about. Kid's good looking. I said to him, you look like a handsome version of your dad. And he's like, thank you. Clarified that.
No, what's up with the new sandals?
Good.
You got new sandals?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So right here, I'm loading them now.
What happened?
What was that?
I'm loading them.
You ruined them?
No. Wearing them.
Oh, you're wearing them. I thought he said I ruined them.
No.
How old are the boys?
Dustin is 8, and Jonah's 11.5, and I'm 4.5.
4.5.
I just turned 4.5. My birthday was at 1A. Okay.
Wait, what? No, we love when kids talk.
Very cute.
Most time kids don't talk.
My birthday was at 1A.
Your buddy?
He said his buddy works at Renee. Yeah.
What's Renee?
Sometimes
Yeah.
Jake is not feeling so well, so he can go to Renee.
Yeah.
Sometimes Jake is at Renee.
I think he's talking about AA.
No. What? Who's Renee?
Renee is a teacher there, but sometimes Brian is not there, so Brian's not there today.
Right? Really?
Yeah, so a new teacher, Sally, is in there.
Yeah. So where's Renee?
He's in there, but he's gonna go when it's dark. He gets go to bed at his house.
Oh, really? Kids are adorable.
Listen to them all day.
That's funny.
So Renee's a teacher?
Yeah,
Okay.
and he wears a Renee shirt on him.
Oh, an O&A shirt. What? Renee, O&A?
Or yellow, or green, or blue, or purple.
Green.
Green.
That's a blue-green.
That's a bluish green.
I know. Wow, you know a lot.
Thanks.
You sure, like...
You're not shy.
You notice a lot of things going on around you.
Yeah.
That's good.
What do you want to be when you get older?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, but sometimes Jake at my school pushes me down like this. Poof.
Pushes you down.
Yeah, like this. Poof.
Why would he poof? Why would he do that?
Because if he wanted to, then he can. But if the teacher says it's not okay, then it's not okay.
Right.
How old is Jake?
4.5.
Everyone's 4.5 in your class, right?
Yeah, the half thing is really
great.
funny.
Yeah.
When do you stop doing that? Because it's like, yeah, I'm 40 and a half.
After you're 18.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, 17 and a half, because that means you're almost there.
17 and a half is still a little old to be saying you're a half.
That's true.
I'm obsessed with listening to Noah now.
He's adorable.
Last time I saw you, Noah, you were like, yelling a lot and stuff.
Yeah.
You were just a baby.
Yeah. My mommy's but sometimes when I'm a baby, I see her in her tummy.
You're in her tummy?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
What was it like in her tummy?
Like a crib.
Like a crib? Yeah.
That's cool.
That's good.
Slept all day, right? Relaxed.
Boy,
Yeah.
how the heck did you get out of there?
And how does he remember being...
So I pull out of my mommy's pants and I got out.
You did? Wow.
Hey, smart kid.
That sounds like a lot of work.
You're going to be
Yeah?
Well, maybe I'll see.
You don't remember that, though, right?
Yeah.
That was a pretty long time ago.
Yeah.
But you remember... All right, well, I've never heard it put that way before.
I have 3 watches at my house. Then I keep them in my closet so nobody finds them.
3 what?
Watches. One is a
watches.
room and on her heel where my name is.
Oh.
And O-A-H, that spells Noah.
Yes, it does. Wow, you spell your name and everything.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's supposed to be, if that's right on schedule or anything, or he's a genius.
He's,
you know.
We were.
I have earplugs at my house. They're all black. And they have, you turn it on like this and then you listen to shows like Blue's Clues or Dora Blue's Clues. That's all I have. And
Blue's Clues.
That's the movie I have. That's the new one I have.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have the Maximum Movie one, and it has a movie inside, and it has lots of them. And
he is so cute.
You just go on and on, don't you?
Fine boy.
4.5 and not shy at all,
I
huh?
have new beginnings, and sometimes it's about bad or superheroes.
You know you're on the air, right?
Yeah.
That's good. You want?
Sometimes
Yeah.
my cousin goes to my mom's house to take care of it, but sometimes my mom goes on a trip.
Oh, she goes on a trip sometimes.
And my papa and Cindy stayed at our house.
Try many times.
Uh-huh.
Many times she goes on a trip.
Many times she goes on a
Do
trip.
people does anybody come over the house when Daddy's away?
Yeah.
Oh
my God!
He babysits the house.
Oh, who?
Coco. She's my
Coco.
babysitter.
Oh, really?
There's all kinds of White House. It's like my mom.
Oh, okay.
My house when I'm at school.
Yeah.
She speaks Spanish, right?
Yeah, and English.
And
wow.
You know Spanish?
And Spanish. And do you know who else does?
Who?
Dora the Explorer. She speaks...
Dora the Explorer speaks Spanish, too.
Yeah.
Did you learn any Spanish?
Yeah, but sometimes when I'm a baby, I don't know any Spanish. But I just know English, but I don't know how to talk when I'm a baby.
Right.
But do you know any Spanish now?
Yeah.
Let's hear some Spanish.
Could you speak some Spanish for us?
Yeah, but I would have been I do. The next time.
Give a little bit.
What? That means hello.
What does?
Hola.
Hola.
Oh, I knew.
That means hello.
Right.
Do you want to be a radio agent like your daddy when you grow up?
Yeah, but sometimes my daddy doesn't let me.
No, can you say, guys, it doesn't look good?
Yeah, that's good. You're on your way to being an agent like your daddy.
But he doesn't let you?
But sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm a baby, he doesn't let me.
Let you what?
When we are agent.
Oh, be an agent?
Yeah.
But then sometimes I'm sure some of his lower clients, he sends you to represent him, so he doesn't have to be there.
Yeah. My daddy puts me in the mailbox.
What? Sometimes he puts you in the mailbox?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Let's talk about you, not Daddy.
Justin's freaking out.
Yeah.
Hey, man, don't blow up our spot, all right?
Brother's got to keep
it
under
easy.
control a little bit.
Yeah.
Puts you in the mailbox. That's fun, though, right?
Yeah, but sometimes
Yeah.
I don't like when I'm a baby, but sometimes it gets me out of there. And sometimes they open it up and it gets me out of there, and I go so fast, this fast.
Exactly. That makes perfect
Sometimes
sense.
I fell on my head.
Oh, ow, that's got to hurt.
I sleep nude.
Where did that come from? Wow.
Naked.
You do? It's more comfortable, right?
Why do you like sleeping naked?
And sometimes
Yeah,
my
sometimes.
poo-poo is green.
It's green?
It was today?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're all messed up from the long flight from L.A., kid.
What did you eat?
He doesn't know.
I don't know.
You don't know what you ate?
Sometimes
Yeah?
Yeah,
I
sometimes.
go to school and I have a new lunchbox at my house. It's a jail gun and it has an orange monkey on it and a small blue monkey on it.
Oh, that sounds
That's
like
very
a nice lunchbox.
Can we get back to the nude thing, though? I think there's a little more to that. Why do you like sleeping naked?
Because I wanted to.
Yeah?
I did it when I did it 2 times, and then I took off my clothes, and there was the door and the room and the thing that I lived in. And then I took off my sit in there.
No, I don't think they understand you right
And then I did play Houdini, and then I tell Dustin to say, open it up, and I say this, Houdini.
Wait, there's some kind of Houdini joke. Did you understand that?
No.
Wait.
It's hysterical.
There's something about being nude and Houdini, right?
Houdini?
Wait,
Play Houdini all day.
can one of the brothers
Yeah,
explain what he's saying?
What's
The Great Houdini is basically streaking around the space that he's in. And he runs around, he's like, Houdini!
Sometimes no one I switch clothes and say, Great Houdini! That's Justin.
What's going on at the Eatman house?
No. This is a vaudeville act waiting to happen.
Ta-da, the aristocrat.
Back clothes on, and then we put them wrong. But sometimes I put my shirt upside down.
Ah, that's
and
funny.
I put my pants on that, too.
That must look silly.
Yeah. And sometimes Justin does the same thing.
Really?
He copies me.
Yeah.
Justin.
He copies you.
He has nothing to say.
Yeah.
Why is Justin leaving the studio?
Because he does, if he wanted to, then he can. But if my mommy says no, then he can't.
Can you say sparkling wiggles?
Yeah, but I have the wiggles at my house.
Yeah?
And sometimes I wash it.
Yeah. Really?
What's up with the
Sometimes my mommy
sometimes.
What
He doesn't want to hear what you have to say.
But sometimes my mommy has to let me wash the wiggles.
Why?
Because if she doesn't, then that's not okay.
Oh, maybe when you have stuff to do?
And one wiggle has one red shirt, and one wiggle has a yellow shirt, and one has a purple one, and one has a blue one.
Well, now we know all about them.
Well, I want to get back to
Wait, what color are they again? What color?
They have rainbow shirts on them.
But you said purple?
Yeah. And sometimes they have
cute.
tattoos on their backs.
Yeah? Really?
Yeah, they're made out of newspapers. And then they use the sponge to do it, and then they sprinkle around it, and then they open up the newspaper, then they see it. Sometimes, and it's a Bluetooth one.
Yeah.
Noah, you're going to make your dad a lot of money someday. You know that, right? Yeah.
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 So what do you...
I'm going to be a pilot when I blow up.
You're going to be a pilot?
No, you're not.
No, I'm pilot. I pilot.
You're going to be a pilot?
No, a pilot.
A pirate?
A pirate?
Oh, a pirate.
Yeah.
Oh, R. You gotta get an eye patch.
Sometimes.
We play that game with my best friend Jake. We play that game.
Pirate game?
And Jake is a pirate?
Girls, so fast. We go so
You chase girls? That's a good pirate there, Dad.
You're a girl, man.
All right. He's chasing girls.
Yeah.
That's good. You like girls?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
We play kitty cat.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Wow.
Hey, what's Kitty Cat?
Kitty Cat.
What's Kitty Cat?
It's a game and I be the kitty.
You're the kitty.
Yeah.
And how is it played?
He's a girl? I don't know.
And how do you play? You're the kitty, and how do you play?
We crawl outside, and then we go. We pretend that the playhouse is a house.
Oh, the playhouse is your house, and you act like kitty cats.
He crawls around meowing.
And you meow?
The girls hold on to his collar and they walk him around.
Oh, and the girls walk you around? As you crawl around on the floor?
Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy, maybe you could talk to him about this. Jimmy does that, too.
Is there any...
Only it costs him money.
any rain clouds in the area, kid?
So let me hear what your kitty sounds like.
It goes like this, meow, meow.
That's a kitty, all right.
Yeah.
What about
Sometimes I
All
watch
right.
the Wonder Pups, and Winnie is a guinea pig, and Tug is a turtle, and Ming Ming is a duck.
It's like free advertising.
Oh.
They're the Wonder Pups, and Winnie has a blue one, and Tug has the red one, and Ming Ming has a green, and green's my favorite color.
Green. Can you say purple?
No, I said green.
I
told you. Face.
My apologies.
Sometimes Winnie has
Sometimes at band camp.
Yeah.
and sometimes the mouse is in tube in the attic, on top of the roof, and they live in the classroom.
Yeah, in the bathroom?
No, in the classroom.
Classroom.
Oh, the classroom. Silly me. That would be funny if they live in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would smell in there.
The cage is there.
It's
That's
stinky.
If you put them in the toilet, if you put it in, they're going to be stuck in there.
Of course.
Yeah,
Well, I must be stupid.
And your favorite color is red,
You know
right?
who says that? Justin says you're stupid.
Wow, Justin said I'm stupid.
Yeah,
He's
and
throwing you under the bus.
stupid to Dustin.
Wow.
That's not okay. But sometimes I say stupid, and sometimes that's not okay for kids.
Yeah.
It's only okay for brothers.
For brothers.
Oh, brothers can say that?
Yeah, but if you say it to other people, they might be insulted.
I want to know more about the
Especially if it's that guy E-Rock, or wherever he is, because he really is stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you, I want him to call E-Rock stupid.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Call this guy stupid right here. Say, E-Rock, you're stupid.
You're stupid.
E-Rock. You can point and laugh at him, too, even though it's not Friday.
Little kid's pointing at you and laughing. All right.
Well, that's great. Where are you going today? Out in New York City.
After this, I'm going back home.
Back home?
I am.
No, if you'd only...
You guys just got
We
here.
haven't been here for even a day yet.
Yeah. You're gonna see New York City. Do you like the big buildings?
Yeah.
They're pretty neat, huh?
Yeah.
And a lot of cars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go so fast, and I see taxis.
A lot of taxis.
This is your first time in
And
New York,
the yellow
right?
ones, and they have tops on them.
Yeah.
Keep them safe.
Did you ride in the taxi yet?
Yeah,
Isn't no?
No.
They stink inside. P.U.
Yeah.
P.U.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I make poop in my pants.
Attaboy. Make him change you.
Sometimes I go to the bowl and out to the bowl. Sometimes I go so fast I just zoom, and then I made it. I get 2 turns.
Why do you make poo-poo in your pants if you know where the toilet bowl is?
I don't know how I do that. First I make poop in my pants, and then I make poop in my pants. And sometimes Jake and my friends, we save us with the jelly ball, and then you like this poof when I slide down. I just poof.
Doesn't mommy have to clean up though when you make poo-poo in your pants?
Yeah.
She must not like that.
No. That's disgusting.
They wouldn't mess with that, right?
It sure is.
Yeah.
Don't you? But you use the toilet bowl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it always green?
No, it's always white. And the flutter is, I don't know what color it is. The flutter.
Silver.
Silver chrome.
Yeah. It's silver chrome.
Yeah. But
And I flush it like this, and then it makes noise.
and it goes away.
This,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then it goes in the toilet, and it eats it all up. I just, like Cookie Monster.
like Poopy Monster.
I said Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster eats cookies. Sometimes it has A, O, B, O, C, O, Z, O, E, O, F, O, G, O, H, O, J, O, L, O, M, O, O, P, O, M, O, what's it?
That's all right. You're close.
No, say the alphabet.
You have the same dietary habits as this guy that just walked in.
Yeah.
Hysterical. I still don't understand though. If you know how to use the toilet, how come sometimes you poop in your pants?
Because if I want to, then my mama says it's not okay.
Yeah, it's not okay, but you still do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes you don't feel like looking for a toilet, or it's too far.
The extra 10 feet.
You just go whenever you want.
Yeah.
That must be nice.
But my mommy, if my mom says it's not okay, then it's not okay.
Then you got to hold it
Yeah.
and go. Oh, I got to hold it. Oh, this hurts. And then when you find a toilet, then you can go.
Yeah.
Ah, that's good. See, maybe you should do that more often than just going in your pants.
But sometimes I do that again and again and again.
Again and again and again. Ah, it's hysterical.
Did your brothers want to talk? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're speechless.
Speechless.
Are you used to this, Jonah?
Maybe.
Yeah, a little
Maybe
bit.
not.
Well, are you going to, where are you going? Like, what sights are you seeing in New York?
What sights are we seeing in New York? Just gonna walk around.
Yeah.
Explore.
Explore a little bit.
Noah, what do you think of New York?
It's good, but sometimes I go in that new number like 21 or 22 or 23, and then I snort now and here like this.
No.
And I snort so loudly like this.
Wow, yeah, you snort.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you want to see while you're here? Justin's your name, right?
Yes.
Justin's
Is there anything you want to see while you're here?
Yes.
What do you want to see in New York?
Pretty much everything.
Have you been here before?
No.
Oh, okay. You should go to the Empire State Building.
You go to the top of the Empire State Building. It's really high. And Statue of Liberty. You could see that. And you could go to the Museum of Natural History. That's good. You see dinosaurs.
I'm gonna see those.
Yeah? You like dinosaurs?
Yes.
Not at the museum. You saw that movie, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I can't spread this because
What happened?
Sometimes my mommy doesn't let me do this. So sometimes when you put it on, you go like this and this and this. Then you put it on your sandals, and then you did it.
Right.
He's on his sandals. Yeah.
Justin, do the human pretzel.
Human pretzel.
Human pretzel.
Human pretzel.
What's the human
Okay.
pretzel?
He puts. Oh, wow. He put his legs behind his head. You are a human pretzel. Boy, you are flexible.
Pretzel.
That's
a little creepy.
That'll be important in a few more years. You might never leave the house. Wow. The Eatman kids are very talented.
Yes.
Very entertaining.
Yeah, you get the human pretzel. You got Noah there.
Noah just
the sometimes thing.
Noah should be a tour guide.
Yeah.
You just keep going and going.
Sometimes, Mommy, don't let me do this. Sometimes it's not okay.
Does he just always talk like that?
At the same time.
Yeah?
Yeah. I can do it.
Oh, look.
All right, what's he going to do?
Well, he's going to fall on the floor is what he's going to do.
I just went on my butt again.
Yeah. I hope you didn't make poopies because that would have made a big mess.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, good boy.
Yeah. And sometimes I go to the blue room, and sometimes I'm at Chicago, and sometimes my class miss me.
Your class miss you?
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
Miss me now.
Class is probably very quiet.
Do you talk a lot in class?
No.
No? Does your teacher does your teacher say, sometimes you have to be quiet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can make a tunnel. I can make I can make a tunnel made out of my feet. Look.
A tunnel.
I made it.
Oh, a tunnel. He can make a tunnel with his feet.
Yeah.
He puts his arches together.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then I do this, and then no more tunnel.
No.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's another amazing trick.
Sometimes at Chicago, I get a Jeep car, and it's all green. That's my favorite car, and the sugar is cut.
No, slow down.
And I go in it, and it has a big car seat for me.
Oh, right.
And it has new stuffings, and it has 3 seatbelts in it.
Did anyone mention how hot Bob's wife is?
My mommy and daddy.
No wonder he works so hard. No wonder he's like always working.
All day.
If that money stops, she is so gone.
Fantastic.
Just had a comment. Jesus.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
My mommy and my daddy buys in the Jeep, and it has J, and it has the J. J starts with Jeep.
A Jeep.
Starts with J, yes.
Right.
And J starts with Dick.
Wow, you certainly are smart.
Yeah.
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 You do well in school?
Yeah, but sometimes
Yeah.
outside 2 times, and sometimes I put my lunchbox and my cubby where it says my name. My cubby's at the top.
Oh, wow, that's pretty high up.
Yeah, and Nina's is at the top too.
But you can you reach it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I can.
Okay.
And then I stand on my tiptoes. Then I reach it, and then I put my lunchbox up there.
What do you have for lunch?
Sometimes my Coco packs me pasta.
Pasta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I keep it in the black thing and it has the top on. And then my teachers open it up, then it's in there.
And what do you drink?
Apple juice and a drink, but sometimes my mommy and my Coco pack me that.
My Coco, I like that.
And
My
that's pretty
Coco.
good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, sometimes we got to take breaks.
Yeah, sometimes we have to take a commercial break, and sometimes...
And sometimes your bosses say it's enough.
Sometimes. He's adorable.
Jonah's laughing like, we got sick of the sometimes thing years ago.
But I say that the rest of the day should be all sometimes.
Sometimes?
Sometimes.
All right.
And sometimes
Noah, great job, Noah.
Yes. You did fantastic.
He looks tired. He needs a nappy now.
Yeah, sometimes he gets tired.
Yeah, all right.
I like the fact that he poops on his pants and just is like, go ahead, deal with it.
I don't care. Like, I know how to use the toilet, but I don't care. I gotta go.
If the commercial's not coming, I'm not going.
It's Opie and Anthony.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Breaking the law, breaking the law. Wow, what a good fucking tune this is, man.
Sometimes when I would drive, I would play this song in my car and drive really fast. And then sometimes I would get pulled over by the police, and sometimes I would get a ticket, but sometimes I wouldn't.
I need a vote.
Yes.
Sometimes Monday?
It's sometimes Monday.
Sometimes.
Travis, sometimes Monday.
Sometimes. And this is how dumb I am. I didn't know what you were doing for a minute.
Oh, good.
It's now.
Sometimes Jimmy's retarded.
It's now officially sometimes Monday.
Yes, sometimes Monday.
It's also Moose Come Monday. We couldn't say that on the other side of the show. Feel Good Story Monday. And, of course, Pot Talk Monday. We got Josh in Buffalo. Josh, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Welcome aboard, Joshy.
What up?
Hey, what's up, Jimmy? Oh, man, that kid was horrible. You killed us out here. Whatever happened?
He was cute. What are you talking
about? Talk Monday.
Nah, he was a cute kid.
First of all,
How do you not think that's adorable?
A few people did not like little Noah, but most of the audience loved Noah.
I'm not.
There's a guy from Seattle just losing his mind in instant feedback saying it was boring, it sucked,
who
blah,
cares?
blah, blah.
Fuck that guy.
But the rest of the
Kill yourself like the rest of Seattle.
rest of the people were really enjoying the look into a 4.5-year-old's
Yeah,
brain.
you're looking into his little brain.
Yeah.
How often do we have kids on our show, for God's sake?
And then you got, hold on. Then you got a lot of people out there. They got kids of their own, obviously. So they're like, what's the big deal, guys? To us, it was like talking to an alien.
Yeah,
you understand what just happened in our eyes?
Exactly. Boy, you hit the nail right on the head. Because that was talking to an alien.
I was reading instant feedback like, yeah, now you guys know how it is to be a parent. Well, great. But to us, I swear to God, like a spaceship landed and we were talking to like a little alien creature.
Trying to communicate.
Like trying to understand what this little thing was.
It's hysterical.
He was
we don't know.
very cute.
He was adorable.
I wanted to
How
kiss
could you
his
not
little
like the
fat
sometimes
face.
thing?
I wanted to kiss him. You could not want to kiss his
He's
little chubby
adorable.
cheeks.
Sometimes. And by the way, Josh, we did do Pot Talk Monday.
I must have missed it.
We did a whole section on how you would take off your own leg.
How would you cut your own leg off?
That is Pot Talk.
We said
Yeah, it was good.
Pot's a good color breen. We like the color breen. And purple. I like purple.
Purple?
How cute is it when a kid says purple?
It's adorable.
Test children.
Yeah.
And that one was adorable.
By the way, fuck you, Redding.
Hey, you guys coming to Buffalo?
Redding writes,
yes.
Didn't you mean to say you needed a ruling? That's from our first show, Anthony.
Yes.
Yeah. What, Josh?
You guys bringing that tour to Buffalo? We're dying out here. We're waiting to hear that.
Yeah, fuck Buffalo.
Hey, we love
How do you like
Buffalo.
them apples?
Hey.
How do you like them apples?
We love Buffalo.
Come on. We love
Buffalo rules.
I got something going on in Buffalo in July.
Yeah.
Mind your business, sir. I'll let you know what it is when it's time.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah, and you know what? I think I might make the trip because it's a little weekend getaway.
Good.
Yeah, I know.
To
Bill
Buffalo,
Burr's
New
got
York.
something going on at the Town Ballroom, July 27th.
Yeah, I think the Edge up there is working Bill Burr, and Jimmy up there is going to work the Norton angle when Norton's
punch it
ready
out,
to
guys.
announce what he's doing.
Sweet.
Bye.
Is Bill going to be up there?
Huh? Yeah, Bill's doing a comedy show up there and then making a big deal. The Edge. Support the radio stations, will you? The local stations. Some of these guys are working their balls off.
Mm-hmm.
The dude in Buffalo, he's Jim. He's running the Edge. He's unbelievable. He's really making it work up there for everybody.
We're doing well in Buffalo, right?
Absolutely, we're doing well.
Excellent.
This is really funny. Mark in Saratoga. Mark.
Hey, boys.
Hey.
Hey, I liked that kid at first, but by the end, he was just calling it in.
Kind of like our show today. We started off strong. We went to the kid.
He called it in.
The kid did some heavy lifting for us there, man. How can you not like when all of a sudden he said, I sleep naked?
And I sometimes I poop my pants.
The kid
and
shits
it's pooping out of
his pants,
nowhere.
He feels like it.
Right.
We were not love him.
Freedom.
We were talking to like an alien.
Yeah.
That's like if a dog could talk. You'd be completely fascinated.
Yeah, you would sit there for hours just talking to the dog.
Like, wow, what's in your little doggy head of yours?
It's like, what's your life like on a daily basis? Well, I go out, I walk around, I take a dump, I sniff some dog ass.
I was kind of confused because a lot of people saying the kid's killing, this is hilarious, and then other people like, ugh. And then the people that were going, ugh, they have one of those for themselves.
Yeah.
You got to understand, to us, that was like...
Yeah, if you own one,
it's
not that big a deal.
Yeah.
But when you don't, it's like an alien. I wouldn't want to own one.
Justin,
too much work.
Justin writes, yes, fuck Buffalo. How about Chicago?
Yeah.
Chicago should get it right in the fuck hole.
Wow.
Language, young man. So fresh.
We love Chicago.
Feel good story of the day. It's Feel Good Story Monday.
Feel Good Story Monday. Wow, we actually have one?
Atlantis' 7 astronauts reunited with their families in Texas on Saturday.
Did they?
A day after the space shuttle capped a 2-week mission with a perfect landing in the Mojave Desert. Sunita Suni Williams was especially happy to return to Earth after spending more than 6 months at the International Space Station. Williams set an endurance record for the longest single spaceflight by a woman at 195 days, as well as the record for most time spacewalking by a woman.
How about that?
The crew is assembled on a stage with the giant American flag as the backdrop. Along with Williams were Shuttle Commander Rick Sturckow, Pilot Lee Archambault, and Mission Specialist Patrick Forrester, James Riley, Stephen Swanson, and Daniel Levas. Each offered his thanks to family, ground crew, and others in brief remarks. Williams said she would spend the rest of the weekend reacquainted with her husband and dog, Gorby. There's your feel-good story for today, Monday.
Yeah, why don't you talk about how you shit in space and it floats up and someone leans over to yawn and gets a log in his face? You fucking space whore, shut up. She probably was getting deep-dicked all over the fucking planet. He started fucking me over Asia and he came in my face near Southern California.
You can't deep-dick in space, Jimmy.
Sure you can.
You don't get the leverage.
Even if your dick's not hard, it just floats up into her pussy. That's
tough.
the beauty
you
of it.
keep pushing the penis forward and the body moves away. You can't get the job done.
You float your little limp, noodly penis up into her vag.
How would you fuck in space? Give us a call. It's Pot Talk Monday.
I would just have diarrhea shits flying out of my ass. Floating up all over the cabin.
Smacking into machinery.
And I'd look at the broad astronaut and I'd go, clean it up.
Do you think one lousy space shuttle dude said, look, I got to do something. I'm never going to be in this atmosphere again, and just had explosive diarrhea just let loose? Wouldn't you have to do something crazy?
Yes, you would.
That would be all over the equipment and everything. It would just be disgusting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Milk duds flying around, melted milk duds.
You have to wipe off the miles per hour thing in the fucking... So you know how fast you're going?
The miles per hour thing?
You don't want the gimbal lock because there's fucking shit all over your gimbal lock instrument.
The miles
Apollo
per
13
hour thing? Oh, my God.
Gimbal lock.
Well, now we're saying fuck Chicago and the fuck hole. What about Atlanta? Greg wants to know. Jimmy, you want to take this one about Atlanta?
Sure. Atlanta.
We said fuck Buffalo. We said fuck Chicago and their fuck hole. What about Atlanta?
Looking at us?
Huh?
Go ahead. Talk about Atlanta. Atlanta, go.
What about... No, you! What?
No, I'm saying go. Go.
What about Atlanta?
What about it? Fuck him.
There you go.
We're not in Atlanta.
Yeah, fuck Michael Vick right in his mouth. What do you think of that? Right in his throat.
What? Bill.
Vegas.
Hello.
Is that you, Bill?
Yes, this is Bill.
Hello, Bill.
How many times did you say this? Hear us say
I don't
Bill
know
before you
if
answer.
it's
Bill.
Yeah.
Bill.
Go ahead, Bill. What's going on?
Bill.
All right, Bill.
I don't know if this story fits in because
Is Bill on the line?
Hot Talk Monday.
Bill.
He'd had it. He had it with you.
All right.
Where's line of the day?
Line of the day. We got 3 runner-up runners. Is it runners or runner-ups?
Runners up. That's ridiculous.
3 runners
Should be
up.
runner-ups. I'm saying runner-ups.
Here's the first.
It's runners-ups.
All
It should be runners-ups then.
I'm going to go with this. Here's the first runner-ups.
Sometimes.
No, it's runser up.
Runsers ups.
How about the sports announcers? Too cool for the room, and they go, hey, he's got 4 RBI.
RBI.
I know, like, technically that makes sense, but it's been the thing for so long.
Drives your
can't
brother
change it.
nuts.
Yeah, it drives my whole family nuts.
I like when they call them ribbies.
RBI.
A-bomb.
Because it's runs batted in, not runs batted ins.
But we decided a long time ago it's RBIs, and then some
Exactly.
douche sports guy decided to
10 RBI.
to get it all proper. It's like, he's got 10 RBI in this doubleheader.
RBIs. 10 RBIs.
XO is flashing. Might I say I missed those bosoms on Pal Talk? Holy shit. They're lovely. Big fat tits just fucking hobbling out of her shirt. They're wonderful.
Now, this is what I don't know.
Oh.
This is what I don't understand. A guy, of course, hiding behind some weird fake name.
Yeah.
No, it's just his cell phone. You fucking suck. Opie, you have nephews and nieces. Hack-ass show. There's no way you can make fun of any other show now. And Norton is a hack. Keep saying the same thing over and over. Wow, where's the gay talk? So, to this guy, why don't you just, go listen to another show?
I didn't mind his comments at all.
I may suck.
It's the problem with
I'm
this
not a
guy's
hack.
comments. I thought his comments were fine.
Did he give his cell phone number?
Dude, if we were like, what?
Is his cell phone number there?
Let me see.
Yeah, call it up.
Let's address him.
Post it.
No, it's just
Put it out. Track him down.
It's just a bunch of numbers. 9, 8, 9, 4.
No, that's...
What?
That might be his number.
Oh.
No, it's just a bunch of numbers. 9, 8, 9.
Well, let's just write it down.
5, 0. What?
We can write it down. Give him a call.
No, it's just numbers, though.
Yeah, write it down.
9, 8, 9, 4, 5, 0.
Write it down and call it right now.
Yeah, let's see.
From right there.
All right, yeah. Give him a call. You got the number? Give him a call.
Tell him we're going to put him on the air.
Yep. Okay. I got it.
6.
Oh, no, I got it.
Here's a runner-up line of the day. Proving we were funny today. How about you throw a little money into the town if you're going to make it a tourist, stop.
Have like a ye old fudge shop.
Right, something, right.
It's always at a tourist place.
Right.
Like, tourists love fudge.
Ye old fudge shop. That was funny. Giving the line of the day to the guest, though, I think was a little kiss-assish.
That was a runner-up.
Well, I mean, even runner-up.
Here's another runner-up line of
You
the day.
guys are kissing ass.
Runner-up line of the day. Another one. Go.
Sandra made quite an effort with the voice, though. I mean,
Yeah.
on the phone, you'd think it was a girl.
Hello.
Almighty.
Yeah.
Like listening to Slim Whitman talk.
That was really funny.
Slim Whitman.
055. Here's another runner-up line of the day.
You. Yeah.
I made poop in my
Attaboy.
I don't care, man. If you have 12 kids at home, that's just funny.
That's funny.
Oh, that wasn't the actual line of the day, though?
No, that was first runner-up.
Couldn't you tell my song hasn't played?
Mm-hmm.
Which I have copywritten.
Oh.
What song, Jimmy?
Line of the day. Line of the day.
What?
Here.
Oh, yeah.
Comes.
No.
I can't listen to that. Stop it. Oh, my thing
Shut
goes
up.
There we go. I told you.
Just got dizzy like I was chopping off my leg. Wow, that hurt.
Come on.
Here's your line of the day.
Here comes the line of the day.
And sometimes
Yeah,
my
sometimes.
poo-poo is green.
Darn.
Sometimes my poo-poo is green.
I would have done that as runner-up, and the naked is like a little more
I
powerful.
sleep naked.
Yeah, that's a little more powerful.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
All right.
He just likes being free.
Did we try calling that guy?
Crap where he wants.
Who was hiding behind his cell phone with no real name or anything? No? Wait, Rock Scream Tuesday and I did my Scream on Monday?
Yeah, you kind of...
Quite unorthodox.
I know. A lot of people commenting.
Did someone call him off air?
What happened?
And?
What
Someone
happened?
is, Travis is en route, so we have to get somebody to sub in for him over there real quick.
What do you mean?
Oh, they got a call from over there? We can't just pick up a phone over here and do that?
Why can't we do that?
Yeah, why can't someone just call?
Oh, just to see who picks it up?
No, but I mean, what's the...
Because they're trying to have the capacity to go on air with him.
Why can't we?
We can't. Somebody's going to do it right now.
Oh, I love you too, Redding. I was just joking. Something.
You don't move that fucking thing out of. I'm trying to look at Exo's tits, and you got something blocking it. I'll spit on myself.
I bet the number's busy anyway.
Sometimes people take me way too seriously, Redding. I was just joking.
Yeah. Oh, they're lovely.
All right.
All right.
Oh. Whoa, hey.
Those are wonderful, real bosoms.
Hey, now.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Eesh. I'd kiss those till the cows came home.
A long time.
Yeah. Especially since the cows don't know where I live. They'd be wandering around for hours. Days, maybe.
Where does Jimmy live?
I'm going to try something new.
Mowing like a bunch of jizz buckets.
Try something new. Bob in Atlanta.
Hey, I was just, how dare you ever talk about Atlanta like that? What are you thinking?
Well,
Atlanta's the greatest city in America, especially in Georgia.
Especially?
You know why we're dogging Atlanta, don't you? You know.
No, let me know, please.
No, you know why.
Come on,
Why do you
please,
think we're
dude.
dogging Atlanta?
Because Atlanta's so good and you're just pissed off.
No. We think New York City's great, but, you know, we know there's problems with New York as well. So why do you think we're dogging Atlanta? You know.
I don't know.
What do you think it is?
Atlanta. I think you're just jealous.
What do you really think it is, though?
I think it's jealousy.
No, why do you think we're dogging Atlanta?
He doesn't seem to know.
Because you are jealous.
Of what? What would we be jealous
Yeah,
of? Let's see if you know.
Yeah.
Well, probably
What do
number
we get?
one, me, and
No,
number two, Atlanta.
No, what are we getting at? Why would we dog Atlanta? What are we getting at, sir?
You're jealous. I fucking hate you.
No.
You hung up.
I'm stalling because we're hoping to get that guy in the line, but I guess we're not going to get that guy in the line, huh?
No, like I said, apparently the line's going to be busy.
Oh, really?
Why? What happened?
I have no idea.
What happened? Why am I looking at like 1 million pound doggers with their cell phones in their hand?
I bet you he's one of them.
Yeah, went to voicemail, and he has a Frunkus-themed voicemail.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's one of ours?
Yes, apparently his opinions fluctuate quite easily.
Yeah, he's easily swayed.
All right. Please leave the guy alone.
I'm tickling my ball bag right now, and it feels wonderful.
Ooh.
I'm digging my nails into my balls. You ever stretch your ball bag?
Yeah, you have to, and sometimes you twist it.
I pinch and roll.
Give a little pinch and roll, and you're like
pinch and roll.
You're like a dog scratching.
Larry, correct. Larry knows why Atlanta sucks. Correct, Larry.
Absolutely.
Correct, Larry. At least you're honest. All right, let's go.
Yeah, I got someone I got to blow.
Yeah. I gotta be blown. All right, kids.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
See you mañana. Bye.
I should hold the fuckers for a while, huh?
Yeah, fuck them.
They're almost on to us that we're calling it in. That's not good.
Oh, God.
You have to throw them off and give them a good show tomorrow.
Yeah, we really phoned it in today. Didn't do shit.
Right.
God. Well, which gay bar are you going to, Jimmy?
What? No, I'm just going to suck some cock in a minute.
All right. I'll be right in. Get a nice fucking up the ass. Be nice.
Why are you talking to me? We're off air. We only talk when the mics are on.
Oh, I forgot.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.